on PewDiePie.
Well, hopefully I don't get so drunk I keep saying every stream.
Yeah.
That one that was.
I think I said it.
Happy about.
I set one, not as bad as you, but last night.
There's only like 8 words we can't say. And
I didn't even mean to say that. The funny thing is, I was thinking of a different way to say it in my head, because it was 2 fears, and it was, unwilling prison sex.
there you go.
But I said it the R word
Yeah.
that we're not supposed to say, and I thought about that in my head, and then I still just said it. I wasn't even drinking either.
Could you tell me what words I can't say, just in case?
I
mean,
Anything
besides
that
the obvious
someone
ones?
might be offended by. It's 2019.
All right.
you
I mean,
Just
I
like-
ain't planning on saying.
No, it's
them,
just like
but-
obviously the racial ones.
can't say the R word that's close to grape. Unless we're
Oh.
talking like about an article that
I thought it was the other R word.
retard.
No, we
Yeah.
can say that.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
We can. That one's
yeah.
It's on the F word too, but not fuck.
like maggot. With
Oh.
That's the one I
Maggot.
kept saying.
Yeah, but you were a drunk boy, so it happens. There's not much.
Yeah, deal with it, Twitch.
Yeah, kind of gotta. When the booze start flowing, I mean, there's
Yeah. I'm a
no
wild one.
stopping. There's no stopping the gravy train. Oh yeah, for non-live viewers, Chandler and Bert are here, so give it the fucking program.
Hello.
Hi.
See if this way.
See, look at the bit givers. A bird story, 2,700.
Go Curtis.
How much real monies is that?
$27.
Something like that. Yeah. It actually is a little bit more now. It's
Oh, it's at
converting to a little
28.
bit more, but it's close.
Okay. Good. I always have stories that I think about that I don't write down because I think I'm gonna remember them.
I wish you would just start writing them down.
I think I have a great memory.
Anytime I have any idea, I put it into my notes. If I'm in my bed, if I'm not, I just write it down.
Just get Google Docs. It changed my whole entire podcasting. It makes it so much easier.
Notes.
Well, let's see what I got in my
Pretty
notes.
easy.
Let's see what I wrote.
I had an idea about a drawing or a painting I wanted to do yesterday and had to put very detailed notes in. And I left it up, so I thought about it first thing in the morning. Now I
Nice.
remember.
One of my notes that I wrote, do you know that Steve Miller song where it's like, shoe the children? It's like about putting shoes on the children. And I always thought it said, shoot the children.
I mean, you're close.
I was like, that's way better. I was like, now I know what it actually says.
When I hear shoe the children, I'm like, shoot.
Get
Go away.
Scram!
Go on.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Hey, B Bert. Hello.
Let's see, what else I got in these notes?
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
what
if
that
that's
trash can.
Oh yeah, it's a little top heavy. Just throw it away, I'll fix it.
Well, I saw this and didn't think it was a trash can anymore.
Yeah, I just have stuff sitting on it because it's full of beer and I don't want my grandma like, beer!
There's
Son of a bitch!
beer on the Topshelfers podcast.
Whatever.
Oh, that was almost sick.
Yeah,
That was tragic.
got it. Told you.
Send it.
Damn.
I'm trying to think if there's something I can land it in.
Jumps.
That would be
Throw
a.
it over the TV.
I feel you on that for sure.
Yoink.
It's a lot closer than I was expecting.
I've got a,
Yep.
Made it.
I've got a, someone's, what they wanted at Subway. A club, American cheese toasted with olives. And then someone wanted a meatball on flatbread with provolone.
Most basic sandwiches I've ever heard.
Hey man, fight me. I like my sandwiches meaty.
And someone wanted a chicken bacon ranch with cheddar and my Italian.
I don't trust Subway's chicken anymore.
I don't give a shit.
A few times I had it, it was just like gross, and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
It's Subway. It's cheap meat.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about it.
So I don't give a
Their
fuck.
turkey always seems good.
Jerky?
Turkey.
I was like, they have jerky
Yeah, I was like,
Subway
wait a
jerky.
minute.
Yeah.
They
Got
call
like
you fucking shit.
a beef jerky sandwich.
Whoa.
Damn.
You know, I'd
That's
probably
some
eat
high
it.
nights.
I'd probably eat it.
I probably would too.
Something I would sit here like this forever.
Just trying to rip off piece by piece.
Fuck, it's so tough.
The bread is beef jerky.
Wait a minute.
I think you're onto something.
Yeah.
That's like when KFC came out with that god awful but really good, like
Instead
sandwich
of bread, it
thing.
was 2 fried chicken patties.
Yeah, that's
For
real.
real?
That was genius.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that.
It's like the
dude.
double stacker or some shit.
Never once even heard of this.
Yeah, it was real.
I would never have ordered it.
You'll look at it and
That's
you're
too
like,
much.
oh my god, that looks disgusting, but it's
It's
not.
there. Well, I'd imagine like there's a reason it's on the menu.
Yeah, it was 10 out of 10. Probably would never eat again because I ain't trying to die.
It was very short-lived, unfortunately.
Like the McRib.
Yeah.
The McRib comes back though.
I still never had a McRib.
Me neither.
I
Me
used to
neither.
have it a ton when I was a kid, and like I don't want to try it now because like, what the fuck are we actually eating here?
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
What'd you do?
One of the mics is not on.
Oh,
There it is. I don't know why it does that sometimes.
I don't know either. That sucks. I don't know. I don't like pickles, so I feel like the McRib would be kind of boring.
Is there pickles on there?
I think so. Thought that was the whole thing. It was
I don't know,
like
I-
rib and
like-
pickle.
The last time I had one of those when I was like 10.
Nah. Isn't it McRib McDonald's?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a rib
No,
sandwich.
it's
without-
Wendy's with the McRib.
Oh, I thought he was thinking of the KFC one because that one just has one pickle.
Yeah. Well, did
I
you
don't know, I
see
don't go to
the
KFC either.
in
Don't trust
Europe? So, and it's a crazy story. So, McDonald's were being corporate cunts, and they went after this, like, Irish food chain, like restaurant food chain, because it was like Mick something. Like they had like 100 restaurants. And it was like
Oh
Mick
yeah,
something.
it was
It's like
it was
McAllister's or
Mac.
something.
It was something Max.
Yeah. Yeah, Mac, right. So they went after them to try and like shut them down because they're like, well, we own like the Big Mac and like we have it patented or whatever. They went to court, ended up losing.
Yeah, because it's Big
Right.
Mac.
Right. So they ended up losing the rights to Big Mac. So the Burger Kings in some of the Irish cities,
Yeah.
they changed their menu to like they made a whole bunch of these new sandwiches and they're all like just like the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Better than the Big Mac. Like I put it on their menu to sell.
The one
That's
menu was
fucking
not
hilarious.
Big Macs.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of burgers.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
What were they thinking? Like Mac? Like it's pretty fucking
Yeah.
like
Was the
Common.
place just called Big Macs or something like that?
It was something Max, but
No.
yeah, just because they had like I think it was something Max, and then they had the Big Mac burger or something.
Yeah.
So they had stuff that were called
Yeah.
Big, but yeah, apparently they've been around since like early 19
Yeah.
or like 19 like I don't know 1940 or something. So
When I was reading it too, they were kind of saying like they did this sneakily to try and win, and no one thought it would get any news coverage, and then they fucking lost and
Yeah.
they blew up.
it's hilarious though. Yeah, so Burger King was definitely trolling them. Just not the Big Mac.
greedy bastards. That's
I
what they
would-
get.
The restaurants and like some random with the like dessert shit on Twitter or some of the funniest shit ever.
Right.
Like they just troll each other. I like Moon Pie. Those guys are real
I'm
good.
not
Whoever
seeing
runs
these.
their Twitter, they go and just say awful shit on like. Anytime someone comments that Moon Pies suck, they'll go through the person's Twitter and just like say the worst shit to them.
Just roast them.
That's how they should do it.
Damn, that's fucking
It's good
hilarious.
PR right there.
Right? I've seen a couple other good ones too, but I don't know what they were.
Is it Wendy's? It's really
Wendy's is good too, yeah.
Their Twitter's
I
hilarious.
probably have screenshots of them, but I have thousands of pictures from all the screenshots on my phone. So many memes.
I really didn't want to get a new iPhone yet, but because my phone's just fine, but
Yeah.
I have zero memory. Like I can't take pictures right now.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's how much fucking shit I've had on this phone. But I've had it for like 2 years now, so 2 years, and like I don't know, do I want to delete like 2,000 fucking photos?
I still have
Not
195 gigs available.
really. Jesus Christ!
You could just buy like a
I don't want to pay like monthly for like the iCloud or
I was just gonna say you could buy a portable
hard drive.
hard drive and just put your shit on there.
Yeah.
So I've had this phone now for like 6 years or something like that, and
If I had a computer, I would just like upload everything to it, but
that's what I do. But now my computer's out of space. So I bought a
take
portable.
way too many photos.
I just took a portable hard drive.
Yeah.
I mean, there was pictures like originally on this phone from like the West Bountiful house and shit.
Jesus, I still have some pictures, especially Jello night.
Yeah,
My
Jello night. That was the
What?
Woods Cross house. wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, the 1500 house, West Cross House.
Yes, it was Bountiful.
Oh, West Bountiful House.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
With the fucking Jello molds.
I don't know, Kai Steckling posted, I don't know if you saw, he's like, I want to see all, or it was like a meme, it was like, I want to see everyone you naked, just some for curiosity or something. I said, pics coming soon. And then he said, I literally received a picture of you with your dick suspended in Jello. Please don't send me pictures.
Who sent that?
What? Kai Steckling?
No, who sent it?
Oh, probably you?
I didn't send it. I don't have his number.
I
I don't know where this fucking post came from neither, because I only have Instagram. So.
It's on Facebook, they said. Or he was responding to me, but I was like, that's so freaking funny.
Yeah.
That was a very
I
interesting...
definitely have that picture.
That was a very interesting night to show up to halfway through. 'Cause, like, so they made Jello molds of their wieners. Those two and James. Okay. And I came over like later that night, and I just see on their table these molds of just dicks. And I'm like, I feel like I missed something important tonight.
We went to Walmart and got for those ones, we got clay. And then we just we tried to wrap clay around our wieners, and then we put it in the oven to make it hard.
That was maybe the greatest moment, because we all just like went into our separate bedrooms for a little bit, and then like you could hear everyone laughing, because like we all knew we were trying to like get hard for this fucking thing.
You just hear porn going from every room, just because everyone can make a mold of their wiener, and it was the hardest thing to get a boner, just thinking about two other dudes trying to do the same thing. You just hear porn in every room.
That's classic.
And then my mold fell off in the oven, and then it was like flat wiener.
The best part was like looking down it, and you could just see like perfect mold of like the head of our penises. Jesus. It was so funny.
Yeah, but before that, I was trying to I had like Jello. I was trying to make my wiener imprint in Jello, but it wouldn't set. I was sitting there for like 2 hours, just laying like there with a cup around duct tape to my wiener.
Like Clone a Willy but edible.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Would you, if we did Clone a Willy but edible, would you eat each other's wieners?
No. I think that's where I draw the line.
Is it sanitary?
Yeah, for sure.
If I'm just munching the food of your dick,
I feel like that'd be like painful to watch.
If you were munching,
just like a
if you're
big old fucking chomp about. Oh,
if you're munching food in my dick, it's gonna be a small meal, so you're gonna be disappointed.
yeah,
You're
that's
like, oh, one bite.
as soon as I'm putting that in my mouth, that's where I really rethink
You
my
really
life.
struggled making the hot dog picture, so I understand. I sat with that hot dog in my mouth for way longer than I should have.
I couldn't do it.
what?
Have you not seen the picture?
I don't know.
It's on. Let's see. It's on our Twitter. It was
On Twitter, so.
It was
It's our profile picture. It's both of us with a hot dog each end in our mouth, but just Wes just staring at me, holding a hot dog in his mouth like this, waiting for me to put my mouth on it. I couldn't fucking do it.
That's so fucking dope.
So just him holding a hot dog in his mouth, just staring at me. I couldn't. Every time I would go to put my mouth around it, I'd laugh. 'Cause he's just staring at me like.
yeah, it was looking like, come on, Forrest.
Can we take another one of those pictures? But I want to be on the back end, taking a bite out of it, just between you two. Just
It took like 5 minutes at least to get that fucking picture.
Yeah, I wish we were recording trying to take the picture because it's way better than the picture itself.
And then just me trying to take a selfie while we're both on the hot dog. It was fucking so hard.
That's why you just put it on video mode and screenshot that shit.
Right. We didn't think about that in the moment.
Oh god, it was something.
I bet you would get lots of views. True. That was a moment. Bert, have we ever talked about paranormal with you when we were on?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't really have any crazy stories
Did you believe in it? Or do you believe in it?
in like ghosts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
definitely.
What would you say, what do you think it is? Because, like, we've now talked to, like, tons of people, and I kind of forget, like, where everyone stands on it, but we've had so many different opinions now.
I would like to believe it was or is something that you knew or somebody you knew or something trying to help you. You know?
Okay, so like a guy.
Like an
Definitely
actual
not.
spirit, yeah. Like,
Yeah, not like one of those like asshole spirits that like you'll be just chilling in your room and something like this will happen.
yeah, fuck you.
My napkins, fuck. God damn it.
The ones that stay at like just one place.
The big dicks.
Yeah,
They just fuck with you.
I think like dogs have spirits too, you know. And I swear I see my old dog in my house and trips me out.
I've heard lots of stories like that.
Yeah.
I
I almost wondered.
miss that dog.
Yeah, pets are the hardest, man. Pets are the hardest when they pass. I almost wonder, like, because like I'm still on the fence with ghosts and stuff, but I wonder if like something tragic happens so much, or I mean, if there was like a huge tragic event, like let's say you get in like a accident in your house and you know someone dies, but you're still living in that house. There's so much energy that was like put in that moment, like sad and you know just tons of stuff. If that like energy like imprinted itself somewhere somehow that we don't understand.
It made me have a thought that like you miss that person so much that like your subconscious mind is trying to like almost like project it
Well, I
or
definitely
something, or kind of
right.
like messes with your head a little bit to like make you kind of see or like experience weird things like that.
And I definitely think that you know this goes for religious folk, paranormal, Bigfoot, anybody. I think in your mind, if you truly believe in it, your mind will create stuff, whether it's real or not. And that's not discrediting anyone who does believe in that, because like if you believe in it, you believe in it. But I think
You never know what they actually experience to make them believe in it.
And I think it's one of those things where I think the mind likes to do stuff that we don't understand.
Not even a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know about Bigfoot though. That's one that I don't think.
He's out there. He's walking
I'll
around.
definitely
I don't know,
do
if you were
some
like
squatching
if you were wandering through the woods and like it was something completely different, but like your brain had zero explanation for it, so like you like logically you know of Bigfoot and stuff, so it was so fucking out there, you have no idea what the fuck you saw, that your brain just like, okay, it's fucking Bigfoot then.
Right, I was listening to Joe Rogan talk about it. He had an animal dude on there. I don't know if you heard that. His name was Forrest. He's a wildlife biologist. But they
Is that Australian dude?
Yeah.
or he's from
He's
South Africa.
Yeah. Zimbabwe.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else.
But maybe it's a different one. But they were talking about Bigfoot. If I don't know if it's that one, but because he did that show, Joe Rogan Questions Everything, and he's like, I talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of people about Bigfoot stories, and he's like, out of all of those, there's only one woman that I think saw something, but he's like, I still don't think it was a Bigfoot, because he said the woman went out in the dark and she saw something tall and hairy, and then it was gone. But then he was pulling up pictures of bear standing up, you know, because like, I don't know if you've seen the one that its front paw's fucked up. It lost its paw, so it walks on 2 feet.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen that. And, like, if you saw that in the dark, just this big thing, like, because they're tall, you know, like 8, 7
That's
feet.
crazy that it wouldn't.
adapt
It would
to-
stand.
Well, I think
it
it was
would adapt to
let's see.
stand up instead of just adapt to using.
Must hurt real bad.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or maybe just in that circumstance,
Oh, right
it was
here.
standing up instead of.
Yeah, I'll just show you guys real quick. After this ad. But yeah, it just fucking walks on its back feet. What's up, TP Poker?
What up?
But, yeah, so, like, if you saw this fucking thing after this ad plays and it was dark in the woods, you'd be like, fuck, was that a Bigfoot? Especially if you are really looking for Bigfoots. Like, let's look at that thing.
Yeah, that's just fucking
Damn! Rolling down the street in my 6'4".
See, so if you saw that walking through the woods like
That'd be
that,
scary as fuck.
you would think that's a
definitely
Bigfoot.
think-
See, look at him.
I would shit my pants.
I would go up and talk to him. What's bracking, blood? What's up?
Hello, brother.
Oh, both of his front paws are injured, it said. Maybe it's missing both front paws.
That would make sense. So
But
why
yeah,
he
see, like, this
doesn't-
guy's probably saying Bigfoot. But if you saw that fucking thing in the woods and it's
Right.
like 7 feet tall, that one's probably not, but just walking, you would think that's a Bigfoot.
Well, I go back to like when we used to go out and stuff, like UFO hunting and ghost hunting and stuff like that. We would get so into
the moment.
the moment that we would start either seeing stuff in the sky or like hearing stuff, and we're like, "Oh, ghost, alien!" like immediately. But then we sit there and we're like, "Oh, it was just a satellite," or "Oh, it's just wind," or whatever. So I think it's a mind game. And if you're going out Bigfoot hunting and you saw something like that, you would definitely come back and 100% say you saw
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
For sure. If I saw that, I would even be tempted to be like, did I just see a fucking
Still
squatch?
always reminds me of those horse legs.
Those horse legs, man, were the worst.
I don't think I've ever been that scared in my
Me
entire
neither.
life.
Absolutely not.
That was the worst.
And then that happened to be the only night we ever actually saw or have something
Yeah.
that's credible.
Mm-hmm.
But Have you heard that story when we went to Skinwalker? So Skinwalker Ranch is pretty famous, and it has like
The
tons of
movie
lore.
there.
Yeah, they have like tons of lore behind it, and we went up there, and short story, we were filming, and we heard like rustling in the bushes, so we reversed, and Chandler's filming in the front, and we reversed back, and me and Chandler both like looked to the right outside, and we saw these tall white legs that were just like really creepy looking. And it scared the living shit out of both of us. And
Like my heart stopped in that
Yeah.
moment
It was just
because like we were scared
Yeah.
and like heard weird shit and stuff, and like we knew that like where we're at is like Skinwalker Ranch and stuff. So we like back up and then all of a sudden see these like pale ass white weird legs and stuff, and like my heart just like no,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I'm done.
There's just a horse.
Yeah, it was a fucking horse.
Some big old
Yeah.
meaty horse legs.
Yeah. But you could only see his fucking legs, so it was like, this is weird. Yeah, it fucking tripped us out hard.
Yeah. But we have a picture of, or a screenshot from the video of something. I'll pull it up for you so Forrest doesn't have to, because he,
I can pull it up on the screen.
if you want to, we'll pull it up quite a bit. We should probably just get fucking, like, add a scene that's just that picture.
True.
But yeah,
but I took like 3 videos that night while we were there, and like it was just it's a fairly short driveway, well, like long, kind of for like normal
Dirt
things,
road
but
thing.
like for like a farm type thing, it's like a dirt road up to like the front gates and stuff. So I took 3 videos, and it was all in that one area.
Should I put on the green
And
screen?
I was
Yeah,
watching
might
them
as
on the
well.
way home because it's 3 hours away from here. And in the first 2 videos, never saw anything, but in the third video, there is what we're going to show you and stuff. So it kind of debunks that whatever this is wasn't in the first 2 videos, because we always try to like debunk our stuff.
Yeah, just that standing on the side of the road. That's fucking
Yeah. In like an old camera, so it's not like great.
and the thing that it looks like it's holding,
Yeah,
that's a reflection of
Yeah,
taking
so-
a picture of a phone.
Yeah, that's.
because for some reason I kind of send it to
Mary
like
just
my
sent
new
it.
phone.
Dude, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, just that face though.
I have it. I have the originals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone does. I don't have it anymore. I've been through
Because
way
you
too
sent
many
me
phones.
you sent them to me on one of your Facebooks a while ago, so it's just in my messages.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't have the video, sadly.
I know, I want the video.
Yeah,
Did you send the video to that guy at all?
No, I think
UFO?
I just took him. Yeah.
because those videos would make good videos.
Alien Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, if I can find this picture, I actually have something kind of like that.
Yeah, but it's not like we saw like the bush and everything in the first 2 videos. It's same exact bush, same exact position, everything, but that is not there.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So either
Like in like when I saw that and everything, like I did not know what to fucking do with myself. It was fucking crazy.
So either it's someone was pulling a joke on us, like the guards, because there's armed security there, and I'm sure
Yeah.
they get tons of people who go fuck around up there.
Hmm.
Or there was a weird thing with the camera, or that is actually
A fucking alien.
a fucking alien.
Yeah, like I still don't know.
I don't
I don't have like any decisive like.
I say it's a motherfucking alien.
I definitely
Like I believe in aliens, but like
That's
like,
him.
I'm like
That's the guy.
25% that might be like
I
an
want
alien.
you guys to sit here and think about this for a second.
That's the guy.
What if that is 100% an alien?
And they was just staring at us.
Isn't that like... I didn't think about it until this moment, now like we're all talking about it again. Like, if that was an alien, we were like 5 feet away from a real alien.
100%.
You're 5
That
feet
was
away from one
right-
now.
That was right outside our fucking windows on our side.
That's crazy.
Because we were
Think
parked
about it.
next to that bush.
Yeah.
And that's where we heard the noise, and that's why we reversed so fast, and then had the shit scared out of us even more by those fucking like goddamn horse. That's why I don't like horses.
Yeah, that horse really fucked me, man.
Yeah.
We should go
Never
there in
thought
the-
of horses the same after that moment.
We need to go there in the day sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or at like get there by like 4 or 5, so we have a little bit of daylight, so we can spot some good areas, and then be there for night.
Yeah. Maybe next Friday we'll do an all day stream.
Yeah, and we should definitely take like...
I think just the stream of us driving out there would be hilarious.
See, and what sucks is we tried.
Service.
The service kept
Oh, yeah.
dropping.
Yeah, so we can stream till we're almost there, but then once we get there, it cuts service most of the time, so we just have to film it.
Because it was actually like... People were coming in and watching. It's just one of those things where it's kind of bumpy, so I imagine from a viewer point of view, like, that might, like...
What if we use
Give you
Kai
a headache.
stabilizer?
It's kind of hard to hold in there.
Yeah, you would have to hold it. But yeah.
Well, like if we just had a mount like during the drive and everything,
Yeah.
and then once we actually get there, I could fucking hold the camera.
Yeah, we would
out
just,
there.
once we got there, we would just have to film from there
Yeah.
and just not stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could easily do that. My phone's got a fucking great camera.
Well, and I can try and find I have that thing that you plug into the cigarette lighter that turns into a full battery,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
it doesn't run. It won't like destroy the car's battery.
Yeah.
So I could take that.
Taylor has to come though.
You come on the
down.
Skinwalker
Shit.
Ranch?
Never been there, so
Yeah.
Gonna get spooky.
We get
Let's get
abducted
someone new.
the first
Yeah.
time you come. We all get
That's
abducted.
so cool.
if we get some cool footage,
Yeah.
hell yeah. If we die, hell yeah. Right, boys?
Maybe get some superpowers.
I don't see any fucking negatives.
Someone
If I get like anally probed by an alien, like if that's my cost for a ride, okay.
right.
They're like, what happened to you out there, Chandler? Nothing.
Nothing happened.
I'm like, hey man, rules of the road, right? Rules of the sky.
Yeah, rules
you
of
get you get probed, you get a ride.
If one of us dies, or if all of us die except one, you guys have to keep the podcast going.
Yeah, that's the
He's
thing.
bringing the fame.
I'm telling you guys right
Just
now,
like-
if like you three die, I'm killing myself. I'm like,
Oh fuck!
like
Damn, I was gonna
I
say,
ain't staying around for that
That's
shit.
not what I wanted to hear.
it just becomes
What
like,
do you? Oh yeah, I'm gonna make new best friends. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I'm the same way.
Yeah, like get yeah.
Like, if my brother, if it was just my brother, if he were to just die, fuck it, I'm ending it too.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my
That's my
brother. It's
best
like
motherfucking friend in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
it's hard.
I'm having a celebration. Just kidding. No, but like, could you imagine the podcast after that fucking, after 3 of your friends die? It would be like one of those dudes
It'd be
that,
the most depressing fucking
Well, I
shit in the world.
no, it'd be like one of those fucking dudes in like a trailer, like, they fucking came, guys.
Yeah, totally would.
You got like your whole entire trailer just covered in maps and pictures.
Tinfoil hat, like, they fucking did
I
shit.
killed them all. I saw it with my eyes.
Coming for me next. Fuck.
You have an AM, like a talk show, like AM 800.
Oh, God.
That'd be so great.
You'd be like the dude in the new Dukes of Hazzard movie, that wears the armadillo hat.
Oh yeah.
Just a crazy ass conspiracy theorist, like, they did it.
So Bert, I got two topics. They're gonna be long because I'm sure we're gonna discuss them. But you want to talk about music, so I found 25 conspiracies around music, like things that have happened through just the years of like concerts and performers and stuff, and conspiracy surrounding it. And then I have, based off Metacritic's ratings, their top 50 games of all time. And I want to know everyone's opinion if you played them and if you think that where they're rated is fair.
I like that.
So where would you guys like to start?
Okay, shit.
Conspiracy or
Eeny, meeny,
right?
mo.
Well, we have been talking about conspiracy,
So we'll just roll with that.
Yeah, let's do it.
and then just go to your number 2.
So this is from ultimateclassicrock.com. Sounds like a great website. Should I start at 25 or should I start at 1? Probably 25.
Yeah.
25.
Let's build up.
So Dave Grohl never broke his leg.
Why is that a conspiracy?
Oh,
Just for, okay, yeah. I guess
Dave
explain.
Grohl memorably broke his leg during a Foo Fighters concert in
Came
June
back.
2015 and then continued the tour by using a custom-built throne. Or did he?
Well, I saw the video of him falling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I was like, what
It looked like a gnarly fall. I wouldn't doubt he broke his leg.
What they say on here is a quickly spreading rumor that summer charged him with faking the injury in order to boost ticket sales. Grohl eventually addressed the accusations during a September 2015 stop in Portland, Oregon. I'm really into the idea of a conspiracy theory, he said. I think it's fucking rad. What if
Hell
I didn't
yeah.
break my fucking leg? What if I jumped off stage and I fell on the ground and I made it all look like it was a fucking emergency? And then they drag me off to the side and the band keeps playing and then 10 minutes later I magically fucking reappear on stage. And then I get somebody else's x-ray of a broken leg and I make it into a t-shirt and we make millions of fucking dollars and I designed this fucking awesome throne so I don't have to fucking stand up anymore. Imagine that.
That's
God
so
damn,
funny.
I love that guy.
That's so funny.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
He's the shit.
Yeah, that was cool though, because he broke his leg and then came back on stage and finished
I love
the
how
show.
he doesn't like say like, yeah, no way. Like he just fucking rolls with it. He's
Right.
like, yeah, what if?
That's hilarious.
So I don't know this band. Maybe you do. Iron Butterfly.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've done them.
So it says Iron Butterfly's bassist was kidnapped and murdered.
Jesus
By
Christ.
the
So,
band?
and it's conspiracy, so who knows? It says Philip Taylor Kramer joined Iron Butterfly in 1974 and appeared on the albums Scorching Beauty and Sun and Still, both released in 75. Later, he returned to college to earn a degree in aerospace engineering, and after dropping Philip from his name, worked for the U.S. Department of Defense and then his own high-tech multimedia startup company, blah, 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 blah. Kramer went to LAX to pick up an associate in 95 while reportedly in the midst of developing a groundbreaking method of transporting information and matter through space. Soon after, Kramer suddenly called 911 to report that he intended to kill himself, then vanished. 4 long years passed. A family member argued that foul play was involved. Finally, Kramer's 93 Ford Aerostar van was found by hikers at the bottom of a Malibu ravine with his remains inside.
Jesus.
Police ruled it a possible suicide, but others weren't so sure, in particular because of the revolutionary work Kramer was then going to drop. And then a quote says, Taylor had me a long time before. There was people giving him problems, Kramer's father argued. They wanted what he was doing, and several of them had threatened him. He told that, and this is what he told his dad,
Yeah.
if I ever say I'm going to kill myself, don't you believe it.
Oh, that's fucking crazy then.
Yeah.
So,
It's kind of weird that like a musician was working on those kind of
A
fucking
musician, a
things.
bassist became a fucking aerospace engineer. Good
Yeah.
for him.
But like if he actually like if he went like if there's like proof that there was like a degree and all that shit and he was actually working on this thing,
oh no, it's
I-
100% fact that he was.
then yeah,
So
he was probably fucking killed.
So he like legitimately had this ground-breaking thing, like that's all news that's out in the world. Like he was working on that, and then killed himself.
Yeah, he didn't kill himself.
Apparently,
Killed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
himself.
That's one that I don't see.
He got.
Yeah,
this is a funny one.
it's like why would you ever fucking kill yourself? You're gonna break something that's like
And then tells his dad that?
life changing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he tells his dad that. I ain't buying it.
Depeche Mode's singer is a vampire.
Okay.
So it
I
says,
mean, he does like sucking something.
yeah, he does. Big fan of that apparently. Dave Gahan had admitted to sleeping in a coffin-shaped bed, and once even allegedly bit a journalist on the neck backstage during Depeche Mode's '94 tour with Primal Scream. I definitely could have been a vampire, Gohan said, uncut in 2001, before adding an important caveat, in my own head. He since chalked his strange behavior up to a combination of depression and drugs. Now, let's talk about that for a second. We've all been depressed and done drugs. I've never once thought about being a vampire, but
If you're a rock star, yeah, I can see it.
yeah.
Makes sense to me. I've heard
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm gonna blame that
Ozzy
one
bit
on
off a
drugs.
bat's head.
Okay, that's a good point. He said, I remember reading about it afterward, but I don't really remember doing it.
Yeah, drugs,
Gahan
baby.
added. In all seriousness, I was really starting to move to this place where I really believed that I was creating. My whole life was Spinal Tap at that time. And then it says, an actual coffin was apparently later delivered to Gahan while Depeche Mode were playing South America dates as a joke.
I was gonna say I do shit like that all the time.
Right. But it does say he supposedly took naps in it before performing, so...
I would too. If I had a coffin, I'd be like,
It'd be so fucking
good
dark.
night, guys.
Yeah.
Close
I
it.
would have one.
Yeah.
It'd be like, as a kid having a race car bed, but as an adult, you have a coffin bed.
Yeah.
I would sleep in it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Coffins do look comfortable.
Dude, you just fucking put a little TV in there.
Yeah.
Just fucking an iPad above you. You just watch movies in there.
I'd definitely sleep in a
Yeah,
coffin.
I'm gonna
It
like
would get crusty in there.
explain that one
Yeah,
with
it
drugs. You gotta imagine like rock stars probably get great fucking drugs,
That's true.
and probably some that make them want to fucking bite people's necks.
Right.
Like who fucking knows? I ain't a rock star.
Well, and think
I
too,
don't know
because
his world.
you could perform at like 8 or 9, right? And then you could just...
Depeche Mode partied a lot harder than I thought they did.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, fucking
right.
biting people and sleeping
Sounds
in
like they
coffins.
need to reach out and touch faith.
Yeah.
But don't. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
That was fucking strong. I like that.
Goddamn.
I was trying to think of something along the lines of losing his religion, but I don't know. I couldn't come up with it.
Who's bottom shelf bot?
That's our bot.
Yeah, so you can do commands in our chat.
Sorry about the frames, guys.
And they'll pop up stuff.
Scotch.
Hmm.
You can do commands. Want to be a guest? Guest? Discord, YouTube? Want to see my favorite one?
Want to be a guest?
Watch. Nudes. Full on forced on Snapchat.
Nice.
That's probably good enough, dude.
So this one says David Bowie predicted the rise of Kanye West.
David Bowie?
All right, I'm interested.
So it says the conspiracy begins with David Bowie's 72 album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. The album cover finds Bowie standing under a sign that says K. West. Inside the album opening track, 5 Years finds Bowie predicting a grisly end to the world unless a mythical Starman descends to save Earth from itself. 5 years after the album dropped, Kanye West was born.
For what?
I'm listening.
The theory doesn't end there. Bowie's final album,
So what
Black
do you mean?
Star, is thought to confirm West as his chosen successor. Something happened on the day he died. Bowie sings on the title track, "Somebody else took his place," and bravely cried, "I'm a black star, I'm a black star." West, working as a producer, also sampled Bowie's chart-topping fame on the Jay-Z single Takeover, providing another hint to some that he was meant to get this takeover for Bowie. I don't like this one. This is dumb. West was thought to have accepted the mantle while playing tribute to Bowie on the day he died. In January 2016, saying he gave us magic for a lifetime. The fact that K. West was actually a tailor based in London at the time. So, I don't think there was any bearing to that.
He just thinks that,
Saying that there was the fact that he was talking about a black star, and then 5 years later, Kanye West was born. So
they're just saying that, he set Kanye West up to be, like, big fame.
no, he didn't even work with Kanye West. He just.
That's what they're saying, is that, like, not working with him, but, like, or did it say he predicted him?
Yeah,
or?
that he apparently predicted him.
That's, yeah. Okay.
That's kind of dumb.
Unless he just knew this young Kanye West. He's like, he's got this new song with Jamie Foxx.
Right.
He's got some love.
So I don't want to read this one because we all know the Simpsons are time travelers.
Mm-hmm.
This one just says Prince's death was foretold by the Simpsons.
Yeah, I think there's so many there.
Yeah. This one has gotten a lot of attention, not just on this website, but the CIA killed Bob Marley.
Huh, I haven't heard that.
So it says, even the official count of Bob Marley's death is pretty weird. He died in May of '81 after a toe injury from a soccer match revealed lesion under the nail. Diagnosed with malignant melanoma.
He's ignorant.
Yeah,
ignorant melanoma.
Right? Marley refused to have the toe amputated. The cancer spread throughout Marley's body, eventually killing him. Conspiracy theorists say it wasn't that simple. The CIA supposedly set their sights on Marley, whose growing influence and message of peace were contrary to its goals. The son of former CIA Director William Colby reportedly gave Marley a pair of boots adapted with a poison-coated copper wire near the toe.
What the?
Some believe Marley tried on the boots and inadvertently sealed his demise. Others believe the CIA had already tried to take Marley out with sharpshooters who missed their target. Marley had in fact survived a '76 assassination attempt by 3 gunmen at his home in Jamaica.
Holy shit.
That's pretty wild.
So, they wanted to take him out because obviously Bob Marley was fucking ginormous, right? And all of his speech and everything he was talking about was peace, world peace. Plus, I'm sure pro-drug was, they didn't like that in '76 for sure.
Yeah.
So they wanted to stop him from that because they were pushing, war. But the media and entertainment were like, oh, well, reggae's the shit. And I'm sure lots of people listened to Bob Marley's music and changed the way they lived.
Yeah, for sure.
That just seems kind of far-fetched, really.
Yeah.
Like, they'd go to the lengths of putting some crazy shit in his shoes for him to die. I don't know. I mean, like, he played soccer a lot. I guess that would kind of make sense. You're like, yeah, just fucking have that copper thing. What was it called? Copper...
It said a poison-coated copper wire.
So they just put a little thing in his tip.
So it just like pricked him while he put a shoe on.
I guess that's what they're saying.
Huh.
And that's from the son of a former CIA director.
That's weird.
So you would think of, if your dad's a CIA director, you probably hear some stuff growing up, right? So unless he hates his dad, why would he be? I don't know.
I don't know. Suge Knight says that he's recording with Tupac right now. So.
Yeah, that's true. While in jail, apparently.
I mean, not Suge Knight. Suge Knight's son.
Oh yeah, Suge Knight's son, right?
Yeah,
right.
Suge Knight's son. That's why I was like, so he doesn't. His dad, but
Yeah, I don't. That's why these are conspiracies, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Who
They make you
knows?
think about it, but I don't. I don't really buy that one.
who knows? I could, could be true, could not be true. Who the fuck knows?
Because then you wonder, like, do you think the CIA would take out entertainers who are just so too influential?
Probably.
Unless he had some sort of like info that he didn't, or that they didn't want him to release. That I don't know. Fuck, it just doesn't make any sense.
The only
'cause
yeah,
he was all about promoting love and peace and smoking weed, and I don't see how he would get information. Out
I
of
think
nowhere,
it almost sounds more like they were fearful of his influence on the populace, that he would be able to sway people to be less pro-war. So if they took him out, less people would listen to him and think badly about fighting and violence. That's what I get out
Yeah.
of it.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily think he ever had any info. I do think, side note, I don't know if this is on here, but I do think, what's the famous blonde lady who died?
Courtney
Marilyn
Love?
Monroe.
Oh.
Not
Courtney Love.
yeah. Marilyn Monroe, I do think her death isn't what people think.
I mean, she was fucking the Kennedys, and they killed all the Kennedys, too, so...
I think that she was hooking up with them, and she was getting info and knew what they were trying to do.
I mean,
You
they
know,
killed
expose-
all the Kennedys.
Yeah, they were trying to expose a lot of shit, and they were like, well, guess what? Sorry, that ain't gonna happen.
Right?
But people don't want to buy that, apparently. Same with Kurt Cobain's death. I don't think...
I saw that fucking documentary. Have you
I
seen
don't
that one?
Mm-mm.
Was it Stained in Blood or
Yeah,
Covered in
something
Bleach
like
or
that.
something like that? And it's so when Kurt Cobain, I guess Courtney Love had hired a private investigator, and then to research his suicide. I don't know, but for some reason she had hired a private investigator, and he started like seeing as like, this is a setup, and so he actually turned on Courtney Love, and like he talks. I think the documentary is like his story, and he's like, "There's no way." He's like, "She killed Kurt Cobain, like, or had him killed," and it's fucking crazy. Like before I was like, I don't know, man. Like, but watching that documentary is.
Well, think how much
It's
she
fucking
would
crazy.
have to gain from that, right? Now, we would have to...
They said he was worth over $1 million because of all this stuff, or was it more than that? It was like
Only $1 million?
well, I thought at the time, but like.
I don't know. But think how much she would have to gain from that. Now, we'd have to think of her as an evil, vile woman, right? But she would be ever famous, right? She was the love of, a ginormous genre-creating artist.
Oh shit! She earned 115 million inheritance from his death.
Oh, that's way more than I thought it was going to be. Well,
Yeah, me
that
too.
that's more than enough to even...
Yeah, so she got 115 million dollars because of his death. So yeah, that's why he started researching, and like they found like how the gun was and everything was wrong. Like so like the way that the shotgun would have ejected the shell, like so like he would have shot and would have went out, like I think it was to his right. Let's see. Yeah, would have went to his right, the way he was holding it upside down, but the shell was over on the left side of the room for some reason. All this crazy stuff. But yeah, the private investigator she hired turned on him. Because he went missing for a while.
Yeah.
And that's that's why she hired him. Because he disappeared for a while. And then the private investigator went over to the house where he killed himself. And like 2 days before, when he was missing, he wasn't there and stuff. And yeah, you'll have to watch it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it used to be. Let's see. I think
Now it's tough too because I'm not I like Nirvana, but I haven't listened to a lot of their music. I'll be honest, like I just haven't.
Just
No-
like the songs on the radio.
right, yeah, like all the popular ones. He was obviously wrote about a lot of dark stuff,
Yeah.
and if you listen to his
Soaked
music,
in Bleach. That's what it's called.
Soaked
I
in
think it's on
Bleach.
Netflix. It used to be. Let's see.
Wait, does it say full movie? Oh yeah, that's on YouTube. Shit.
Yeah, it's on.
That's
yeah.
what I'll be doing tonight.
Soaked in bleach. It used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. Actually, we can just check real quick.
Did you listen to a lot of Nirvana?
Oh yeah.
So he talked about suicide a lot, right?
That's what his friends said that. They said he wasn't suicidal whatsoever.
That's what
in
I was
the
gonna
documentary.
Say, is he wasn't actually suicidal.
Maybe they took it off.
Well, if it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube though.
Kurt and Courtney.
Yeah, watch that one though. Soaked in bleach on YouTube. It's fucking crazy.
Now I want to check out that Kurt and Courtney. There we go.
Yeah, and they said all his friends like, his one best friend was like, Courtney Love was giving him his best friend heroin to basically lie to make stuff up that Kurt Cobain was suicidal and stuff because he was such a junkie at the time. But yeah.
Dave and Tate, what's up? Do you guys like art?
Yeah.
Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, Dave and Tate?
We did an art contest on our Instagram. Yeah, it's...
For the longest time, like earlier, like when I first started listening to Nirvana and like trying to figure out like what happened to Kurt Cobain, I did believe it was a conspiracy. But as life went on, and I realized how sad a person can be, like in my own experience, I was like, you know, with all the heroin he did, he probably might have just killed himself.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Then again, he's not a heartless dude to just like kill himself with a kid still on this earth.
That's what I you know, I for sure. But watching that documentary, I don't think there's any way. I think for sure she did it.
I hate to counter your point, but Chester Bennington had like 6 kids. You know?
Alright. True that. I didn't think about that.
And it's... Because, like, I imagine me and you have the same thought about that, too. Like, if you have a kid, it'd be a whole different story, but...
And Chester's on a whole nother level of, like, sweetheart type person. Like, he wouldn't have just... I mean, he did, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not funny. But, you know.
It's hard to go back and listen to his music now, because, like, even the old stuff, you're like, oh, this is fucking sad.
I never really liked Linkin Park all that much.
No.
Yeah, people, I don't know. I didn't like Chester for a while before his suicide because all the stuff he was saying, like, people were mad that he changed his... They kind of went more alternative and soft at the end there.
Yeah.
And, you know, more electronic. And people were mad. They're like, hey, we want your more, you know, sad heart stuff like the 90s. That's what we liked you. And he was like, well, if my fans don't like me, basically, fuck you guys. But basically is what he was saying stuff. So, obviously, he was going through a hard time, but...
Oh, Dave and Tate. So this is a green screen that we have, as you can see it wobbling.
I don't know if it will.
It is a picture of Liam Neeson, and who, you know, Qui-Gon Jinn are in the Taken movies. And if you go ahead and Google him right now, he's in a little bit of hot water, as you can, best way to say it. So who won the art contest? Oh, Crown Whites, you're here. Fun.
Yeah. I thought you were going to be on the podcast.
You never got in touch with us. Who won the contest? It was, you can go look it up on our Instagram. It's just Topshelfers Podcast. Actually, the person who came in, can't remember if it was second or third place, is here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to enter, but I'm not good at drawing, and I thought, like, that's what you guys wanted was, like, picture art.
Oh,
I wanted to write you guys, like a theme song almost,
that'd be
just
so
an acoustic punk kind of theme song.
I'd be down to
That'd
do.
be so fucking dope.
I'll
Yeah,
pitch.
if you guys are down, I'll try and work on
I'll
something.
Yeah.
if you want to write something for sure, we don't have to do a thing. Alec would have won if he would have actually drew something.
Okay. Let's stop right there. Has nothing to do with the fact that he didn't draw anything. The rules were very simple. The art contest ended at midnight. He didn't have the likes at midnight. He waited till the last minute to post a picture. I know you guys are all just friends with Alec, or Alec and himself. I mean, I'm not dumb.
Well, did Alec even have permission to use that guy's picture?
Who, Dan Sims?
Yeah, because I highly doubt
I don't know.
Dan would be happy about it.
I talked to Alec. He sent me pictures. He's not mad about it unless you're just trolling us even more. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about it all night because I don't really give a fuck. I mean, the money's already paid to the winner. Already passed it. It's like 8 days into the next month. But, so yeah, we were talking about Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, have you seen the Covered in Bleach documentary at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
Watched it a while ago.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Do you think that Kurt...
I definitely don't think he killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the evidence, like the fucking police photos and everything, like all go against everything I can fucking think of
Yeah.
Right.
for a fucking suicide. Yeah.
I'll PayPal you for the next one if I can. Yeah, I saw it.
I don't know what that means.
Fucking win.
For like the next competitions that you're talking about.
You win, man.
No, he's saying like, yeah, if you want to PayPal us for another competition, I'll pitch for another competition.
I think Courtney Love was involved into like a crackhead.
I can see her like tripping out on
Yeah, I
some
think
fucking
she-
crack or something, hiring some fucking dude, or just some dude was fucking like crazy about her.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can set that up, Crown White.
Yeah, if you want us to host another art contest, definitely.
Or any contest. I'd be down to pitch for a contest.
Yeah, I didn't do one this month because it's honestly just kind of, I don't know how to like. It was kind of annoying, especially near the end.
It's like a
So I didn't want to deal with it this month. So
Yeah,
Might
I
do-
fucking blame you.
might do a
Getting
new
mad
one.
and shit.
Might do a new one in March and change the rules up. So
yeah. We could do a different style competition. It doesn't have to be art. We could
No,
do
yeah,
fucking
there's
music.
tons of stuff. we
Yeah,
can
I guess
do.
that's still art, but like,
yeah. There's
you know.
tons of stuff we
yeah,
can do.
we'll do something.
No, I agree with you, Crown White. I think Courtney Love is a very vile person. She's gonna go the rest of her. She's gonna go the rest of her life without being in trouble for what she did.
Mm-hmm.
You're draining your funds for it. Is that it? No.
Yeah. It just we were doing it kind of like a promotion thing, you know. Get people active on our channel. People can share their art, see it, you know.
And what originally the art contest was just gonna be $50, for money that Forrest and I make by a job that we do, and we got. I guess I don't know if you want to call it a sponsor, but we had a friend of the stream actually give us another $50 to promote more people to come in. So,
Who's that?
I don't know if she wants her name said
Oh.
here. She's the girl who sends us the Sex Shop Chronicle stories.
Oh.
Yeah. But greetings from France. How's France?
How do I share your stream via Twitter? You could copy just the twitch.tv/Topshelfers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or tag us in it. You go at Topshelfers podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney Love is bad. So the next one, we're only on 19, so we got a lot of conspiracies tonight. This one says Hotel California was about devil worship.
I've heard this one.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it says the Eagles' chart-topping 77 single Hotel California has long been associated with Satanism in certain circles. The lyrics dotted with a vain attempt to kill a beast, specific reference to hell and the domination that guests may never leave. Probably got this rumor started. The gatefold image inside certainly didn't help, so I guess in the album cover it was like those little pamphlets that had a picture of the gate. Eagles members and a group of fans are seen standing in the courtyard of a Spanish-style inn. Above them, on a balcony, looms a mysterious figure who some theorize is Anton LaVey, founder of the Church of Satan. The photographers, according to one theory, were taken on the church grounds. Some of the elements of this theory even made their way into mainstream media sources, including the Milwaukee Sentinel. The shadowy figure was, in fact, a woman hired for the photo shoot, and they were definitely not at LaVey's church. The cover shot is from Beverly Hills Hotel, while the gatefold photo was taken at a then newly renovated inn called the Lidio on the corner of Yucca Street and Wilcox Avenue in Hollywood. The hotel was later turned into an apartment complex. So what did you hear about this?
That's all I heard. What you first said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Courtyard pictures.
never really looked into it because I was just like, Eagles.
Yeah, like the Eagles, come on.
Well, I didn't know that.
Why would the dude hate them?
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Oh, Siren? Did you
they're
know?
after
Yeah.
us.
That,
You know.
They heard.
I didn't know for a while because I don't know other languages well that colitas is weed or marijuana. That's like one of the lines, like the warm smell of colitas or whatever, rising through the air. So I didn't realize.
Fuck,
that.
they give you weed in fucking hell?
I guess.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Your poetry sucks. French poetry much better.
Poetry
American
is for
poetry.
gays and women. So
Poetry's not bad.
Yeah, I like poetry a lot.
Yeah.
You like rap music? You like poetry?
I like the way you assemble words.
I mean, American poetry is just different,
I
right?
like to just simple
Destroying.
things now.
You know, American poetry is just it's a whole different vibe.
unless you're
compared-
talking Shel Silverstein, baby,
that snake one's great.
right? Yeah.
To the neck.
Right?
So Crown White says Nirvana's album In Uterus, Kurt Cobain's symbolic a future to come to the cover, Baby, taken from Mother Last Minute. Germany, Kurt,
Kirk, yeah,
Kurt wasn't
white
super
supremacist, white supremacist.
but I'm fairly sure he was German blood, and we're very proud, even when we hide it. Babies killed in our society last minute, parental term, abortion, birth date.
Oh, what the fuck's going on in that?
I don't know what you were trying to say to us.
Yes,
Isn't Dave Grohl the fucking
he was the drummer.
baby? In
No, that was
Who
Kurt's
was
son. At
Oh.
least that's what I heard.
well, didn't Dave Grohl and wasn't he like linked somehow to fucking Nirvana?
Yeah, he was,
He was
the
a
drummer.
drummer.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
yeah, I have no
Dave
idea.
Grohl's famous because he was in Nirvana.
Yeah, and he talks so much shit too.
Yeah.
If he's talking in the interviews, he's like, he hates Nirvana. He's like, I was just a hired gun. So,
I think I've read some story that he was like the baby in that fucking album cover,
I have no idea.
something like
mixed-
that. But if he was in the fucking band, yeah, definitely not.
I have mixed feelings about Dave Grohl. I like some Foo Fighters music, as I think most people do. I get that he's very aggressive and talks a lot of shit, but I really dislike the hate for other genres of music.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I get it. He's definitely...
He
you
just
know.
hates electronic music.
Right, but it's different kind of music.
Well, that's what he's saying. He said they don't. He's like, it's not. He thinks that music is playing instruments. You know, he's like,
Right.
he's like a band. We want. He's like, we grew up. We had to play instruments. You know, we had to, create.
Sounds
and
like a
stuff.
person that's just upset about technology.
Well, he's saying it's too easy. He's like any kid can get a computer and make a song that.
But
day.
if it's fucking good, it's music.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like,
that's
on-
how,
on
I
the-
that's the way
understand
I
with him
see
too.
it,
I can
yeah.
make a song right now, and I know nothing about.
Okay,
music.
on the flip side of things, though, it's 100 times easier to learn the guitar than it ever has been
Yeah.
because of technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But like,
So,
he's just saying how easy it is, because literally I can make a song right now with knowing nothing about music. I don't know how to, read music, nothing, and I can make a
right,
song.
but there's levels to this shit, right?
Yeah, but he's just saying that's what all he's
Because
saying.
we can all pull up an app on our phone and create a beat. But it's not going to be a complex beat. It's not going to be a chart-topping beat. It's
I
not
mean,
gonna be
Unless you
anything
really
like
know how
that.
to fucking use
I
the
was gonna
shit.
say.
Like,
It could be like, have you heard Tyler talk about it and stuff?
Right, but I'm saying it's
yeah.
not going to happen for 90% of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's all he was saying. He said he thinks it's too easy that people that don't know how to write music or read music can make songs.
I think he's just being a cunt because he's mad that people
I-
listen to Foo Fighters
But
anymore.
he had to fucking
Well, I agree
work
with him.
so fucking hard, and then you give it 10 years, and everyone can fucking do similar things. Like,
Catch up with
I would,
times.
yeah, I would
Well,
kind
it-
of be upset about that too. But like at the same time, like it's fucking technology.
Yeah, I
Like,
kinda agree
most
with him,
shit's gonna
though.
get fucking thrown out the window
Like,
of things you actually need
I don't
to know.
think I agree with him at all because I think that
well, he's just saying they don't know. He thinks they should learn music.
I think he's uneducated in that answer because most people who are still popular and after they get into the game, yeah, Tyler made it off a shitty beat. They
Yeah.
got super famous.
And like he was just talking, yeah, like electronic people. He has a documentary about it, about people that know nothing about music, and then they consider themselves musicians for not knowing music. If you don't know
They're
music,
selling records and making music.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a musician.
I'm not a writer because I write my journal. That's all he's saying,
I don't know. I think he's
I'm
just
not an
sour.
author.
I think he's
That's
just
all
sour.
he's saying. I mean, he is sour for sure, but he's just saying that like people should. He wants people to learn music. He said they don't appreciate it enough. Yeah, that's all he was saying. He has a whole documentary. You can watch it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe that that's what he's saying. I
Yeah.
just disagree. I think he's just sour because people are making more money than him doing something that's easier.
No, I don't think he gives a shit about money. Oh, he does, obviously, but not like, yeah.
Well, if you worked your ass off to get like a certain amount of money,
And then
then
someone
some
can
guy
just
fucking in a fucking few days.
Yeah.
This will be on
Fucking
the
killer.
billboards.
Yeah.
Well, like let's talk
Like,
about.
I'd be a little upset about
Like
that, but
fucking
like,
Lil Pump.
No, let's not talk about it. Let's talk about that kid who makes those funny videos with his keyboard. What's his name?
That guy knows a lot about music, though.
Yeah, but to the naked eye,
Yeah.
and watching him do that, he just created a song
But yeah,
in 7 minutes.
To the naked eye,
To
but
the naked eye.
but he's very talented musically.
But
Dave Grohl would
see
recognize
him.
that though. That if you watch the documentary, he talks about it. He talks about the differences between.
So is he just hating on kids who are trying to get into EDM music?
Well, it wasn't really EDM. It came out in like 2009.
Because if you look at like most EDM music nowadays, the stuff that's popular,
yeah, it
that
was
shit's complex
it was
as fuck.
it was just like electronic music. He said it was. He showed. Yeah, I think he had some kid on there that just showed. He's like, all right, I'm gonna give you this. You've never touched music in your life, Make a song, and then he's like, see, this is. That's what basically, like you said, in the naked ears, like people think this is music. It's like he's like the timing's off. There's no fucking rhythm, all this stuff, and he's like, people buy this shit up.
I
can
it's for a
kinda-
reason though.
I could see the mentality though.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind of
understand.
like if I were to like compare it towards something, it'd be like, say you're working at this company, right? And there's this guy you work with who's worked 20 plus years, always works his ass off every day, but you come in and you got the easiest job and you're making just as much money as this dude. Not that it has anything to do with money, but the mentality of like, oh, so this dude just fucking walks in and he's doing the same exact fucking thing I am, and I'm not getting any more show for it, but neither is he, but we're still doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
I agree with both
I
sides.
get
Like
that.
he is salty for sure, but like
What's the word for that? Because I kind of disagree with you, Bert, because I hate, what is it called, where you've been somewhere 20 years and you're supposed to get seniority.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I disagree with seniority completely, especially in the workplace, because if I come in and there's a guy who's been there for 20 years, obviously I should show him respect because he's sticked with this company. But if I go in first month and I'm working 3 times harder than him, or even at the equal playground as him doing the same work, he should not have anything above me.
Yeah. Well, I like guys with seniority, so they could like teach me the ropes and everything. But I'm gonna fucking adapt the ropes, and I'm gonna go higher up than them way faster.
That's kind of what it sounds like to me with this too. Is obviously he's a musician. He probably studied music and
yeah, he's definitely
he knows
salty.
how to look at.
I'm just playing
sheets.
devil's advocate here.
Right? No, I know. I'm not arguing with you. I'm
Yeah.
arguing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think you should learn music. Music's fun to learn, but
Yeah.
if you're passionate about something, I think you should still be able to call yourself. I think what's his butt, Dead Mouse
5. Dead Mouse.
His music isn't extremely complex, but I would still consider him a musician.
Yeah, a lot of those dudes for sure, but
You
like,
know?
yeah, he thinks
Is it
music
the
is.
trap beats that he doesn't like. Is
He just doesn't understand computers. Like he's like, if you can.
so
you know-
Dave Grohl's your grandma.
Yes.
What is the internet?
Yeah, he's just
That's
like
just any older
he
person
just
getting
thinks
mad about
instrument.
technology.
He just
is
grew up
normal.
where instruments were music,
Right.
And obviously, like he was saying,
But you
like,
can get any fucking sound off like anything you want, really, on a laptop.
right. No, that's what. But yeah.
But if you're trying
it's
to make
easy.
money, like, are you gonna go fucking try to do all the super hard work? Are you gonna fucking take the fast track to fucking kill it?
School taught me a certain way. Wes taught me yesterday. I said we should stream snipe a guy, and he said that's cheating. That's the easy way.
But if you're in it just for the money, quick, easy, fucking make your money quick.
How much
Fucking
do you
do it.
understand about computers first? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, and it's one of those things too where like Taylor just picked up the guitar
Yeah.
and played a little bit, and I was like, oh, obviously he knows how to play, an actual instrument, and I can respect that more. Maybe it's the respect thing. I can respect Taylor knowing how to do that more
Yeah.
Yeah.
than people we know who can just make beats on the computer. I
Yeah.
respect it more, but I look at two as being musicians because they're
Yeah.
trying to create something. They may not be good at it, or they might not know the technicalities of it. And I'm for sure they haven't put in the same amount of work as Taylor has learned the guitar.
And it's a different like atmosphere
still-
too, because if Taylor picks
Alright,
up a
Alex.
guitar and actually plays a fucking song, and Forrest just clicks play, it's a whole different fucking
Right.
experience too.
Yeah.
What about engineer musicians that produce songs to pop artists? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm just trying to put it from fucking what Dave Grohl's saying. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah.
arguing with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying here.
No, engineer musicians are hard workers. These two guys don't even seem like friends. I fucking hate Forrest
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, you should see when we leave here. Like,
He's so rude to me.
Yeah.
He calls me fat and rubs my belly. It's really rude.
But yeah, I don't know. Like producer, I'm not saying that by any means. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Last night, Forrest looked at me and told me over Discord. He's like, "Did you know what? Miyagi sucks." And
Yeah,
I was
it's
like, "Oh,
that son of a bitch cat of yours, man.
he's not even cool."
He doesn't even fucking eat peanut butter off your balls or anything.
The way I see it is everyone's trying to make money, and if you gotta do it a certain way, you fucking do it that way, and you fucking make that money. Who gives
Yeah.
a fuck how you do it?
I respect
Just
the hustle.
fucking get that money.
I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
I do respect more people though who are passionate. Like we've talked about on here, like when it comes to like this is complete 360, but it's still passion. Like people who are religious, but they don't pick and choose. They're like full on, like 100%. I respect that more than people who are like half in.
Mm.
And same thing for music. I respect people, no matter what music it is, if they're fully in on it, why hate on them?
Mhm.
Even if it is something that I, might be seen lesser in the eyes of real musicians or whatever. I mean, you're a musician. You've played in a band that actually performed in audiences. Do you see, like, when you look at, like, EDM music, do you see it as, like, not music, or is it fake? Like, what's your opinion on it?
Well, I do know that, most DJs nowadays, they do have some sort of musical background or influence,
Mm-hmm.
and they definitely apply that to their music today, but they don't put nearly as much work in, for sure.
I definitely think the work level is the
Enter.
big thing.
Top hit! That's pretty much how it goes with, like, most of the DJs nowadays. I mean, I don't really listen to EDM or dubstep, whatever the
Right.
fuck.
Right.
It's not my thing.
You gotta be on ecstasy for that.
Yeah, I don't like ecstasy.
Then, like,
I can feel the beats going through.
then I
me.
can just sit here going, woo, light gloves.
Because that's something I can definitely agree with. And maybe that's what Dave Grohl's idea was, is like, the work is 100% different. You don't have to rehearse with your band to get that synergy. You can just make that synergy with your computer.
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing that I've heard bands talk about, is the hardest thing sometimes is just, we can all play, we all know how to play this instrument, but it's hard to, like, put it together.
Guitars? Taylor can play guitar. And I'm very conservative, and I don't know why sometimes you spell my name right and sometimes you don't. Seems like you're trying too hard to be a troll, but yeah, I love Trump. I think that God is the greatest. I wear the CTR ring here. Jesus. Ban
Jackie
marijuana.
Kid is religious.
Yeah.
I-
This is a
100%.
Christian stream here.
100% just drinking this beer. Praise Jesus!
This is a Christian stream, Crown Light.
Paco, you're very right. You're very right, and it's... I mean, you got to look at it, like, when you get to a level where there's millions of dollars involved, it's going to be the best... Sometimes it's the best to take ghost producers or ghost writers, because you're trying to make money for a company. You have contracts that you have to make. I mean, that's like Ed Sheeran used to be... I don't necessarily know if they consider it a ghost writer when you write songs for people who are open about it.
Mm.
But he was basically a ghost writer for, big musicians, and then he made it on his
Wow.
own. I think...
It just says chocolate or vanilla cupcakes.
Oh, fuck. Who...
Is this a trick question?
No, this is like a decision question that I have to make.
I think you just send back both question mark.
I prefer vanilla myself.
I do as well.
Me too.
Okay. I also like vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla with a, like, chocolate frosting?
Sometimes chocolate
Yeah.
just really
Yeah.
gets me going
Yeah.
wrong way.
He's been asking me questions like that, like,
Who?
Charles for the...
Oh,
Charles.
David Tate,
Hayden.
to answer, you say Wes is a dictator on this show. I agree. He just comes in spewing Mother Russia talk, and he's like, Kim Jong-un's my favorite.
he does no wrong.
Yeah, I didn't think throwing a party would have, like, so many decisions to make. I was like, hey, should we put the black lights in or not? I'm like,
I gotta pee.
Damn,
either,
so
either or.
if there's
or, like,
black lights on, I have to worry about if there's jizz on my pants or not.
You just walk in. Oh, well, let's see it.
well, on that one I said, your call. And then there was like, hey, was the furniture set up all right? Or, like, should we set it up differently? And I was like, furniture was fine.
You should just tell him I need you to
you can do it the same way you did last time. Like,
tell
that's
him
cool.
like you need to set it up because we're coming in with high kicks.
All right. Well, I told him like it created a lot of room and stuff. So shit.
I try not to be a dictator, but I do try and like keep the pace going sometimes on the podcast, just so there's not
We're not
lulls.
sitting talking about the same thing for 30 minutes.
Well, that and that we're not sitting in like, people aren't interested in what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Because I kind of get that a lot when I'm doing some of the topics that I've been doing lately. Is it's just I'm interested in it, but then I start realizing like
Yeah.
people start leaving the stream. Forrest looks like he's bored as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I did a Greek mythology one because I really want to study Greek mythology, and then I started reading it and I looked up and we had like 2 viewers from like 14. I was like, no one wants to hear this.
I like hearing that kind of stuff too.
DJ Khaled is a musician his own way.
You ever see that video of him getting booed off
Who's
stage?
DJ Khaled?
Khaled?
Is that like is he from like Egypt? DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
I don't remember where
Is
the
it
video
Egyptian
came
fella?
from, but like they were like, "Oh yeah, he came," and everything, and then like he came on stage, and everyone was telling him to get the fuck off the stage, and he was real mad about it.
The thing that I love the most is he used to be, his old name was like Arab Attack or something like that. And then after 9/11, he changed his name.
Good call.
'Cause he's like, oh, that's probably not going to fly anymore.
Yeah.
When I think of like Cal, like Khao, I think of like a guy with like one of those like curved swords, you know?
Cal Drogo?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's a fucking Cal.
Yeah, the label record, yeah.
Do you know Genghis Khan has like... So like in certain parts of... I can't remember the stretch of Europe, but his DNA is in 25% of the population.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you know what's weird? Yes,
That's fucking dope.
it's
That
in
guy
Europe.
fucked a lot.
It's higher than that now.
Is it?
I think it might be France.
So his
I don't know if
bloodlines are
he-
strong.
I don't know if he...
Well,
if he
he-
got fucked a lot. He
he-
may have did a lot of fucking.
yeah,
okay.
it wasn't.
He did a lot of fucking, and his bloodline is so strong that like it may have been 25, but now it's 35.
It's growing.
Because he's like those other guys. They're also doing a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
He's from-
A lot of fucking... You're right.
The rapist bloodline.
Do you think it's one of those things where they're like,
Oh,
he shows up and he's all like, I'm gonna need you to move
I spoke
while
Genghis.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
genital.
Genghis?
How many people have genital herpes?
Genghis.
It's K.
It's K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then H.
Like that. Kingus.
Something like that.
Sure.
Big Genghis.
That's what I thought. I was pretty sure that's what it was too.
There's definitely a K at the end of the.
It's Khan. Khan is KH.
I
like-
thought it was K something.
Yeah, for Genghis Khan. Like
16 million descendants
Yeah, but-
living today.
that. 1 in 200 men.
That is fucking
And
crazy.
they
That is
killed.
it. 16 million
Well,
fucking.
they killed he killed so many people that the carbon footprint from his time period is way less because he wiped out like a third of the planet.
Yeah.
It's probably not that, but he wiped out so many people that when they like look at they can see how much carbon in the
Yeah.
rocks and shit. It's like significantly lower because he wiped out so many people.
They say
True hero.
Cause, God, right? There's people who've gone on his path and done like archaeological digs and stuff. They say like they find so much stuff and 90% of it is just remains of people he killed. I was like, oh, wonderful.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see.
Do you see that thing? You know how like.
Oh,
people
they
do, like,
only
their
tested sons because that's one that carries the Y chromosome.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they tested was son, and 1 in 200 of them had his.
That's so crazy.
Let's see.
Do you see? I just forgot.
I was trying to see. It was Europe.
Lost my train of thought.
Something
That's
That
alright.
happens.
It happens to me constantly. Ask Wes.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. The DNA sampler things. Have you guys ever done it?
23andMe. Wes did it.
Yeah, the FBI is using some of their things to fucking track down like huge
Good thing
like,
Wes is in a
serial
criminal.
killers and like other things like that.
Shit.
So the FBI is like teaming up with like 23andMe to find like
We all know it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Not really. They want to really.
Wes
use
is
my-
was
Damn.
had some cool stuff though.
Yeah, it was.
you guys should see my genealogy.
You and your
Why?
wife share what?
I was 99% European.
That's what I said.
So much
No.
for the.
Do you want this last one?
No,
You sure?
I haven't even drank any of this one.
Oh,
I
I'll
had
drink
2
it.
sips and then I forgot I brought coffee and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this coffee needs to go in my system. So let's see. I'm just going to read some of these titles of these conspiracies, and if you guys want to hear them, I'll go through them.
I'm gonna take.
Hopefully
a wild
not.
guess.
She's dumb as fuck, Crown White.
You're gonna what?
She's
gonna
the
take
dumbest person ever. She thought the three parts of the government was president. What was it? President, Congress, and Senate. She thought that was the three parts of the government.
The judicial,
The judicial,
legislation.
executive, and legislative. What a dumb bitch. She's the Trump of the Democrats. She's so dumb. Like, look at her
Like,
speeches.
how could you not know that?
And then they're like, she's like, let's put healthcare. How are we gonna pay for that? She's like, I don't know. We'll just pay for it. Bitch, you dumb. People love her for some reason. She was a fucking bartender from the Bronx or something. So everyone's like, oh, fucking vote for this bitch. She's so dumb.
Tell me what you really think.
She's our
She's
last.
fucking dumb.
She's our last hope for. She's literally the Donald. She's as dumb as Trump. Look at her
Hopefully they,
speeches.
Whoa.
Like, hopefully they put her up for, like, the
Donald Trump
elections,
knows
though.
more than anyone.
Because, like, that would just be a fucking blowout.
I'm not saying she's a bad guy. I'm saying she's not smart.
Yeah. And to consider her as president is fucking retarded.
Oh, Fumbleina.
Ghosts.
Spooky. Now, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna take a wild guess or prediction that Paul McCartney's on there.
Okay.
Maybe in the top 5.
Yeah.
Let's see. So 18 is
For what?
Michael Hutchinson died of erotic
find out.
asphyxiation.
Wait, does it say Force Curtis?
No.
Because that's how I'm going out.
You want to know how we could all become famous?
Yeah.
Do that all on Twitch.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
If we all do it together, we die. We all die like that. Our names
Or
carry on forever.
who's the guy that died because he was, like, choking himself while jerking off on the back of that door?
That guy?
That was Kill Bill.
No.
The guy that played Bill in Kill Bill died from jerking off in a Japanese. I think
You're
it was,
talking about the famous dude.
Yeah.
yeah, it was Kill Bill. The guy played.
Not Kill Bill. Fucking Genie from Aladdin. He died
Oh,
of erotic
yeah.
asphyxiation.
No, that was Kill Bill. It was for sure.
I know, but he also died.
Not
because
from
of
erotic.
it. That's what they say.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We should probably, like, do that
I need to
all
see
on,
facts.
on
No, let's
On
stop
Twitch?
talking about doing that on Twitch.
Why?
Because we can't talk about killing ourselves on Twitch.
No, we're not. We're just talking about
No,
getting off.
but
What's his name again?
I don't remember. I can't ever think
Robin
of his
Williams.
name. Yeah. Because they say it was a belt and that he was most likely doing it because he was
This is news to me.
beating his
I'm
meat.
so curious.
Can we talk about doing it, but for getting a way out?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, it says that. Let's see. Yeah, this is news to me. I never heard of that.
Because I think it was a
I
belt.
think it worked out the same way, too.
Yeah.
All I saw was I don't want to talk in details about it, but let's see. So yeah, he was clothed though, wasn't he?
He was what?
Clothed?
I don't know.
You get butt naked for that?
To jerk off, you need at least your pants down.
You don't keep your t-shirt on?
You can keep your t-shirt on. That.
What if you did it through the belt? What if you did it through the zipper?
Yeah. Just down to the knee?
Let's see. People that died from autoerotic. We're just gonna look it up real quick, so I get off topic, guys.
Oh, no, this is on topic.
Exercise, but
ASPHY.
Equals.
wait, what?
ASPHYXIATION. It's one of the dumbest words I've ever seen.
Asphyxiation. Okay. Famous people died from autoerotic asphyxiation. Bill, there he is.
Yep.
David Carradine, the guy that played Bill in Kill Bill. Some little fella named Albert.
Hey, Michael Hutchinson. He's the one on the list.
Oh shit.
Yep.
That's it.
Huh, I don't know. I think it was a belt around his neck that I heard.
Hey, it says
And that's
Seymour.
usually typical.
You
of,
think you would put
next
Robin
page.
Williams up there?
Wait, look
He's
at
way
the-
more famous than these
Look
two.
at the... No.
Seymour on him.
Oh. Damn.
I don't know. Robin Williams. Let's see. Admit you'd fuck her and possibly vote for her? I'd fuck her if I'll vote for her if she fucks me. How about that one?
She got my vote.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Yeah, she gives me Pound Town, I'll vote for her. That's the easiest way to get my vote. Yeah, for sure. I admit it. 100%.
Yeah, just so I could say I did.
I mean, yeah, fuck her. Not even to say I did. I'd keep it to myself. Give her my vote.
Yeah, you keep something to yourself. That's funny.
So let's see here. Debbie Harry was abducted by a serial killer.
Who that?
I don't know who that is.
Blondie.
Oh, the chick from Blonde? The singer?
Guess, yeah. The Dead paid for a final show Rainbow.
I don't even know what that means. Those are just words to me.
Kiss Blood ended up in Sports Illustrated.
These are some wild ones.
Super Tramp predicted 9/11. If you want me to read any of these, I will. I don't know.
I don't know what
I
any
don't
of these
know who
are.
Super
Once I
Tramp
hear
is.
like something good, I'll fucking.
Mama Cash choked on a sandwich.
I hope so. Hilarious.
Stevie Wonder isn't blind.
No, that's the Devil's Lettuce.
Whoa.
White.
All right, let's read that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a far fetch.
Yeah.
This isn't my
That's
opinion,
why. That's why I
guys.
just wanted to hear it.
This is just the internet. So it says the idea that Stevie Wonder can actually see that he only been pretending to be blind as a public stunt was nothing more than a fringe sentiment before 2010. That's when Wonder, on stage for a Paul McCartney performance at the White House East Room, nonchalantly caught a mic stand that the former Beatle knocked over. Wonder was reportedly blinded as a child when he spent an extended period in an over-oxygenated incubator after being born 6 months early. For some, the mic stand only confirmed that the oft-told origin story was a ruse. After all, Wonder is a regular at basketball games and has even expressed an interest in photography and buying airplane. It seems that just an example of his offbeat sense of humor, Wonder has even had some fun with all of the conjecture about his sight. In 2017, he said he intended to tell all, this year I will reveal the truth, which turned out to be Stevie Wonder is actually blind. So, I don't know what this mic stand catch thing is. And I mean, is that really...
Like, I would like to see the video
is
to
there a
really.
video of it?
You want to try and pull it up?
I want to see a video of him in a basketball game is what I want to see. He's like, woo! Just a dunk.
He just
Right.
cheers whenever the rest of the crowd cheers. Like,
Because
yeah!
like this video
Go
would really
team!
help me. This video would help me decide on this.
The mic stand one, you said?
Yeah.
Because if it just like happens
Should I
to
pull it
fucking
on the
like
green
catch,
screen?
Yeah, might as well pull it up on the green screen. So everyone can see what we're watching. No more handsome Liam.
Handsome racist Liam Neeson, whatever.
Oh, shit.
Huh.
Damn, what? Is he fucking Daredevil?
Yeah.
How did he know
hold
that
up.
fell?
I mean, I get if you lose one sense, you know, your other senses become stronger, but like
He
that,
caught it with his
yeah,
left
yeah.
hand, though.
But watch, it looks like he's almost just having his hand out and it lands in it.
can I
No,
ask
he
one
looked
question though?
at it.
Why is Jerry Seinfeld there?
There's
What?
tons of
He's
famous
singing
people
with
there.
Paul McCartney? No, he looked down at
He waited for that shit. He waited for that shit to fall
Yeah.
into
That was
his
habit.
hand.
That was like instinct.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
How have I never seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Oh,
I was like-
there's fucking.
I was 99% sure I was gonna just be like,
Denzel
yeah, there's no way
Washington
about that.
standing next to
But
him.
that's
that
why I
Michael
wanted
Jackson
to
in
see
the
that
background?
fucking video.
Holy shit!
Oh, nope, that's just a white guy with long hair.
I like how Denzel's just chilling,
Yeah.
clapping.
Like he
I don't know,
totally,
man, that's
he
weird.
stuck his hand out and waited for that shit to fall. I know why this is a conspiracy now.
That one's weird.
That's
for sure.
fucking crazy.
That is weird.
Whoa!
Yeah. Jesus.
What up, Game Over? How you doing?
What's up, Game Over?
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that.
It's weird. How's everything going?
We
Good?
can commentate stuff crown right. We don't have to have again copyright.
Yeah, plus the audio wasn't going through.
Yeah,
so-
and we didn't play audio, so we're doing great though. Thanks for stopping by, Game Over.
Yeah. How's your stream been going? This next one is Jimi Hendrix was murdered.
Haven't heard this one.
Yeah.
So, Jimi Hendrix's 1970 death was mysterious from the beginning. An ambulance crew found his body in a motel room of a woman's he'd just met, with the door wide open. An autopsy, however, was far more straightforward. The coroner suggested, but did not confirm, Hendrix's cause of death as I don't know what that is. Barbiturate induced inhalation of vomit.
So he choked on his own vomit.
Yeah, he was 27. Fast forward a few decades, and a former roadie put forward a conspiracy theory dream scenario. James Tappy Wright said former manager Michael Jeffrey admitted to killing Hendrix by purposefully giving him pills and wine. I had to do it, White said Jeffrey told him in a 2009 book. Jimmy was worth much more to me dead than alive. Fearing that Hendrix was about to drop him, Wright had taken out a life insurance policy on the guitarist, according to Wright. Meanwhile, a counter theory, of course, blamed his murder not on Jeffrey, but on the mafia. So, his manager, whatever, who owned the rights to him, took out a
Knew
life
that
insurance.
he was going to lose all of his fucking profits, so
He was
did
going to
that.
get dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't put it past people.
I don't know why the mafia would be a conspiracy,
I
though.
don't
Like,
either.
unless it was, like, infringing on some of their profit. Like, who gives
Who
a fuck?
knows?
But, like, what did the mafia really have to do?
This one says Klaatu were really the Beatles. Klaatu, Klaatu.
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Phil Collins let a man drown. That's not a fucking.
Yeah, there's a fucking song about it.
Hey, like, maybe.
Have you ever heard "In the Air Tonight"?
Right?
Okay.
Okay, well, there's number 8. Courtney Love was involved with Kurt Cobain's death.
Yeah, I think she fucking did it.
We'll wait for him to get back before we go on. Let a man drown. No shit.
Too.
Can I have some music, Chandler?
No.
May I?
Yes.
May I also have some after him?
Yeah.
Do you want some of this?
I'm okay. That should be fun for like 10 minutes figuring out details.
Like Elvis is not dead, he just went home. You know, I kind of wonder sometimes, like, I think a lot of these people probably are dead, but...
There's probably like a few that fake their death just because they're fucking done it.
Well, think like, who's the...
They better be paying their taxes, man.
Lil Uzi Vert, he just called it quits.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably due to how that
Like, they just
lifestyle
don't want
is.
to fucking have anything to do with it.
I fucking... me and Forrest have talked about this a lot, so I don't want to beat a dead horse, but... I saw a post today, because Post Malone lives here in Utah. We're out of Utah. And he's like... His house is 20 minutes from us. He bought a house in Cottonwood, I guess.
No, that's up.
I thought it was in
Morgan.
Park City.
He bought a new one. in
Oh, he did?
Cottonwood.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good call.
News to
Colin
me.
Heights is the
It's
shit.
ginormous. The only reason why I know this,
This is news to me, so this is
is because of this post. And it's like, these people were talking like, love Post Malone so much, I can't wait to run into him and get a picture and like talk to him. And like people were like posting like, oh yeah, he just bought this new house. And they had like pictures of his house
Yeah.
from like Google Maps. And it drives me nuts because like,
These are fucking humans. They want to be
They
left the
forget
fuck
that.
alone. Yeah.
yeah.
They're
If
so
he-
fucking into them and everything that, like, these are fucking people. They have their own fucking shit going on.
I told Forrest if we saw him, if he was like at a bar, it's a social thing.
Yeah.
Probably go talk to him. If he's out at fucking dinner or just running errands,
Yeah, anyone.
It'd be so annoying.
If
to
you
have
go
people
harass
running
someone,
into
well,
you.
so they're all cool about it, you know. But like
Yeah.
they know what. Like if you're Jerry Seinfeld talking about
Yeah.
it, he's like this. He's like I don't think he's like I hate when people get mad. He's like
Yeah.
you know what you're into, but like if a dude's like out with his family trying to have dinner or something, you're like interrupting him, or like Kanye's song, people harassing him at church, and
yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
yeah,
So
post he's just a person. He's just
Yeah.
fucking. Don't go to his fucking house. Any celebrity.
yeah,
not just
don't
post-
go to his house. That is weird.
People
Do you want people randomly showing up to your house?
kind of. Is Forrest here? We want pictures with him. Like, hello. Come on.
But I think that's what happened to that Lil Uzi Vert dude. I don't really listen to his music, but I think he bailed because he fucking couldn't take it anymore.
If the guy isn't at some sort of photo op or concert, leave him alone. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
How you doing, Iron Chef, though?
Yeah, what's up, man? And a lot of people do that too. Like, they'll do like hours of shit after the show, taking photos and
Yeah.
backstage VIP. Like, if you are so dead set on meeting a celebrity, pay the money to go do a backstage VIP.
Yeah, or go somewhere and fucking...
Go to a signing. Or,
Yeah.
Like, they do shit all the time. Most people, like,
Hey, when people come up to me when I'm out with my family,
are you famous, Iron Chef?
I would,
I hate it too, even if it's just like, you know, old rep friends or something.
Yeah, exactly, you know? It definitely seems very rude, and I wouldn't. Like, if I was out with my family and people are constantly coming up to me, asking me for, like, autographs and stuff, yeah, I completely understand. It'd be very annoying.
Oh, you're an athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that's... I know in some areas, athletes are fucking looked at as gods, It's...
I wouldn't want it either.
Have you-
I joke, like, I obviously wouldn't
Yeah.
want people coming to my house, but, like, it'd be so annoying. Like, you're just trying to...
that'd be so rude. I'd have the worst.
Have you
Like
seen
PR.
the people when Ronaldo's out in his where he plays?
Yeah.
It is like literally
Tries to go to a mall and like there's like
like a
55
parade
people,
of
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I saw one where he was walking down the street. They said there was like 4,000 people following him,
Jesus.
and he was just walking.
Yeah.
And
I
then
saw
he-
one where he was just like trying to eat dinner and like people came up and like, hey, can I get a picture? He's like, I'm trying to eat right now, but like give me 5 minutes and I
Yeah.
will come get a picture.
Your old
And stuff,
Iron
but he
Chef?
looked super fucking annoyed.
What sports did you play? Sport. Or
Yeah, you don't have
sports?
to tell us who you are.
Yeah, no. you
Worst
don't
case
have
about what you played.
We're all just gonna assume that you're Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Hopefully. That'd be so fucking crazy.
to- Oh, you play baseball.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Oh, Nolan Ryan. That's
No one.
Just kidding, man.
Baseball was my sport. I played baseball for 15 years.
I was like,
That's 20 is way too much. The number kind of ranges. I don't know exactly.
Wesley's just 3 years old out there fucking hitting homers.
But I was no pro. I didn't make it that far.
Yeah. What's Sherm, though? I don't know, dude, what Sherm is. Is it like,
Who here smokes sherm?
like...
Is that another term for weed? I've never heard of it.
Neither have I.
Sherm?
Kind of like lamb's bread.
Maybe it's just
Remember lamb's bread?
Yeah. That's Bob Marley's favorite weed, was lamb's bread.
Oh. I was going to say it's probably just a strain, right?
Yeah.
So, number 8 on this list was Courtney Love is involved with Kurt Cobain's death.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
We saw that documentary. We talked about it.
Yeah. 7 is Bob Dylan stole a signature song from a student.
His son also died in a very tragic way.
Yeah, he's a little clumsy fella. I had to restrain Dwight Gooden in Hooters when he played for the Yankees.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, damn, dude.
Well, that's cool.
Thanks for watching our stream, too.
Yeah, welcome, man.
Yeah, I would be annoyed, though.
That's how old I am. I'm sure you got some wild stories of
Oh, I fucking bet.
just being an
yeah.
athlete and traveling, because you read stuff online, and I mean,
Can you imagine if all of us became famous? Like,
we were getting heckled something fierce.
Damn.
Can't have that.
yeah.
Ain't no heckling.
Yeah, we don't put up with some shit.
Yeah.
Like, we probably have to have some, like, PR agents with us at all times.
You gotta
Plus
have your-
security.
You gotta have your manager with you, like, hey,
Like,
don't go do that.
I'm finna hit someone.
Let's see. 6, Jim Morrison didn't die in the bathtub.
Who?
Where'd he die?
Jim Morrison.
Oh, fuck.
This is the conspiracy. I can read it.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
Let's see. We were getting. Oh, not when we were out at dinner. Oh,
Get drinks or what?
damn.
That sucks, though,
They're
man.
just driving by on stream shit. Like,
No.
fuck, stop the car.
So it says, count Jim Morrison among the countless dead celebrities who many think never died at all. See Elvis Presley later on our list. Funny, okay. One of the principal points of conjecture, beyond claims that he's been seen everywhere, from Paris to San Francisco, deals with the location of the Doors singer's supposed death. Rather than overdosing in a tub at the apartment of his girlfriend Pamela Corson, Morrison was said to have actually died in the bathtub of a nightclub he frequently called the Rock and Roll Circus. Friends and perhaps even the owner were terrified they'd be arrested, so they supposedly carried the body back to Corson's home, according to the End Jim Morrison movie, which was published in 2007. Meanwhile, Marana Faithfull has said the late Jean de Baritrol, a heroin dealer she was dating at the time, gave Morrison the lethal dose. Fans have also noted that Morrison deeply admired poet Arthur Rimbaud, who faked his death and disappeared into Africa. Solid details surrounding Morrison's death will remain a mystery, however, since no autopsy was ever performed. So,
That is a wild.
I mean,
It's weird they wouldn't do an autopsy.
right? That it
On
sucks too
something like
because
that.
Yeah.
he died at what 23 3 or 4,
Yeah.
something like that.
Mm.
He was super young.
Yeah, he was. Oh, wait, Jim Morrison. Was he part of the 27 Club?
No, I don't think
Sure.
so.
Oh.
I like that. You boys get famous, but you died. Like
I agree.
3 years max.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like we'd go way too fucking hard.
Will you scroll up a little bit?
Oh, he is the 27 Club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Too far.
Just a little bit more down.
I'm trying.
Oh, the young guys today got babysat.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely
Because they realize all that shit that would
being
happen and
athletes.
everything.
Yeah, back in the day, seemed like it was.
Have you heard about Jim Morrison's father? He was high-level military, I think. No, I have not.
So if his
Oh.
dad was high level military, and there's a conspiracy around his death, maybe his dad got him out and just he's in some island. I mean, the Doors were pretty
Uh-huh.
heavily famous and have just gotten more famous over the years. So I'm sure
It where
money
the
would never be
military
an
would
issue.
take like an.
He did love fucking
Oh, at
drinking.
least high level, I could see the military like maybe doing something for him, but like,
Well, I mean, I'm not saying like the military itself, but his dad could just be like, "Hey, we're moving to Africa, and we don't ever want to be seen again."
yeah,
You know.
Sorry about
Right
our frames,
connection,
guys.
man.
It'll come back. That's crazy. I didn't know that, Iron Chef.
I like Crown said, "You boys get famous, I bet you die."
Yeah.
I mean,
We for sure.
you might not be wrong.
3 years,
Oh, here's one that I've never heard.
We're
This-
joining the 27 Club.
2 years.
2 years. Can I post a link?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, post it. Yeah, for sure. This one I've never heard. Stephen King killed John Lennon.
Whoa, what the
What
fuck?
That is the craziest. We got to hear this
So-
one.
Yeah.
If you were certain, really certain, that a famous horror writer, rather than convicted Mark David Chapman, had actually murdered John Lennon, you'd want to shout it from the rooftops. Or in this case of Steve Lightfoot during a 2009 town council meeting in Saratoga, Florida. Lightfoot's theory appears to have developed around a photo of Lennon taken on the day of his murder, in which the one-time Beatle signs an autograph for Chapman, who is Stephen King. Lightfoot thinks the guy in the photograph more closely resembles Stephen King. He claims Lennon's murder was cleared by political figures like Ronald Reagan and Richard Nixon, who long been angered by the outspoken artist's anti-war stance. Going back to someone else who has, talked against anti-war. The dovetails with a long-standing theory that the government killed Lennon. The FBI did, in fact, have a huge file on Lennon. But what's Sarasota got to do with it?
That's why I said Sarasota, not Saratoga.
Oh, Sarasota. Yeah, sorry. King has a home in Casey Key, which is Sarasota Country, or Sarasota County. Excuse me. Stephen King is the worst criminal the state of Florida has ever harbored, Lightfoot exclaimed before Police Chief Peter Abbott escorted him out of the meeting. Lightfoot outfitted a van with a message about King. It's true or he'd sue. Weird.
You really think he would have to fucking kill someone though?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be weird that like he would be the one that you're like, hey, go fucking kill this
That
dude.
is the wildest conspiracy
Like,
I've
yeah.
ever heard.
And this is just from some
Because
dude,
like, why would they have him do it instead of just some fucking nobody?
Steve Lightfoot? I mean, who the fuck is that guy?
It's quick though, I bet.
Yeah, he's definitely fast.
Alright, Iron Chef says this. This is just his dad, George Morrison. So was the United States Navy Rear Admiral, upper half, and naval aviator. Jesus, Morrison was commander of the U.S. naval forces in the Gulf and Tonkin during Gulf and Tonkin incident, 1964, which sparked an escalation of American involvement in the Vietnam War. He was the father of Jim Morrison, the lead singer of The Doors, who died in July 1971.
No wonder he was so fucking against it.
That's crazy though.
Probably had definitely daddy issues.
He's a writer. They are crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that he's fucking crazy. I just don't know why. Like, he'd be the one that fucking did it. Because, like, even him, like, you
Yeah.
can fucking hire someone to go do that shit.
And he's a very weird guy, but
Yeah.
why would... I mean, maybe
I don't know,
he-
maybe, like,
he
he
was-
wanted that fucking experience for his writing and stuff, like,
I guess.
firsthand.
That'd be that's
That's the only thing I can think of is he wanted that fucking firsthand experience.
So
Or
I'm
else I would imagine he would fucking hire someone.
Right. Or why would he even want to kill him in the first place?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce this word, so it says Bon Scott Posthumously.
Can I see that name?
Yeah, can I see?
The P?
Which number? Oh.
Posthumously.
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 The third
Posthumously.
word on number 4?
Yeah, it's like posthumously.
I don't know what that means. Or if that's the name. It says wrote AC/DC's next album.
Let's look it up.
The Rolling Stones' Brian Jones was murdered. 2, Paul McCartney has been dead for years.
After death.
After
That's the one
death.
I've been
Yeah,
talking
the
about. I knew it would be in the top
originator.
five.
Oh, so it's after the death of the originator.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, dude.
Oh, dang, you're fast on it.
We dumb.
I don't even
Dude.
Can you go back and click on how to pronounce that shit? Because I've never even heard that word.
Neither have I.
Oh, it's not a post. Okay.
Oh, that makes
unit.
way more sense.
I was trying to. See, I fucked you guys up on accident trying to combine.
Posthumously.
Yeah,
Posthumously.
much better.
Posthumously.
Christ.
God
Some
damn it.
fun.
Posthumously.
That makes way better. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
God damn.
Wes put the G
I
and H
don't-
together and I was done.
Yeah, definitely put those together. Oh shit! So yeah, Paul McCartney has been dead for years. Paul McCartney has spent the third act of his career crisscrossing the globe on a seemingly never-ending tour. On Paul McCartney's body double has, or Paul McCartney's body double has. Anyway, a very popular theory dating back to '69 suggests that the former Beatles star actually died in the mid-'60s, and they covered it up by hiring a lookalike. Then, for reasons that aren't completely understood, the Beatles begin leaving clues for fans to figure out the whole scam. And I've heard about that through their music, that they
Yeah.
said shit that, like, kind of hints at this. Some fans think they hear John Lennon saying, "I buried Paul at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever," that the car accident that took his life is specifically referenced in A Day in the Life, and that the procession on the cover of '69's Abbey Road is actually to McCarthy's funeral. Lennon in a white-clad clergyman, Ringo Starr is a mourner in all black, McCartney is dead since he's wearing no shoes, and George Harrison is the denim-wearing gravedigger.
Jesus.
Sleuths took to rewinding songs, and they were found other messages. A portion of Revolution Number 9 supposedly reveals the phrase "Churn me on, dead man," when played backwards.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Initially, McCartney swiped a line from Mark Twain, issuing a statement that said, "Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated," later in a BBC interview. McCartney pushed back harder, though apparently to no avail. "If the conclusion you reach is that I'm dead, then you're wrong," he said, "because I'm alive and living in Scotland."
That's crazy.
That one
What's up,
part where
Gaster?
you were saying where you said I buried McCarthy. Whatever in those
Yeah.
song lyrics.
Yeah.
I can see that just be like my old self. Like I fucking
Yeah, that could-
I buried
definitely.
him.
Yeah,
When
we
they were-
Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say they were definitely doing lots of acid and other
Yeah. Psychedelics.
psychedelics. So
A lot of psychos at the time. You know, those fans,
fucking
man.
stabbing
They were doing
I
it.
can see them just like saying that they fucking killed them all.
especially with
selves and stuff.
psychedelics
Yeah.
involved, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we definitely want to read a fucked up story, Iron Chef.
Archie
Yeah.
Bell.
We're gonna read. No, thanks to the host, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'm
Oh, is
gonna,
it-
Oh, that's satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
8-bit
Liam
man.
said some things he shouldn't have said. So it's edgy, so we put it there. But have you seen the Across the Universe? That's what I was gonna look up. I like that one. It's trippy, but it's good.
Will you go back really quick? I just want to send what he said to look up.
Oh yeah.
Archie Bell and the Drills.
Archie Bell and the
Drills.
Drill. And it says called the Lighten Up. Okay.
The Tighten Up.
Just Google Liam Neeson's name and it'll tell you. I don't want to say on
Can't
stream
say.
just to, you know.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't say it either.
I'm surprised you fucking said it, dude. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
Iron Chef. I'll have that. I'll read that story and we'll talk about it on Monday.
Yeah, if
on
you're
the
back Monday,
podcast.
we'll do that one.
So I'm always looking for new stuff. What were you gonna look up? Sorry, didn't mean to.
Nothing. I told him to look up what Liam Neeson said because I don't want to say it on stream.
Oh, I thought you were gonna look something up.
Oh, I did.
Oh, gotcha.
I was just asking if you'd seen Across the Universe. I didn't know the name.
What's Across the Universe?
Oh no, you're good. We appreciate the host. I just hope it wasn't too loud for you. I'll turn it. No, it should not to be too loud. But yeah,
Did you say what is?
thank you.
Across
We
the
appreciate the
Universe?
Iron
Yeah.
Chef.
It's
Do you-
it's like a Beatles tribute movie, and it's got like a bunch of their songs. It's almost like a musical.
It's
if you
yeah,
will.
Okay.
it's
but
yeah.
it's got a story to it
Yeah.
as well. And
It's like they made a movie out of Beatles songs.
Oh, cool.
It's super fucking good.
He fucked up. Yeah, he did, master. What's the movie that's
It's fucking 2019. You can't say shit like that anymore.
that Pink Floyd did? That's like supposed to be really fucked up.
The Wall,
Is it just
Yeah.
called The Wall?
or
I want to watch that movie.
shit, no,
Pretty sure
maybe-
that's what it's called.
That's just the album, I think. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's what the movie's
Thank
called, dude. Hey, Iron Chef, do you
Want
stream?
one of these?
What you got?
It's like a Miller and.
Those aren't bad. We never heard of them before.
You want?
Oh, yeah. Either one, don't matter.
Dealer's choice.
But yeah, if you stream, what do you stream? We'll stick you on our host list too, Iron
Yeah,
Chef.
Highlight.
definitely.
Yeah, the bigger one.
Oh yeah, Yellow Submarine. That was a fucking crazy movie, especially watching it when I was like 7, 8 years old.
Drop a half hit of acid before you watch that movie. That's what I've heard. Everyone says make sure you do acid before you watch the Pink Floyd one.
Sorry, y'all.
I don't know how it foamed that much. Like, it was just sitting here.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, well,
Oh, that was a lot of foam.
I'm gonna follow you right now. Then we'll stick you on our.
I tried to save the floor. I
Auto
got it
host.
mostly on myself.
Oh,
I saw it just running down your sleeve.
there's been so much beer spilled here. It's
We
not
play
even-
Age of Empires 2 actually.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I just followed you. We'll stick you on our auto host list too.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to play some Age of Empires matches.
Yeah, if you ever want to play together too, yeah. Wes is really good, not me.
I like I like playing 2. I've wanted to get back into playing 1, but 1's a big time commitment to try and learn because it's hard.
I haven't played. I played Age of Empires for the first time since I was really young, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Is when I started playing again. So I'm really bad at it. I'm awful.
I'm like around. I can't remember what you start at. It's like 2000. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not far from where you start. I've won like, I'm pretty even with my wins and losses, but I'm not by any means like need to go on like Mim TV or any of those YouTube stream and try and compete with those guys.
Yeah, I'm bad.
'Cause that's a whole different kind of scary.
I'm still learning, to be honestly. Like,
On stream, you start at 1600. Yeah, I think I'm at like 15 something.
Voobly, you start at 1200. Steam, you start at 1600.
Yeah, I played on Steam. Yeah, I think I'm at like 15 something. I stayed pretty even. Another good but trippy movie I watched was Mac and Me.
Is that not the fucking alien? Yeah. I've been thinking. I was trying to think of a movie to watch, and I'm so glad you said that. Because I made these guys watch. When did I make you guys watch?
Mars Attacks.
Yeah, Mars Attacks the other day. Yeah, that's it for sure.
That looks so
Look at
familiar.
that fucking dude.
Oh, what?
I so want to watch this movie now.
Yeah.
God damn.
Or Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, that's a fucking great movie.
I haven't seen that one. Forrest
Oh,
told me I need
you
to watch
fucking
it.
should, yeah.
It's wild. That's what he does.
Make them watch it? Okay, I'll watch Mac and Me. Mars Attacks wasn't bad.
It
I
was
just didn't think it was...
Fucking love that. It's so funny.
It's finally in fair use section. Oh,
Damn, we could stream it?
yeah. I'm down to do a watch of it.
I'll watch a whole movie.
That'd be pretty goddamn funny if you guys were like a Mystery Science 3000 kind of
Yeah.
thing, like just watching it like this,
Yeah.
saying your smart ass remarks. I don't know.
Watch it in my room
It'd be fun.
That would be fun.
and stream it.
Challenge got a projector.
Check out.
Waking Life. Damn, I gotta write down some movies.
I've heard of that one. Why
I'm
does
gonna
that
write
sound
these down before I
familiar?
forget a list of movies I need.
Put
I'm
them in
gonna
your
watch.
notes.
I love Mystery
And a
Science. Did
Scanner
you
Darkly? I've never even.
do you
heard
watch
of that
any
one.
YouTube people?
Like who?
Rooster Teeth or Chico?
Rooster Teeth, yeah. He used to be part of Machinima, right?
It's like I think they're like a whole group now of dudes.
Okay.
They created their own Mystery Science Theater. It is so good because they went and bought like licensing to like old shitty 80s and 70s horror movies, and they just watch them and commentate. It's so good.
Thanks.
An M for mature Mystery
Yeah,
Science.
that'd be sweet because they're
Yeah.
not PG or probably like PG-13 rated. So
Yeah.
if we had like a rated R Mystery Science Theater, that'd be fucking fun. A Scanner Darkly, I think was originally Philip K. Dick novel. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm gonna watch those for sure.
The Force is definitely a fan of the crazy movies.
Yeah,
Me too.
Waking Life. I'm gonna look up.
I wanted him on the ground. Oh, I fell. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, fuck, I remember this. Okay, my brother was telling me about this. I never seen it,
Waking Life.
but it's
yeah.
pretty much... I can't really talk about it because I'll ruin it for sure, but...
I feel like someone made us watch this at some point. Is this a movie your brother fucking had us watch that one night and I had
I
no
wasn't
idea what
there.
the fuck was going on?
but he told me that...
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
same style,
Yeah.
and a Scanner Darkly is the same thing.
and
Yeah, I had
Curtis was
zero.
there.
Yeah, Curtis and your brother and I had no idea what the fuck was going on at all.
Yeah, it's a
Because
weird
like we had
fucking
smoked a little
movie.
bit, and then like drinking a bit, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I gotta get a movie." And then he plays this. And I'm like, I can't follow, like, even a little bit. It was fucking trippy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I'll watch those.
I gotta go use the restroom.
The little boys' room.
Might want to scoot that way. That way.
Oh, yeah, speaking of your bathroom, dude, I really like that the toilet water is blue.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't see that as much often, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I love when you pee in it, it turns into that perfect green color. Oh, it's so
I
satisfying.
think you need to drink more fucking water, dog. Yellow and blue make green, but not white and fucking blue.
Yeah,
Yeah, hydrate, son.
depends on my day. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this is turning an awfully too much green. I need.
My urine's almost always just clear. I drink a lot of beer, but I drink a whole lot more water. I fucking have to keep up at work and stuff. Fucking hydrate.
I don't know, all the beer I drink is what makes my pee so clear.
I doubt it.
Like literally, if I peed right now, it'd be crystal clear.
Let's
Like,
go
man,
see. Come on.
Don't let you
I'll
follow
check
me.
it.
Do your brothers tell you that I run into them all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Or
probably
like
not all
every
the time.
every day at lunch.
We go to that same gas station by
Yeah.
our work.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's cool to see them. So I'm still like relatively the new guy at my work, and I
Yeah.
don't really talk to anybody. So when I
Yeah.
go to the gas station, I see them. I'm like, fuck yeah, familiar
Yeah.
faces. Nice.
Exactly. Beer's 95%.
All of us all work right off of 5600 now.
Yeah, I'm at that GE.
Mm.
That's like, what is it called? Pavilion Boulevard or something like that. But it's on that Amelia Earhart strip.
Oh, okay.
But,
Have you seen the fucking Amazon building down there?
no, I saw the Budweiser one.
Damn,
I know,
that's where I
so
should
it's
work.
right
I want to
there.
work there.
Yeah, I want to fucking work there. I'm like, I'll test it.
Like,
You should drive down.
It's
See
here.
how
Definitely
fucking- You should see how big Amazon is. Their building is fucking insane. Cameron and Caden were always talking about how big their building was. Then they saw ours. It's like, it's 3 times as big. It's 4
Isn't it just, like,
stories.
multiple warehouses?
It's almost no. It's just one giant building. It's almost 1,000,000 square foot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
That's a
Fucking
big building.
Talking about the
Yeah.
size of my penis?
1,000,000 square footage.
Definitely are.
I'll look up the actual size, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like almost 1,000,000, 4 floors.
Damn.
Yeah, so 1,000,000 square feet on 4 floors.
Should I tell these guys the story about my friend paid to fucking Amish girl? Or were they here? No, they weren't here. Tell it for sure.
That's classic.
Can I try some of that bird? You're e-cig.
Oh, yeah, I was like, the beer?
Yeah,
That
let,
one?
let me give it a taste. Let me see if ours are different.
You're like,
Let me just test if it's poison. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I just start chugging it.
It seems like it's pretty good.
Speaking of like chugging beer, I saw that video of you trying to straight arm a beer. Holy shit!
First it
man.
hits me in like the neck and then just all in my eyes.
I agree with you. The best part of that is Jordan's wheezing laugh. He just starts dying.
It's 855,000
Yeah,
square foot.
God damn.
How many?
855,000.
Jesus.
That's how big that building is. And I have to walk it every day.
Yeah, that's straight arm.
That's
challenge
why
is
these fucking
difficult.
casts are so strong.
I was
baby.
gonna say you're gonna be one strong legged boy.
Last weekend we were comparing our calf muscles for some reason. Man, Cameron and I got everyone beat. I felt in inches and I was like, "What is this Jello?"
You want to give a go on mine?
Let's see it, baby. Damn, son. Fill that up.
I carry around a whole lot of weight. Ooh, look at that. Yeah.
Just like shit. Those ain't calves. Those are full on cows.
Right.
Sorry, that was kind of dumb.
That caught
was
me
the
off, and
greatest
I sucked in air and got super lightheaded.
I was not ready for that at all. God.
Wow, that was really good. Damn, my vision's blurry now. I think I've been carrying around a lot of weight for a long time and used to do a lot of sports. Got some strong calves and thighs. It was crazy though when I was losing weight a little while ago. I was working out a lot. I could flex and like the pants I would wear would start ripping on the sides because of how and it's just because I've done athletics and always been overweight. So when I run and shit, I have to carry around.
Fuck, legs are strong as hell.
Yeah. I feel bad for the day when I decide that I should just be a professional kickboxer and I lose 100 pounds and I just start kicking with those legs.
Damn.
Lethal.
Boy.
You're like those
Yeah.
chicks that kick down trees.
Yeah.
You seen that video of that chick kicking the bamboo tree? Or
Yeah,
like
she
the
fucks
bamboo
them
and
up.
like palm trees and shit?
Bamboo trees are strong.
I got almost no feeling in my shins anymore, so I could maybe kick a tree down after a while. It wouldn't be anything fucking quick.
So
but
Gaster told us this story a while ago, but it's pretty great. So my friend went to an Amish country, big doinks, and he stopped at a small Amish village, and he was paid by this family to have sex with their daughter to stop inbreeding, but they would only give the money to him if they knocked the daughter up. So he has sex with the daughter and gotten the money, and a few months later, he had to try to explain to his wife why he had syphilis.
Fuck.
Interesting.
How did it end up?
I want to know what that baby's doing. Did your friend
How
ever
much you
go?
get paid? I want to go to an Amish country. Like,
Right.
fuck
You
me.
got syphilis?
How much am I getting paid? Money talks.
Been told us only a couple pills.
That's chlamydia.
Oh.
Yeah, what's syphilis?
Is syphilis
Much
worse?
worse.
Is it much worse? How long? It's curable though.
I don't know if it is. I don't think syphilis is. I could be wrong though. Let's look it up.
Quite sure.
It's common.
Curable. One of them's not though. Oh, it
Is
is
it
curable. Okay.
curable?
Phew.
Yeah. Give me money. Give me a curable
However,
disease.
if it's treated too late, the permanent damage may be heart and brain, or damage to the heart and brain even after the infection is destroyed. Which one's the one that's not? It's treatable. Not. I don't know. One of them fucks you up. I'm pretty sure it's syphilis, right? If I remember right, they paid him $5,000. That's what I thought. I'm pretty sure syphilis fucks you up. Makes you real sick.
Hmm.
Wild.
That's crazy though. Nice $5,000. If it's treatable, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Never had the syph, so we're
Gotta mark them off.
yeah checklist. Just all right.
Forrest had the clap once.
Allegedly.
That's Patreon, baby. That story is on Patreon.
Yeah, it is on Patreon.
Allegedly.
I wasn't there.
If you want it to be unalleged, you better pay on Patreon $1. The things I sell for $1.
And if you're wondering, he never met his child. Okay.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to know.
All right.
There you go.
So you want to talk about video games?
Sure. Wait. What was the last like 2 of that music?
Oh shit!
Because we were on like 6 or 7, right? I can't remember.
No, we were on 2. Was the Paul McCartney one?
So what was number 1?
Elvis Presley is still alive.
Did we talk about that?
No, we can do that one.
Yeah, dude, I'm down.
So Elvis Presley most certainly did not leave the building on August 16th, 77. Thank you very much. At least that's what scores of people believe this day. They've even gotten a nickname, the Alivers. Evidence, well, I don't know, I didn't understand that first part. Did not leave the building.
So he died there,
Yeah, okay.
and they believe that he.
Evidence, in their minds, abounds in shadowy appearances by a now apparently aged Presley spring up with metronomic regularity. Why did he go from not using big words to all of a sudden using big words?
This is the top.
Those
5.
are the ones he knows.
So alivers are people who think he's still alive, I
Yeah.
imagine. Okay. Alivers point to the misspelling of his name on the tombstone at Graceland, which says Aaron instead of Aaron, so Aaron instead of Aron, and his middle name as his middle name. And to a
So they have his
coroner's...
name wrong on his tombstone?
The middle name was named wrong.
Huh. Who fucking chose that?
I don't know. And to a coroner's diagnosis of cardiac arrhythmia, which can't be determined in a dead body, and to the rumors of Presley sweating in his casket, proof...
He's just at his funeral. Don't move, buddy. Just sweating. Sweating bullets. Alright.
Proof that the figure was made of wax. Oh, okay.
Oh.
And
It's
Damn,
not him.
That's way less funny. And to the rumor that nobody ever cashed out his life insurance policy, which is weird.
That is a little weird.
Then there's the curious fact that his autopsy was placed under a 50-year seal. What, the Alivers wonder, are they hiding there? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, why would it be under a
50
50-year
years.
seal? That's fucking insane. That's a thing?
So
You can get a
weird.
50-year
That's
seal
so that
on
by the
someone?
time it pops up, he's already dead, like,
Right.
after, like, 50 years.
Actually.
Yeah. So by the time his autopsy was cleared, he's like, oh, I'm dead at this
Yeah,
point.
I'm
so who
already
gives a shit?
dead.
That's
That's
fucking
weird.
crazy.
Man, I'm alive right now.
Right?
What day does the 50 year still? What day did he die?
77, so 50 years, so
37.
So next 27?
77, 87, 97, 2007. Yeah, 27.
Mm. So like 10 years, 8 years, we'll know what the fuck if he's dead or not.
That's so weird because it almost like I knew that the thing was he died on the toilet of a
Yeah.
heart attack,
That's what I've heard.
and that's
Yeah.
embarrassing, right? But why would they?
Shit.
Yeah, you would think if he was alive, he would have gone with a better story.
Right.
I don't know, man.
Or he's like, this is going to be fucking hilarious.
This is bringing back like a weird flashback of elementary school. I don't know why, but I remember there was this substitute teacher one day for a music learning type thing, and he had one arm, and like his stub or whatever hanging out would always twitch randomly. But we were talking about Elvis, and he was just like trying to tell us about like what he did, what his music was like, and stuff. And me being like, you know, young, I was probably 4th or 5th grade. I was like, didn't Elvis die on the toilet? And he was just like, oh, that's a common misconception. His arm starts twitching. And that's all I remember.
Was that at Woods Cross or was that?
I think, yeah, this was Woods Cross. Do you remember that guy?
I don't.
I just remember, like, how weird it was that his arm would randomly do this, like his stub.
Especially around that line.
And, like, me being the young, you know, I didn't bring it up or do anything embarrassing or ask him about
Yeah.
it. But, yeah, I just remember, like,
God,
I
feel like
asked him that. I was like, well, he died on the toilet. And then he was like, that's the common misconception. And that's all I fucking remember. I wish I could remember the rest.
because we were either in the same
That's
4th
fucking
or 5th
crazy,
grade
though.
class.
Yeah.
4th.
4th?
Yeah.
Were you in that class?
Yeah, that's when you first came, right? Was 4th grade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Miss
I came from
Hayes.
Bolton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Hayes, that bitch.
She works at Smith's.
When we used to throw wire balloons off of Bolton.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Miss
Mm.
Hayes works at Smith's now.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I think she's the manager.
It's
or
paying
something.
better than teachers.
Did you know what? My cousin works at Walmart. Made $40,000 last year.
Jeez. Oh, let me finish this
cousin?
really quick.
Dylan.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
What the fuck is he doing?
What?
What does he do?
Stalking at night.
40,000?
So it says they
It's weird that
suggest
we think
that.
that's a lot.
I mean, that's for one person. For what? He's 20 years old, 21?
40,000 is a
lot of
pretty
money.
good fucking
For
amount
just
for...
a single male at 2021?
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So it says they suggest that Presley had become fed up with fame and was in ill health, so he faked his own death in order to go back to a simpler way of life, or that Presley, as a federal agent, was forced to go into witness protection. It got more interesting. A man subsequently bought a plane ticket to Buenos Aires under the name John Burroughs, an alias Presley used for hotel reservations. But Presley wasn't an actual federal agent, and many of those so-called sightings don't really look like Elvis at all. So maybe we'll never know. That is until the rumored 663-page FBI file on Presley is released.
When does that get released?
I don't know. Why is there that many pages?
I don't know, but everything becomes fucking public
So it says
after a
supposedly
while.
it contains correspondence with Presley on dates after his death.
So I typed in Elvis still, and it says, Elvis still taking care of business.
Let's see what that is.
Oh,
It's like a book.
oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes more sense. I was like, what?
So I have a funny story that goes with Elvis. So like, I don't know if we've ever had a musician in our lifetime that quite reached that level of fame, because he was like everywhere.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that. Like, I don't understand that.
Because we didn't experience it firsthand.
I understand it now because, so my mom works at a retirement home, and they hired an Elvis impersonator who tours the whole world, by the way.
Mm.
So he makes money pretending to be Elvis, to come and perform for them. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen, watching these elderly women who, 80 plus years old,
Yeah.
90 plus years old, lose their fucking minds seeing this guy sing Elvis really well and look like an older Elvis.
Fuck.
They were going butt fucking wild. Like, it was nutty. Like, he would go up and, like, I can't remember if he had, like, those lays or whatever. He would go up and, like, place them on them and, like, get right in their face while he's singing, like, some sensual song. And those old women were getting wet. For sure. You could see
That
it in
guy
their
probably
face.
gets laid
You
so
could see
fucking
them
By the old
cobwebs.
women.
Yeah,
Drop
that
into
guy's
the
getting
floor.
laid
Yeah.
like fucking crazy.
And it was funny because my grandma, she, liked Elvis too, so she wanted to go. And she, like, it was her birthday, so my mom paid him to sing her happy birthday. And to see my grandma, like, my grandma's not, like, super old, but she was sitting there, like fanning herself while this guy was singing happy birthday. I'm like, oh my God, Grandma, come on. Keep it in your pants.
Keep it in your pants.
That's fucking crazy.
It was cool to see, though, because, like, yeah, I mean,
You
Michael-
don't really hear about like other like huge artists though, like back
No.
then and stuff. So like he was like the one everyone knew about.
Right. And now, like, there's so many celebrities and artists who are ginormous. Like, I mean, there's people who sell out.
But not like that. There's
Or
not a
Johnny
whole lot
Cash.
that like
Yeah.
everyone fucking knows.
Like, nowadays, like, Adele sold out the Rome Coliseum,
Shit.
which is pretty huge. And I mean, people like U2, they, like, sell out.
I goddamn
fucking
hate
hate
you.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Ever since they made me have their songs, I was like, never.
I'm not
about
a
them
fan
again.
of U2 either, but apparently
Fuck
they're
Bono.
really popular.
Yeah,
Have you ever
they
seen,
are.
like,
They're one of the most
pictures-
popular bands in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Pictures of their concert, there's, like,
But do you know what they never did? Sell out the entire planet. Like, fuck, what's his name? X gonna give it to you. What's his name?
DMX.
DMX sold out the planet.
Yeah, it did.
Did you see that concert?
Mm-mm.
Oh, look, DMX huge concert.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Woodstock '99. They fucking people are there. If you guys want to look it up, I don't want to show it on stream because I don't want to get in trouble. But look up DMX Woodstock '99.
I remember seeing this. now.
Never seen so many white people in my life. Oh,
Hey, there's a few.
yeah,
Take 'em
Hello,
out.
brethren.
yeah. Look how many fucking people are there. Damn, I didn't realize this many people listen to DMX.
Well, okay, let me ask you
Well,
this.
like who
Look how many
who
fucking
else?
people are there.
Who was before him
yeah,
and who
was
was
this
after
people
him?
for DMX or this just people at Woodstock?
Dude, they're fucking turning up. DMX sold out the planet. Could you imagine him singing Rough Rider in '99?
Oh my God, that'd be the craziest.
This is the biggest Is that the whole world there or what?
That's the top comment.
Rightfully so.
Look at the crowd before cell phones and Snapchat.
True.
Yeah, 99.
Everyone is fucking paying attention.
Have you seen this? DMX at Woodstock 99. It's just like the biggest crowd ever. Like, watch how many fucking people are here. Look at that.
There's so many people.
Can you imagine being there?
Stop!
Can you imagine the
Stop!
traffic?
Shut them down, open up, stomp. Is that DMX?
Yeah. Do you think,
Rough Riders, whoa!
do you think he started opening up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at.
Do you think people opened up the pit?
I don't know.
yeah, definitely. I've seen a few. Of
Look
these
at all this.
videos.
Look how fucking people are there.
That'd be so surreal.
That would be.
Just performing in front of the whole planet.
Right?
He's not out
People,
of prison.
as far as you can see.
Yeah, he did actually.
Yeah, his tour just sold out. He immediately went on tour out of prison and it sold out.
Hell yeah.
The only ex I know.
Right? I'd go see DMX.
I would too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, birds. We went and saw. It was the lamest thing. No one opened up pits at fucking. It was Five Finger Death Punch and
Breaking Benjamin Jesus.
Breaking Benjamin, and no one fucking. It was whack.
Who else was there? I don't know.
We
But
tried
When did you guys
multiple
go to
times.
a few months ago.
Say it.
Say it? Are you sure?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you want to.
They suck.
I know
I can
it's-
see why.
Yeah.
I know what Five Finger Death page or whatever. I know what their fans are.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Post
of either
military
one, man.
and
Actually, yeah, a Five Finger. You know, I understand. I'm not like whatever. But Breaking Benjamin though, for what they are, they were
put
the
on
best
a
one there
fucking
for
show.
sure. They played like Nirvana. They were doing it for a show. They're like, let's fucking. I think they played more. They didn't play any music they've made in the past 10 years. They played their one big song. What's that? Diary of Jane. That was like I think the only song of theirs they played.
yeah.
The rest was just covers, and they fucking did a good job.
Like, I'm not gonna say fuck Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
You know,
But I understand.
I respect them for
I
sure.
I know exactly what you
Yeah.
mean.
But like, I'm not a fan of that 3 Days Grace kind of fucking style. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Five Finger Death Punch dudes in like jerseys, like basketball jerseys that say Monster on them or something.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. When I hear someone say like, "Oh, I listened to or I saw Breaking Benjamin, whatever," or Five Finger Death Punch, I just think like, oh, damn, you had to be around those people.
Yeah, exactly.
That sucks.
It's the
There
crowd
was
was
a lot of those people.
the crowd
for
was
sure.
exactly how you would picture life.
Yeah.
Most of them would be bald,
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
sweaty,
Yeah.
tattoos, like tribal tattoos.
Yo,
not
for
just
sure.
All of them. Everywhere.
It's like you picture the
tap out shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
There
like
was-
affliction or something. Yeah.
And there was tons of jean jackets, but with the sleeves ripped off. Lots of that. Lots of post-military.
Yeah, they're all like dudes like in military boots wearing like John Cena shorts.
Yeah.
Did one of those bands cover a Cranberry song?
Recently, yes.
Was it Breaking Benjamin? They did Zombie or something.
Oh fuck! I know it's not either of them, but I know which one you're talking about.
Was it just
It's like the
Disturbed
same
didn't do it?
style,
No.
right?
It was a hardcore. Or
What's your
not
take
hardcore,
on
but-
Disturbed?
Disturbed? You guys may have seen my Facebook post.
Bad Wolves. That's who did it. Bad Wolves.
They're kind of like the same.
Exactly.
type
Yeah.
genre. What is my take on Disturbed? Well, I had a Facebook post maybe a month ago. It said, "Disturbed is just a heavy metal Phil Collins."
Yeah.
It's, I mean,
They're so old
and
now.
that's
I can
not
see
like
it.
offensive or anything.
No,
it's just,
but-
it really is.
Yeah.
You take Phil Collins, you put some distortion guitar, some like nothing but cymbals and drum. I don't know. That's Disturbed.
Yeah.
Did you
But
see
no,
that
like-
bass cover of Zombie going around on
It was
Facebook right now?
beautiful.
Dude,
the
that
dude
guy's
with the
so-
multicolored bass,
Yeah,
bass strings.
he's so fucking good.
I'm
That
so
was
sick of
amazing.
hearing fucking covers of Zombie.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Like everyone's tried it and like no one can do
Well,
it.
he
justice.
doesn't
guy,
sing. It's just a
right?
bass cover. All he does is play
Oh,
the bass,
okay.
and it's fucking. He's very talented at the
He
bass.
does like not only just the music for Zombie, but
He's-
he also does the vocals,
Vocals?
while playing.
So
Wow.
he's
so
he
crazy.
like plays like up here, and like he has to like play the bass like yeah. Well, I'll show you after this. It's
There's so many fucking covers of that song, and
Well, it picked up after the lady passed
Yeah.
away last year.
yeah,
I don't think anyone does it justice though.
Right.
nobody
Zombie.
could.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, I mean that's a classic.
Yeah.
yeah, after this, I'll show you because the dude is fucking very talented. Like,
His name's Xander or something,
Yeah.
I believe.
Xander.
really fucking.
Xander
He also
Cage.
does like
Yeah.
like the Star Wars medley on bass only, and it sounds
wow.
just perfect.
Yeah, because they're like, they're like, people say that bass is not a beautiful instrument and stuff, and it's just showing people like destroying. Or it's him, he just does that, but.
That's my main. I love playing bass. Like, guitar is my secondary, but bass I will play every day.
I know,
all
I'm
day.
just barely learning to play guitar.
What's the big differences from like learning how to play and actually playing bass compared to guitar?
Two strings.
Right.
Two strings, the obvious one, but the other being timing. You really want to, like, guitar you can kind of freestyle with, like, even if you're performing live or something, you can kind of do some, like, improv on a guitar.
Right.
Bass, you got to keep that 100. You fuck up on a bass, the drummer will be fucked up.
Yeah.
It's all got to be, like, drummer and bass go hand in hand.
Unless
Guitar
you're
can
Travis
just be
Barker.
there. Yeah, unless you're Travis Barker.
And
You
Mark
hear him
Hoppus.
talking about his fucking like wrist and
Yeah, Mark
stuff.
Hoppus was pretty good though. Tom was definitely the least talented person in Blink-182.
Speaking of Blink-182, Matt Skiba
Oh, dude,
is now in Blink-182. And I
He's-
don't know how to feel about it.
I like
honestly.
it. I think he's better. So I love old school Blink, of course. You know, it's my shit. But like him, he was a really good replacement, and I think he's.
Is he doing vocals as well?
Yeah.
Or just, oh,
Have you
Yeah.
heard the new album at all?
I haven't.
I haven't heard
When
the
was it
album either.
released?
When 2 years ago?
Fuck, I'm that late.
Yeah.
Where did this guy play prior to Blink?
Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these guys, right?
Oh shit.
I
Yeah.
fucking love Alkaline Trio. So
And now they
much.
open. Was he playing for both of them though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
they're-
thought. So like,
Yeah, they
he
just
was
had a new album
opening
come
for
out.
him, and then he was playing for Blink too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Tom.
so he was playing both fucking bands.
When Tom left the band, Matt replaced him, but then they just made a whole new album. And Tom's not all. It's just Matt, Mark, and Travis. That's the whole band now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking. I think he's a good replacement. Like when I first heard when they're like, a couple years ago when they're like, I was like, oh, they're breaking up again, of course. But then they're like, Matt's coming in to fucking take over Tom's spot. I was like, oh, perfect, yeah. That's who I want. Fucking my other favorite band, fucking Alkaline Trio.
Yeah. You hear about fucking Travis and that fucking plane crash?
Yeah.
That's insane. I never heard about that
Yeah.
before that fucking podcast.
Everyone died
That's
except him.
fucking brutal.
Yeah. I didn't know
the fucking
details.
burns and
And that
stuff.
was all over the news and like, you know.
I never remembered or heard of it or
And
anything.
they got in a wreck, but I didn't know that many details. Honestly,
yeah,
I
he
was
was
telling him.
fucking like burning alive. Like, can you imagine that
Yeah, so
shit?
Travis was on Joe Rogan's podcast, is what we're talking about. But yeah, they got in a plane wreck. I don't know if you heard about that. His plane wreck, and like, he was just talking about details of it and stuff. So like, when the plane crashed, he opened up the emergency exit and he jumped into the fuel tank on accident. So his whole body was just soaked in jet fuel. So when the plane blew up, it lit his whole body on fire. And so, like, what do you say? 65% of his body got burnt. He lost all of the tattoos on his legs, and on his, I can't remember, his back,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And his one foot got burnt so bad he took all his clothes off when he was running because just like instinct, but he was still burning. But his shoes and socks were so soaked that they were just on fire, just burning. So his one foot was so burnt, like to the bone, they were gonna amputate it and shit.
Yeah, didn't he say that his one foot's like 85% graft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and then he was talking about another one. He was on, when Blink was on tour, he, like, tripped on, like, a, crack, like, the, step, like, you know, sidewalks or squares. One was raised a little bit, and he was carrying a whole bunch of his gear and tripped and broke his foot in half like that. And so he played the rest of the fucking tour with his other foot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and
That guy's a fucking
That's
animal.
talent.
Yeah.
Like,
He's an animal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're used to playing double bass,
yeah, he just
you know,
played it with
using
one,
just the one foot would be natural almost. But
but
like,
he played both with one foot.
holy fuck,
Yeah.
that's brutal.
Yeah, he's a fucking
I
crazy
was
guy.
kind of blown away that he decides to do MMA training.
Boxing? He's
Yeah,
boxing,
boxing because of the wrist impact.
Yeah.
He,
Because like, I know he talked about it, but like, you know, boxing is a lot of wrist impact, and drumming looks like a lot of wrist impact.
Well, he was saying his wrists are fucked.
Yeah.
Like bending them and stuff, like they're gone.
Why he decides to.
the
box,
craziest
too.
is like, when he was talking about it, he's like, so do you still play, like, do you feel yourself getting older? And he's like, no, I've played the same way I've always played,
Yeah.
which is cool. He's like, it's heartbreak, or what do you say? He's like, I don't want to think about a time where I can't play full intensity.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
He's an amazing drummer for sure. Like,
Oh, he's
There's a
Fucking
reason-
greatest of all time.
there's
in
a
my
reason
mind.
Blink was like, "Hey, fuck Scott, let's get this Travis guy." When Travis was, I think he was only 16 at the time. They were playing Battle of the Bands, and they're like, "Dude, this fucking kid tears it up." And
Even if he did lose his foot or leg or whatever, he would still pull off some like Def Leppard type shit.
Yeah, he
You
would.
know, just with his leg and not
Yeah.
his arm.
Yeah.
he would fucking, you wouldn't even tell the difference that he's fucking one.
And the fact that he's groundbreaking in different genres. Like,
Oh yeah.
he's made full albums and rap and.
Yeah, he's a producer.
And he's still working with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To Dow all the time.
Crazy.
Did I tell you guys about when I saw Def Leppard and
Uh-uh.
Kiss? So that was my first ticket and only ticket so far, but I got an underage drinking ticket. But it was
Damn.
Kiss and Def Leppard.
That makes
Mostly
sense.
excited to
Rightfully
see Kiss.
so.
Yeah.
I don't really care for Def Leppard, honestly.
Weird. Oh, that's Twisted Sister. Never mind.
But I had my friend buy me a beer. I wasn't 21 yet. I was like maybe 7 weeks from being 21. And I was like, hey man, can you get me a beer? He's like, yeah, sure. So he gets me a beer and hands it to me after he buys it. And I have my sleeves down because they have the wristbands. You know, if someone sees the wristband, you're good. But I didn't have the wristband. So he hands me my beer. I take a tiny sip off the foam. And I get a tap on my shoulder from two fucking dudes. Big dudes. They're just like, we're from... I think it was West Valley Police Department.
Yeah.
We'd like to see your ID. And this is when Def Leppard just started. And I wanted to see the nub. I wanted to see the nub so bad. And so I'm just sitting there like, I'm just ignoring them like, oh, what? Yeah, my ID? Hang on. You know, I just really wanted to see the nub. I was close enough. And eventually they're like, you gotta show us your ID or we're kicking you out right now. I'm like, fuck. So yeah, I got my first alcohol ticket there. Wasn't under the influence of anything. Had 3 joints in my pocket. They never searched me, so that was a good thing. But yeah, they gave me a fucking alcohol ticket just because I had it in my possession.
Damn.
Wow.
But I mean, it's not really like a fascinating story. But I just really wanted to see the nub, and I was in this police trailer the whole time while Def Leppard was playing. And then by the time I got out of the trailer, they were done. And I was like,
That fucking
I saw the
sucks.
nub for like a minute.
That's
Wait, so were they just watching your friend go buy it and.
Well, they tried to like get my friend in it. They didn't see that. They were like, "He bought you the alcohol, didn't he?" And I was like, "No, it was some dude, and it was like a couple. One had their face painted like Gene Simmons. The other had their face painted like Paul Stanley."
Yeah.
So
They were like,
everyone
"Oh
there.
yeah, yeah." So pretty much, I wasn't trying to write my fucking friend out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's. all
That
she
sucks.
wrote.
How was Kiss live?
Kiss was awesome, but right after I got my ticket, my mom was at this concert, and I found her in the smoking section, obviously. I go up to her, I'm like, I just got a fucking alcohol ticket! I show her it, and she's like, that sucks! You learn the hard way! I'm like, you bitch. Just fucking
You
with-
learn the hard way.
You know, not like I thought, like, oh, my mom's gonna help me with this. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to show her, like,
Right.
look at this is bullshit, right? But no, she's like, no, you learn the hard way.
Yeah.
I just want to know why they were like. So you literally like just barely cracked the beer and they were already tapping you on the shoulder.
Well, I mean, it was in a
It
cup,
is,
and
yeah.
I just took a sip off the foam,
Oh.
and then tap on my shoulder.
You
turn
should chug
around.
that shit.
And it was like these generic, like they were huge dudes, but they were like dressed like casual douchebags, just like cargo shorts.
Yeah.
It's
like they would go see Five Finger Death Punch.
kind of,
Yeah.
yes. And they had like a Volcom hat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's a huge
Yeah.
"I'm a cop" sign.
Yeah.
But Kiss was good live?
Kiss was really good live. I really enjoyed that show, and I mean, I don't remember much of it. That was really fucked up.
Yeah.
So after that ticket, I was like, joint. Smoked it with my friends. Another joint. There we go. One of them was a spice joint.
Oh,
my
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, there's trouble.
That'll do it.
Speaking of spice, when I went and saw Poison and Motley Crue, that's all I had was spice.
Damn.
So I had like 4 spice joints rolled.
Oh.
And I was pissed off because I really hate Poison. And they were,
Dude,
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
I was like, I feel like
they were playing Every Rose Has Its
I was gonna
Thorn.
say, I get like shit for saying I don't like Poison, but
Poison's
God,
garbage.
Poison,
hate
yeah. Poison's
Poison.
fucking awful.
I like Crew though.
Yeah,
But
Crew's tight, but for them to tour with Poison,
Yeah.
it was shitty. So, you know, you had to sit through the bullshit Poison. And I'm just smoking this spice joint with my buddy. And I get up and I'm nice and lit. I'm like, dude, Poison just got like 1,000 times better. I think I can tolerate this.
Yeah. You're like, damn, dude.
you
Until you listen to them
You're
again,
right.
you're like, yeah, I was right the first time.
They're right, man. Every rose does have a thorn.
And then
And that's not even an original song.
Right?
Their only song any of us can think of
They
is
went
not
on
even
to-
original.
to play. What's that song that they have on Guitar Hero? Fuck, I can't remember. It's one of their more popular ones.
Just
Not
look up
Every
Poison.
Rose.
I was gonna say. Oh.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah. Damn, I'm trying to think of the words. At the drive-in.
dirty, something dirty with me.
Yeah, talk dirty
Talk
to
Dirty.
me. Yeah,
they
there
played
it
that
is.
one, and that's when I was like, all right, Poison's
Yeah, as soon as you start.
okay.
At the
I didn't know that they did the Nothing But a Good Time song.
Yeah.
That song sucks, and that's
Yeah, I
really
hate
popular.
Our friend
That
Aaron.
song sucks, but it's really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friend went to Crew Fest like in like 2010, and that's when they did the giant Dr. Feelgood show. Like, man, I wanted to see that one.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, you were that one?
Mhm.
Damn. I heard that one was pretty
Cool.
good.
I'm sure we asked you this, but what's been your, like, not your personal best because of who you like, who's been the best live?
Iron Maiden,
Yeah?
without a doubt. Iron Maiden threw the best show I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys have heard about that show, but Coheed and Cambria opened up for him, and they got booed off stage.
Oh,
shit.
damn.
And then
Like, is
Iron
there one
Maiden-
song anyone knows?
Yeah, they played Welcome Home, which was their opener, and then after that, boo! Beer cups thrown at the stage and shit. They eventually just went off, and then Iron Maiden went on to play 3 hours straight.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
Dude, it was so fucking cool. I loved it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
when you're waiting for Iron Maiden and they're playing, like,
You're like, alright, we heard
No
the
one-
one song we know.
yeah,
Get
like,
the
no
fuck
one,
out
no
of
one
here.
gives a fuck at that point.
And that's how exactly all the fans were. They were just there for Maiden.
Right.
They're like,
Which-
Coheed and what? Fuck them.
Okay, which punk band was it that Travis loved? Because they're super dope. I always forget
Minor
their name.
Threat,
No, fuck.
um,
Was it Bad?
Bad Religion,
No, not Bad Religion.
Bad
Fuck.
Brains.
Bad Brains, yeah, Bad
I
Brains.
love Bad
They're dope.
Brains.
That was one of them. But there was a bunch that he was talking about old punk bands that I haven't thought about in like so fucking long. I was like, dude, I gotta look them up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bad Brains was one of them though.
Who put on the worst performance?
Dragon Force.
Poison.
Dragon Force?
Fucking Dragon Force, dude. I was there mostly for Teresa's and Power Glove. Power Glove was like a heavy metal video game cover band.
Oh,
And it was
shit.
sick because they were playing heavy metal versions of Super Mario and
That's
Tetris.
fucking dope.
And dude, at part of the show, they threw out like inflatable swords, and like instead of a mosh pit, there were people like fighting each other with these inflatable
That's so cool.
swords. It was sick. I was 13, you know, and I was just like,
Oh, that'd be
yeah!
rad as
you know?
fuck.
And then Teresa's, they're just like from Denmark or something, and then they had a really hot chick playing the accordion. It was sick. And then Dragon Force comes out, and I'm like, cool. Like I know Dragon Force other than
That
Through the
shit's
Fire and Flames.
Right.
Yeah, like that's hard on the guitar or on the Guitar Hero.
On the Guitar Hero, I can't do it. But they start playing their songs, and they're wasted. You can tell they're wasted already. Not that that's a problem, but if they could play while wasted, you know,
Yeah.
that would be better.
Yeah.
But they couldn't. They started playing tag on the stage. You know, Herman Lee and the other guitarist, I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah.
They just kept like pushing each other, and then like they're still playing the song, and they're just running around the fucking stage playing tag, which was cool. But at the same time, it's like I'm here to listen to the fucking music.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking this up bad.
Yeah.
But
What's up, Savage?
That's fucking
21.
Yeah, 21's good. He's gonna get some crumpets and goddamn tea soon.
Yeah.
But I went and saw Metallica last year in November. And oh, dude, I gotta tell you guys this. So, me and my brother, we were pre-gaming before Metallica. He had a bottle of Bird Dog, and we drank 3/4 of that bottle before our mom picked us up for the show. And we get in the van, we're just already wasted. We're getting up there. Jordan's just like, dude, look what I got. He pulls up his shirt. He's got a bottle of Sailor Jerry, like just a fifth. And I don't know if you guys heard who opened for Metallica, but it was Jim. What's his name? He's like the really stoner guy from Half Baked.
Oh.
The guy from the record store that's
Yeah.
like
Can't
a
remember
lesbian
his
chick, but you know who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
He opened for Metallica.
Oh, really?
Comedian. Yeah, and he was just like, you know, saying some shit like, you know, back when this and this happened, you know, you guys weren't even born, or, you know, he's just saying some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And me and Jordan were just like, crack the sailor.
Yeah.
So we drank that whole fifth, me and him, plus the bird dog we drank before. Metallica comes on, I'm already wasted. like me standing was like this. You know? And then when Metallica started playing, everybody got off their seats. I was in nosebleeds, so I had to stand too, and I'm like, fuck, I can't stand.
Yeah.
Whatever, Metallica, let's go. And I think they were playing Whiplash,
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
but they started playing Whiplash or something like that, and I was headbanging. Next thing you know, I'm on top of some poor girl screaming, "Get off of me!" And I'm like, oh shit! Like, I seriously fell over onto this poor girl, and I didn't even know it. The next thing you know, I'm just like this, and I can't grab onto anything. I'm trying to pull myself up, and then I feel my brother's hand of light on my back patch lift me up. And I'm like, holy shit. He's like, did you just fucking fall on her? And I was like, yeah, I lost my balance. And I apologized to that girl like 20 times at least.
Yeah.
Like throughout the whole show. Like, I'm sorry I fell on you. Listening to more music. Sorry I fell on you. Because I felt so bad. I had all these spikes, you know, on my jacket, which probably hurt her. Her boyfriend was standing right next to her, and I'm like, sorry I fell on your girlfriend, man. I feel so embarrassed. Metallica, though.
That totally sounds like a Cameron and Chandler story.
Right.
Like Cameron just like, hey dude, you're too drunk, let's fucking go.
Right.
Good times. That was a
That
great
fucking
fucking
sounds-
concert.
That sounds like it.
She was young.
Yeah, she was just like, get out of me! And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't grab onto anything! And then, yeah, that's when I felt my brother's hand lift me back up to life. If he didn't do that, I would have just probably passed out. I'm not even joking.
Younger brother's always there for the rescue.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's so funny.
And I was with my whole family, although, like, me and my brother had nosebleed seats. The rest of the family had lower bowl seats, so we weren't even next to each other. And fuck. That was a fun.
He's probably just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, I look over and you're just fucking down on some chick. I can't even imagine, like, his sight of that and being like, God damn it. Hold your
Grab you and
fucking liquor, you asshole.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, good times. Good times. But that was the last concert I've been to. August Burns Red is this Sunday. I don't know, I might go.
I don't know them, I don't think.
They're like a Christian metalcore type band. I really don't care for the Christian part. The metalcore
Right.
is dope.
I haven't been to a concert in fucking so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. It's
What's
'cause
the
I
last
work so
concert
much.
you've been to?
Fuck.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely, yeah.
What about you?
I thought I was thinking before that. I forgot we went to that, so I was like,
Some
fucking.
Twilight concert.
I was gonna say Flying Lotus or Thundercat.
Before that, though, we were supposed to go see Isaiah Rashad, but Cameron, of course, backed out. Then I was like, I don't like this. I don't like leaving Cameron alone in Vegas. So then I backed out.
Yeah,
I just hung out with them. And then for some reason, I was
We had-
super drunk in Vegas, and I won like a ton of money when I was like blackout drunk. Cameron just found me wandering the floor, just fucking gambling, and like I woke up and I was like, whoa, got $400 more than I knew.
That's because I gambled away all my money, and then I had given you $100, and then you fucking won so much money you paid me back, and then I lost that $100 again.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that. I was just fucking blackout drunk, wandering the floors of fucking Vegas.
It's because like that trip. So like after we were going back to the hotel room, I just put like I don't know $20 in there, and just won $400. Just like the first thing I just put in and then went 400. I was like, fuck yeah! And then I ended up and then
I wish we would have just stayed in St. George. Because
Me
St.
too.
George was so much fucking fun. Because we stayed in St. George for a few days and then went down to Vegas.
Yeah.
I got
They
videos
stayed
of
there
me
for, like, a
harassing
fucking
like
night.
Hayden and stuff when I was just I was so I got in trouble that night because there is like a community like a gated community type neighborhood and thing. So they had like right in
Fucking Whitey.
when his backyard there was a community
court.
pool and a basketball court and like horseshoes
Whose place was it?
Mitch's grandma's.
Oh, right.
And so we went, so we were playing like fucking getting trashed, playing horseshoes and shit. And then I was just so fucking drunk, and that was when I would take all my clothes off when I'd get drunk. Don't do it anymore, guys. Don't worry. But like I would just get trashed, and then I thought it was funny to make people embarrassed because I was naked. But yeah, so I was just like walking to the pool naked, just in this fucking neighborhood, just trashed, and then they're like, "Get back in here, get inside." But then, yeah, there's a lot of wild stuff. Everyone's fucked up on.
I love that point when we were kind of in the attic drinking.
Oh yeah, because
there was like this closet that had like a kind of like
it was
a
like
crawl space, but it wasn't like the attic.
It wasn't.
It was
an
like
attic.
in between the rest of the house and the attic.
It wasn't.
It was just like this.
It was
fucking,
like a crawl space in the top of the closet. It was the
like
weirdest
there's like normal fucking
like
roofs and everything.
almost.
Like you could fucking just sit up there.
Interesting.
So we just like climbed in his grandma's fucking like closet attic type thing, and we were just drinking
It's
fucking
because-
beers. And I was wearing all of her clothes and shit. Like I don't know. It was a fucking wild night, but
It's
it was
'cause-
so much fun.
Do you know like nights like rich people houses like in the living room they have like ledges and then they put plants up on it and stuff, and me and Garrett were sitting up on the ledge.
Oh god.
And then there was a basket like a nice floral fake plant basket, and I just went thunk, and I threw it, and it hit Tasha right in the fucking face, and she
It
just
was the
starts.
worst decision of the entire night.
I saw I was gonna hit her, and then she starts crying, so I just fucking hopped out and ran and went and hit it up in the fucking crawl space.
Imagine
attic.
like 12 crazy fucking drunk people all in one house, like just fucking going balls to the wall and just fucking causing mayhem.
just
like,
fucking alleged
yeah,
drugs
forced through
and-
a fucking basket of fucking flowers at some girl's face, and then it was just nightmare.
Well, I
after
hopped
that.
down so quick that she didn't see who threw it, so Garrett was just sitting up
Yeah,
there.
you got blamed for it. And like,
Oh,
she was just
no.
crying, calling her boyfriend the rest of the night, and it was just like, get the fuck out of town.
It was fun though.
It was so much
Everyone was
fun.
so fucked up. Like
Yeah.
our friend, I won't say his name, brought a alleged amount of drugs that smell good and make you stay awake. And then he brought a bunch for the trip, and then we did it like we were on like 3 or 4 days going, and we did it in one day.
Damn.
So he was up for 3 days straight, hadn't
Oh,
slept
fuck.
at all, and yeah, it was a wild trip.
Those are wild times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't save that for tomorrow. That's what I've learned. You get it, you do it all in the same night.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Savage, we're happy. Don't worry.
Yeah, did you hear these stories?
You still spelled happy.
Rookie.
Rookie.
That's alright.
Yeah, it's a rookie move.
21,
Yeah.
21.
I got 4,
That was
5,
a
6,
fun
7,
fucking
8,
weekend though.
9, 10, 11 M's on my body.
I know, we all need to take a trip somewhere. I don't know where, but it'd be fun. Like,
Let's go to California. California's so much
if we
fun.
just went and partied somewhere for a weekend, it'd be a ton of fun. Just get drunk, bring your brother, and
Let's go
Fuck, is he living down wherever he was gonna move?
No, he's
You
still
never
living
moved there?
here, but I think he's still planning on moving down there with her,
Okay.
which is cool.
But yeah.
Last I heard, he was like planning on it, but like I didn't really
Oh,
hear
shit, what
anything
the
after
hell? that's probably our side.
that.
If you, refresh if the thing pops up, or it should be still streaming. Yeah. But what'd you say? Hold on, let me pull up. I had a chick chase me around a parked car with a piece of broken mirror. Jesus!
Fuck that!
Sick.
No,
Classic.
That's a wild one.
That one, nothing to do with that.
When she couldn't catch me, she cut herself.
Oh no.
Not sick.
Yeah, not so sick now.
But pretty hardcore.
Damn, that's gnarly.
Some would say that was pretty metal of her.
Did she cut Slayer? I would have. Right on my chest.
Slay.
Between the nipples.
Can I smell that, Chandler?
Oh shit.
Thanks. Yeah.
I kind of want to
fucking-
hear the video game conspiracies.
Oh,
Oh,
there
yeah.
was no video game conspiracies. It was just
Or was it just news or something?
no. It was the top 50 best rated games of all time.
Gaster
Gotcha.
wanted to talk about his gripe with Fallout 76. I don't know if you're still here, Gaster, but
So I copied and pasted the link or the article, and I just was gonna go through, and I was curious if
Thanks.
any of us have played any of these games. I mean, there's our games we've all played, and if we agree with their list, like where it's on the list.
First, Iron Chef says we did the push her out of the car in front of the emergency room and speed off thing.
Damn, like
Good
the movies.
fucking call, yeah. I've done the same thing. Like, well, that's your problem now.
Damn, Iron Chef, I want to have you on the podcast and tell
For
us
real, I
stories.
was just thinking that you got some stories.
If you ever want to call in and tell us some stories, we'd love to hear them. We'll
Yeah.
plan a day.
We can do the anonymous thing too, if you know.
Keep your identity secret if you want.
Yeah.
But we'd love to have you.
Sometimes there's stories I tell where I wish I would have done it anonymously, but you know, oh well. But yeah, I know that. So I'll read the start of this. It says, let's see here. So these are the 50 highest rated games of all time based on the average obtained score by Metacritic. And they said we made one small change since there are a handful of duplicates on the list, multiple versions of the same game released on multiple platforms. We've just taken the highest ranked version of the game.
Okay.
So yeah, the 50 best of all time, and I think it starts out kind of weird. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
4?
Classic.
Yeah.
Love it.
Pro Skater 1. That's
And
got
I
to be on
think
the list.
that's a great spot to put
Well, that one
Yeah.
might have gotten more.
Yeah, I was going to say that's going to be higher on the list.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I think that'd be way higher, to be honest. Wait,
Yeah.
what are you starting with?
So this 50. So this is 49.
of all time. I'd put that in the 30s for sure.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 9.
I've never played any of those.
Mm. Down with
The
that
last
one.
Final Fantasy for the PlayStation. BioShock Infinite 47.
Damn, I think
Never played it.
It's so
it's
good.
really good. Have you played the other Bioshocks?
I played the first one.
Yeah.
Never beat it though. I just
I got the collection somewhere.
something happened.
The first one's really good.
The first one and...
Skip the second one.
Yeah, the second one you play as the Big Daddy, but...
And I don't play as Big Daddy. I only live as Big Daddy. So
You can choose.
No, you just have to play
Oh
as
wait,
Big Daddy.
I thought that was like
Yeah.
you could pick either or.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one's really good. Bioshock Infinite's really good, though, because it connects... You don't think it does, but the very end of Infinite connects all the games together.
Yeah. So I've never heard of this game. It had World of Goo.
Never heard of
It
that.
has a critic score of 94 and a user score of 8.8.
Huh.
Does it say when it was released?
Nope. It says it's a physics-based puzzle
look it up.
construction game. The millions of goo balls that live in the beautiful world of goo don't know what they are in a game, or that
sounds
they're extremely
interesting.
delicious. And it's on the Wii, PC, OS, Linux, iOS, Android.
Huh, never even heard of that.
Screenshots don't look familiar.
Very highly rated.
So yeah, it looks
Little
like just a
puzzle
puzzle
game.
game,
Bridge builder almost.
Yeah.
45 Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
yeah. I've only played one Metal Gear Solid, so I wouldn't know.
So, all right, Iron Chef, we appreciate it, man, sharing the stories.
Yeah,
Have
thanks
a
for
good
stopping
night.
by later.
So I was gonna get in the Metal Gear Solid games, and our friends Steve and Joey used to play them, and I was like, well, where should I start? And Steve looks at me and he gives me this like weird look, and he's like, it's a lot. And Joey's like, here, and he hands me like this chunk of papers that was like this thick of the complex story of Metal Gear, and he's like, I've tried reading it, and it is way fucking confusing. I was like, okay, well, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought someone named their self bottom shelf bot, and it changed. It's just the color changed.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like it lost its moderator position, though.
Oh well. 44, Portal 2? I'd put that higher.
I actually never played it.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
loved, yeah.
Heard it's a great puzzle game though,
Yeah.
but just never played it.
Madden NFL 2003.
Dude, I think I had that on the fucking...
2003.
I definitely had one of those. That one.
I always have to see who's on the cover. I don't remember who 2003 was.
I definitely had that one, though. I had that in 2007.
Yeah. Everything happened in 07, right, Chandler?
No,
Yeah.
09, baby.
Oh, 9. But 07 was also a good year.
Yeah. Now this one on 42, I've never played, but I think people would put this at 1. The Last of Us.
Yeah, that was fucking a really good fucking game.
It's supposed to be one of the best games of all time.
I have it. I bought it.
41 is Majora's Mask.
Oh,
Never played that one.
It's pretty.
I'd put that in the top 20.
I was gonna say 41's pretty high.
That's a great game.
Critic score 95 and user score 9.2. So
It's a complex and stupid game at the same time. because of all the stupid side shit you have to do. And if you really want to truly beat the game, you have to go through each stupid fucking side quest to get every single mask.
Oof.
And then, which is like, I think like 38 masks, or no, probably less than that. A little less. But anyway, you have to get every single mask, and then by the time of the final day, the final boss, you turn in all your masks to get one, which is called the Fierce 80s mask. And that's like, it's like your trump card. You pretty much just destroy the last boss with this mask.
Oh, okay.
But if you don't do it, then the game's really fucking hard at the end. But
that's kind of cool, though, because then...
that's like a typical Zelda game, though.
Right.
Side quest bullshit, beat the game.
So, before we continue, if you were, based on what we've seen so far, what do you think the top 3 are going to be?
I have a strong feeling, that Mario Odyssey is going to be up there.
Okay.
I think GTA will be up there.
Yeah, GTA
5.
GTA 5 or San Andreas, I think, will be up there.
San Andreas is definitely
That
a
one's
fan favorite, I think.
I
think
4.
it's fan favorite, but like,
Yeah,
5, man.
I think Ocarina of Time is going to be in the top 10.
yeah.
Has to be. I think Super Mario...
Link to the Past will be in the top 20. And if it's not, I'll be a little sad, but not too sad, you know?
Well, I hate to tell you this, because number 40 is Link to the Past.
God damn it!
Like, I didn't even look, and I moved my thumb down just a little bit, and it's right there.
Shit. I don't know. I could see why a lot of people don't like it because of the simplicity of it being on the Super Nintendo.
Right.
But it's so great because it led into what Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask would eventually be.
Right.
Because it's like the same bullshit.
Hey,
Side quest, main quest, boss.
Oh.
That's pretty much the whole Legend of Zelda type.
I want to know where Super Mario is.
I think Super Mario Brothers 3 is going to be on this list. Super Mario Brothers 2 will not be.
2 is your favorite game, right?
Super Mario Brothers 3.
3 is your favorite game.
2 is actually my least favorite Mario game.
Oh, yeah, 2 is awful.
Yeah. Because it's just a copy. It's a copy of Doki Doki Panic, which was released in Japan only, but
Yep.
they just turned the sprites into Mario characters.
Yep.
It's so fucking stupid. But they released Super Mario Brothers 2 in Japan, or not Super Mario, just Mario Brothers 2 in Japan as Mario Brothers Lost Worlds.
Yeah, and Lost Worlds was fantastic.
And it was amazing, and they thought, like, oh, the American audience is fucking stupid. They're not going to have a fun time playing this because it's hard.
And guess what? Now one of the biggest communities that's still alive for Nintendo games are the people who love the intense-ass Mario games.
Exactly.
Like
That's why Super Mario Maker is so popular.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
'Cause
is-
people are making ridiculous Mario levels.
Who's the dude who you have to decide if you kill the Yoshi or not? He makes like the crazy levels.
Kill the Yoshi?
Yeah, and he made his own ROM of Mario that's like super intense. I can't remember his name. I'll look it up and tell you later. But I've seen some of his maps and I look at it. I'm like, that is beyond my understanding of Mario. But yeah, 40's Link of the Past. 39 Halo 2.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I'd say that's a fair rating.
38 Gran Turismo 3, a spec.
I forget about all these games, so like, yeah. I don't know, I never played those. I'm not a huge racing game fan. So.
Yeah,
I'm sure Gran Turismo 2 is a little higher on the list. But 3, I mean, it's all the same thing. Buy a
Right.
car, soup it up, race it.
And
Yeah.
then try and buy a more expensive car.
Yeah. Why didn't I say-
37 Forrest's personal favorite, Red Dead Redemption.
Dude, that game's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
That's a good spot for it, too, I think.
Yeah.
37 is the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition.
For the GameCube.
Well, it's a
It's like, are they just gonna put the Legend of Zelda later and then the collector's edition there?
Yeah.
I'd say that's kind of controversial because it's just like the Legends collection or whatever it's
Yeah.
called is like just Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Right.
And
So I guess based off the average rating, that's where they put it. So I guess it still counts as selling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
that's weird.
36 or 35 Little Big Planet. Never played that one. People I know enjoy it.
Either.
My brother played the shit out of it.
See, this is where it gets interesting on this list because critics score for it is 95. User score for it is 6.8 out of 10. And 6.8 out of 10 is pretty bad for
Yeah.
That's because it was a puzzle game, like, for younger kids.
Right.
Is what it was. But, you
Makes
know,
me think of
actually a lot of
Minecraft.
people
Where
really
the fuck
loved
is
it.
that going to be?
interesting. enough.
Minecraft? gonna be way up there probably.
Yeah.
34 is Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Oh,
Vice City is the most popular fucking Grand Theft
Well,
Auto.
they're
we
just
don't
on
know.
so
Just
far.
so far.
Well,
there's
they
gonna,
said they fight. I don't know. Like,
we
It
still
could
have,
be different variations
Oh,
of the
okay.
game.
we
Right.
still have like 35 more games.
yeah. Well, I thought when he was saying that they like picked the most popular one, so like
No.
all the Grand
That's
Theft
why
Autos.
I've had 3 Legend of Zeldas already.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the one I played when Mommy and Daddy went to sleep.
Me too.
Yeah.
Vice City was so fun. You get
That
that.
and Hitman. Hitman is a
Yeah.
good one.
Vice City was the first. So my dad bought it on the PS2,
Yeah.
right? And my mom, being someone who doesn't know much about video games, fell into that not understanding, and she's like, "You can't play a game where you're beat up hookers and you can have sex. You know, that's not what the game's about, really." So
That's all it
like,
was for me. Just kidding.
My dad didn't care, but my mom did, so she convinced my dad. So I had to do the same thing. I'd have to like sneak it and play it, and then it made me love that game like even more because I was like, "Oh, they don't know I'm playing it right now."
I kind of had the same thing like with watching South Park because I couldn't
Yeah,
watch South
same.
Park. That was banned for me because one day me and my brother were shown the South Park movie from my dad, who was like there sometimes and then he wasn't.
Yeah.
But when he was there, he'd kind of like influence us into bad stuff like South Park. And we, us being 6, 7, 8 years old, we come home and we're just like, "Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker."
Yeah.
And my mom was just like, "Where the fuck did you hear that?"
I
But
can-
yeah, it was just like one of those like simple
Right.
pleasures because you're like, "Oh, I'm not supposed to, but I like it."
I could play Grand Theft Auto as a child, like San Andreas and stuff, but I couldn't have any sound on.
Damn.
So so I couldn't hear like the fuck and shit and all that other kind of stuff.
Interesting.
But I could play it.
When I was
Yeah. My mom didn't want us to fucking hear it, but we could play it.
when I was a kid, yeah, my uncles because my uncles are much older than me, but they had it at my grandma's house. When we went to my grandma's house, I played like GTA 3, Vice City, Liberty City Stories. I played all those like when I was like fucking real little kid. Every time I went to my grandma's house, I'd play like GTA 3 with my uncles and stuff. So then, I think Vice City I got myself because I don't know, but yeah, I played the shit out of GTA 3 with my uncles and stuff. Like
Right.
we'd always get helicopters and firing. But yeah, this is so much fun.
So Paco says I used to play a lot of Little Big Planet when I was a kid, and then he says same with South Park. Now my parents and I sometimes watch South Park at dinner.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, I never really had restrictions, so I
I-
turned out. I
Yeah.
turned out this way.
Right. I did until I was like, my restrictions were weird too because it was like the only stuff I really remember is like rated R movies until I was like 10, South Park, and Grand Theft Auto. Because like I would watch like Austin Powers when I was like 6 and think it was hilarious.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that it was a whole entire.
Man, if
never
you guys
fucking-
only had any idea of the restrictions
Yeah,
we had in my
man.
Salty said the
household.
same way. He could play just with no audio allowed. Yeah, I never had any like.
I would much rather my
Restrictions.
parents have done that,
Right.
than be like, "You
Well, I
can't
think it was,
fucking
like,
even
mostly-
see this game."
I think it might have been mostly like my younger siblings and stuff. They don't want to hear them like the curse words and like the guns and stuff. But
I remember one of the funniest experiences it was like a changing point in my life. So I had to, I don't know how they related to me. So they were my aunt's kids, but one of them wasn't with my uncle. The other one was.
It's like step cousins.
Yeah, like step cousins. So I used to think they were super cool because they were like 16, 17 when I was like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And I'd go hang out and we'd play video games all night. And they're like, "Have you found the dildo in Vice City?"
Like
And
on
I
the
was like-
PlayStation.
Yeah, and I was like, "I don't know. I don't even know what that is." And you don't know what a dildo is? And I'm like, "No." And it's like, and they like explained it to me. And like I didn't even understand the concept of sex, like
Yeah.
really at that point. And they're like explaining me all this shit. And my aunt comes down and she like was overhearing and like, "What are you telling him?" And like he didn't know what a dildo was. He's 10.
Yeah, my uncles would just. I didn't understand it at the time either. They would just be like, "Hey, go in the police station right now. Get that out."
yeah,
And
it's
then
always
just-
in the police station.
They're like, go beat him with that. So like, they just thought it was funny. A little kid just killing people with a dildo.
Right?
That is fucking
It
hilarious.
is hilarious. So funny enough, 33 Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh,
That one was the best up at the time because you could swim in that bad boy and
Yeah.
customize vehicles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you make your guy buff.
San Andreas was so much fucking fun. I
And
beat
we're-
that game so many
We're
times.
forgetting the best part. 2 number 9s,
Yeah.
number 9 large,
Yeah.
fucking Big Smoke.
Yeah, Big Smoke and fucking OG Loke was in that
Yeah.
game. It's like,
OG
Loke,
OG Loke.
yeah, OG Loke is from San Andreas and fucking. Gonna miss the train, CJ.
Number 2 is Baldur's Gate 2: Shadows of Am.
Never
I used
heard
to
of that.
play those. So, growing up, I used to watch my dad play a lot of games. That's probably why I'm such a big Twitch fan. Go figure. So I watched him play all the Baldur's Gates and like Dungeon Siege games and shit like that. So this one was really fun. 31 is Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. None of us have played those. 30 is the first Gran Turismo.
It's a stepping stool, you know.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 2 is definitely lower, for sure.
It's gotta be,
it's
right?
on there.
29 is Wind Waker. I don't understand how that one's higher than
Yeah, that's what I was
the
thinking.
other two, but
It's a good one, but it was the first time they brought into, like, cartoony Link
Yeah.
and cartoony everything, which
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of at the time. As I got older, I liked it, but
it was almost more kid friendly when it didn't. It's a game that's already
yeah, I think that's
Kid
probably why I
friendly.
didn't like it as much. Because I was like, I like, you know, killing the creepy zombies and the fucking,
right.
I can't remember what they're called, the big skull dudes with armor. You fight in Ganon's castle.
Right. Where do you rate the new one?
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Never played it.
Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
I don't have a Wii U either.
I was gonna say I have it. If
If I
could
had.
borrow it.
Well, and Curtis said the same thing. He's like, I got it, and like I don't really use my Switch as much as I used to, or whatever. So if you ever want to borrow it, you can. I'm just like, I gotta really like dedicate myself to want to play it.
Yeah.
Even though I just played 72 hours of the Stick of Truth or Fractured Butthole
Fractured
or whatever.
Butthole, yeah. Was it as good as Stick of Truth?
Fuck no, Stick of Truth was way better.
Stick of Truth was
One,
fantastic.
you can run, which is sweet, because in Fractured Butthole, you're just at that same bouncing pace.
Oh,
Stick of Truth, you can actually just run, and it's sweet, and you still have fast passes, like
Right.
the Timmy
yeah.
cart or whatever.
See, I beat Stick of Truth, but I didn't play Fractured.
I mean, if you were like, oh man, I need more Stick of Truth, play Fractured Butthole.
Oh, don't they switch it to superheroes?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
You choose your abilities, you level up, kind of thing. The only other thing I don't like about Fractured Butthole is about Stick of Truth, actually, is when you go to pick something up, instead of, like, seeing that you can open a chest or a drawer or whatever, as soon as you open it, it would go straight into your inventory. In Stick of
Right.
Truth, you have to pick and choose what you'd want in your inventory,
Mhm.
which is stupid, or else you can hit square to select all.
Right.
But, I mean, it's a little minor complaint, but
Did you play the old South Park game?
the 64 one?
Yeah.
I played the racing one
That was
as well.
so good. That on
Yeah.
the 64, you fucking go the turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember that being in.
Throw the piss snowballs at people.
I love that.
Paco says I thought the dildo was like a pink crowbar in Vice City. Someone made an emulator for Breath of the Wild as well called CEMU.
Huh.
Please explain. I'd like to know.
Is this a troll? CEMU? I don't know.
I think he's just saying there's an emulator to play Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's Salty Frank.
Yeah. I know, but Salty Frank is a good troll.
Oh, true that. I remember. I didn't really talk much to Salty Frank, but we did play at Fortnite that one night.
Yeah.
But I remember he was alright. You know, he didn't seem like he was too much of a troll.
Oh, no.
He's the best.
He's the biggest troll. You should hear him read a fucking movie. Fucking watch the Wes.
I was trying to play a scary game and he started reading like the word for word movies of like movie
The
trailers.
script?
Yeah.
Like the storyline.
It's hilarious.
28. Now this one I thought would be higher. Maybe it is just for my book. It's Half-Life.
Half-Life 1?
Yeah. 2's probably going to be higher.
Yeah. Never played Half-Life 1.
27 is Skyrim.
Dude, that's a fucking greatest game ever made. What do you mean?
So
I love that goddamn game.
I can see you want to say something, Taylor, and I'm curious.
Well, I got nothing bad to say about Skyrim. I'm just not a fan of those types of games.
Yeah.
I like exploring, but at the same time,
If the
Like-
caves look the same, it's kind of boring.
Yeah, exactly. If it looks all the same, it gets repetitive and old. But-
got stuck in a goddamn cave in Skyrim for like 3 days.
I remember that. You were so mad.
That game's so good though.
The one thing that I have to say about Skyrim that, as like,
Oblivion was good though too, but
right, as a longtime gamer, as most of us are, is, Skyrim was one of the games that transcended gaming a little bit because of how many people who were never gamers heard so much about Skyrim and then went and tried it and actually stuck with it. I see that with... there's been games like that for a long time, but without Skyrim... I remember in high school, like, people that never gamed before, like, oh yeah, I was playing Skyrim last night until 2 in the morning. I'm like, oh, where were you 10 years ago when good games were coming out?
Yeah, I don't know. With Skyrim job, I don't know. It was kind of like the same thing with Fallout. Like, I couldn't really get into it. I mean, there's some people out there that really love the exploring aspect of it and like
Right.
being able to look at every single detail of everything. But at the same time, I like to just get straight to the point. Kind of
Right.
like with like a Legend of Zelda game. Sure, there's side quests, but like you know what you're doing for the most part. You know what you have to do next.
I'm very curious if you'll like Breath of the Wild because it's a game where it's 100% free roam. There's no linearness to it. And if you want, you can load in the game and immediately go fight, what's his butt?
Ganon?
Yeah, Ganon.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious of how I'll react to it as well.
It's beautiful.
Because I've heard it's just nothing but a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At the same time, I consider Super Mario Brothers 3 a masterpiece. So
Right.
it's kind of
That's what
hard.
It is, though. I mean, it's... Salty Frank says, I like to keep a sense of, that sounds like it could be true, but it is in my facts. But no, Simu isn't a troll. And then he follows up, my dad only
Like
plays...
Salty and I would get along very well. Just natural bullshitters.
Right? My dad, who only plays online poker, now will still play Skyrim if it's in front of him. Let's see here. 26 is Twilight Princess.
Fuck is that?
Good
Legend
game.
of Zelda.
It was a good one.
25.
Do I think it was better than Majora's Mask? No.
No.
Not even close.
25 is Mass Effect 2. Fantastic.
never played the Mass Effects.
I love them.
I tried to play 3, because that's what I was told by my friends. Just start 3. Don't even play 1 or 2 because they're trash. That's what I was told. And so I played 3, got stuck. Literally got stuck in a glitch. So basically every time I load my saves file, I'd be stuck in the roof of some club-like building.
Yeah.
But it was on another planet. So like... It's hard to explain this because I didn't really get that far into it.
Right, no,
But yeah,
gotcha.
I was stuck in the roof. Anytime I'd load to my save state and I had all my like things that I would add to my character, abilities, whatever, I was stuck in the roof. Couldn't get out.
Right.
And I was like, is it really worth starting over again? Nah.
Reminds me of Dragon Age. I got stuck in that,
Yeah, you
that game
did.
one point. Like, I beat it before, but I, like, tried replaying it because it had, like, been a few years. But, like, I went into, like, one mission and you couldn't turn back in. And, like, I went in with, like, a mage army. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. And there was just no going back. Like, you either restart from, like, way far back or you fucking get through that. And, like, I tried beating it for so many days and stuff. And, like,
That game's save spots are fucking relentless.
yeah.
I was gonna say, for
Like
fucking,
there was nothing I could fucking do, so I was just like, I give up.
that's
There-
one thing I say about Skyrim and fucking Fallout. Save, 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 save,
Yeah.
save.
Yeah,
All the saves. Yeah, Paco might have a point. I don't know if those are your friends who told you to play Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I don't know. That's like, I just go by my friend's word. And if they
Right.
tell me, like, do this, of course I'm going to follow it because they're my friends.
Right. Did you ever play Knights of the Old Republic? Star Wars
Yes.
game?
For Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was perfect. That was probably the best Star Wars game ever released.
I agree with you 100%.
And
The
there's
first
this-
Mass Effect, if you play it, feels exactly like it, and it's just a different story.
Oh.
The first Mass Effect,
Then
I would.
enjoy it.
It's not
I
on
got,
par
like,
with Knights of the
6.
Republic. Like that. I mean, I've played Knights of the
Plus
Republic like 3
half
times.
that.
Yeah, I just love it. It's up there though with it for sure. I didn't play 3. I didn't play Mass Effect 3 though, so I don't know. I played 1 and 2, and they're 9 out of 10 games in my eyes. But Knights of the Republic is definitely one of my favorite games ever. Tekken 3, there's 24.
Yeah.
Good
I
game.
agree
I've never
with
played
that.
half of these.
Yeah.
Tekken is great.
Most of them for me.
I suck at Tekken.
Like, I mean, Tekken 3 is like the staple in the Tekken series, I believe, because that's what really got them on the map. That's the first one I played. That's how I got to play it the first time was through a Pizza Hut demo disc.
Oh,
and it came with
shit.
like Tomb Raider, Medieval, Hercules, and probably a Gran Turismo or some other racing
Yeah.
game like that. But
Demo discs used to be the shit.
dude, I love that. You know, you're already expecting pizza, which you don't ever get. At least in my family, we'd never get like fast food or anything like that. And so then Pizza Hut rolls around and is like, oh, here, there's a demo disc with your fucking free, your pizza. It's free.
Yeah.
Here you go. And I was just sitting there on my PlayStation like, oh shit, I might buy this game. Never did. Except Medieval. Medieval was awesome.
Medieval is dope. Did you ever play this game? It's a random ass PlayStation game called Jersey Devil.
I don't think I've ever even heard
I
of
think
it.
you would like that one a lot. It was so cool.
Jersey Devil. What was it about?
I don't really remember the story because I was a kid. But you were this little dude and you ran around collecting pumpkins and like doing platformers and stuff, like a 3D platformer. It was a lot of fun.
I gotta piss real quick.
Okay.
Right back.
Oh wait, continue. Whoa. Damn, that like echoed over here.
It did echo. I could hear that
Yeah.
shit.
Now stay there, Beck. We fit.
God, I just coughed and farted at the same time.
He yelled after I did.
Mass Effect 3 was great till the ending. Yeah. That's what a lot of people said.
Never fucking played it, so I wouldn't know. Never played most of these games. Look at my fucking ring shape. See what I'm talking about? When I say it's misshapen when I wear it after a night.
Why does it do that?
It's just like shitty metal. It's made to like, start as a little kid. It's made for rings for everyone. Be a member of the church, so you can literally. They obviously start out round, but then you can just like fucking
Gotcha.
fit them. So it's just like basically like aluminum,
Yeah.
So all I do is take that bullet, 'cause, obviously it grows bigger, so I make it round and I put it on my finger, but the next day, like sometimes I sleep with my hand, so like the one day my finger was like asleep because it lost blood circulation because it was just fucking flat.
That's definitely healthy.
So time for a new fucking CTR ring. Like, I should buy a super fucking nice one, like a...
Yeah, I was gonna say, when we get super famous and super rich, you should buy like a fucking gaudy ass CTR ring that's like
fucking big chain?
Yeah, dude.
Like 6ix9ine's fucking rim,
Yeah.
or spinning 6ix9ine chain.
It's just CTR.
CTR. Let's see. Oh, look at that bad boy. I could fucking flex with this bad boy.
Oh, CTR rings. I thought it was Crash Team Racing.
That's a good one. Damn, look at that. $96. I could flex with that bad boy. I'd be flossing.
CTR, bitch. I choose that right.
Alright.
Let's see. What did you say? When I was little, I didn't get as many demo discs as I did cracks for pirated video games from my uncle.
Sick.
I mean, what?
I remember one Christmas my mom bought us a modded Xbox 360 with like 50 fucking games
Dude,
with
those
it.
mods are dope.
I just bought one recently.
Huh.
It's got about, I think, 80 360 games on it
Yeah.
and like 20 original
We were so
Xbox.
fucking stoked. It
But-
was just like a fucking, like, one of those old ass fucking things where you just flip the disc
Yeah.
and stuff. There's like one on each side, and 2 in a fucking sleeve. Yeah.
So many good games.
Mine came.
It was a shit.
I bought mine from eBay, but like I told the guy like what games I wanted on it.
Yeah.
Mostly Left 4 Dead because I fucking love Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
But
So good. We still played it for a while. We got it because they were cheap on sale on PC, so we play online for a
There's
while.
still people who play like the
Yeah.
versus modes.
I mean, I'd assume so because Valve isn't gonna make another one.
There's
It sucks.
fucking...
They're gonna stick to just.
There's rumors
Steam.
that they're working on one. Let's
For
see.
real?
More
Mhm.
rumors than like the fake Half-Life 3 rumors. That
Yeah.
There's actually a
Like if
people.
they make it for just Steam, I'd believe it.
What's it
but
called?
if they were gonna,
Fuck, guys.
Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
I've heard that Valve isn't gonna make any more console games.
Well,
Yeah. They never did good.
It's not coming out. The truth finally. Oh, this is 2019.
Motherfucker.
So apparently...
Another rumor.
So yeah, because there was teaser trailers for it. But...
Unless someone just created those.
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
updated.
sure.
28.
Who-
This is December. Left 4 Dead 3 release date. A few months ago, many fans got hyped over what turned out to be a fake trailer on Facebook. So unless they've been secretly developing the past couple of years, planning a surprise anniversary, a third game is yet to be ways off, if it ever comes to that. Yeah, so we got tricked for sure then.
Wait, go to that picture. I just love that it's modded versions of Ellis, Coach,
Yeah.
and Nick.
And they're just wearing a police outfit.
That's the best on PC, because we play with the fucking mods. So
yeah.
like one of like Wes's like what is it the what's the hunter?
The hunter's an anime girl.
An anime girl.
Nice.
The tank is Shrek.
Yeah, it's Shrek. So like it starts playing fucking what's the band? Fucking
Smash Mouth.
It starts playing Smash Mouth, so you know a tank's coming because it'll start playing Smash Mouth.
And then you
Nice.
just hear Shrek like scream, "What are you doing in my
Yeah,
swamp?"
or just donkey,
Donkey.
and then all of a sudden you get thrown in a big old thing and just donkey.
Wait, did you say it was the tank that was Shrek?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tank.
And so does it play some?
Yeah,
yeah, exactly like that.
That's all it does, and then you just hear donkey, and then it just throws big old shits at you.
I wish I could have experienced that because I've only had Left 4 Dead on console.
Yeah,
I've seen the mods that they have
it's
out
so
there.
fucking funny.
Like how every zombie's a Teletubby or something.
What were the ones we were doing for every zombie? I can't remember.
Hey, what's up, gaming? It has been a long time. How are you?
Yeah, fucking.
We did the Zoidberg one.
Oh yeah, Zoidberg. So you're.
Yeah, all the common infected.
Yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. All the zombies are just going whoop, 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 whoop.
There's a Teletubbies one where they're all like glow in the dark
Yeah.
Teletubbies.
Wes had it so all the main people, like Ellis and stuff, they're all raptors.
Yeah. Is that you?
Yeah, I got a message from someone that I was not expecting.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll reply to that, later. Maybe I'll bring it up in another
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
There was one other thing that was really. Oh, so like on the Left 4 2 Dead. Left.
Yes.
Jesus.
Left 2, 4,
Yeah.
3 dead. No,
The
sorry.
Left 4, yeah, I think I just had a stroke. The Left 4 Dead 2 on Steam, you can also play the Left 4 Dead 1 maps, and there's a mod pack to make all the main characters the Dark Souls,
The
knights and
yeah.
stuff.
That's pretty sick.
So I can praise the fucking sun.
Speaking of like Dark Souls type games, I recently played Bloodborne. Have you guys played that?
Yes, love it.
Dude, it's amazing.
Yeah, might
I'm
be
not
better
playing
than Dark Souls.
I mean, okay, Curtis is a diehard
Yes.
Bloodborne or
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls
Yeah.
fan, and he also loves Bloodborne. But he's tried to get me into Dark Souls quite a few times. The one time I mainly remember, he brought over the first Dark Souls to play on my PlayStation 3, and he's like, "Okay, make this class, do this exactly, and you're actually gonna have a good time playing." Because if you start out with a shitty class, then you're not gonna have a good time. because
Every
you-
time I fucking started, I'd play with the naked guy.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking, because if you're a heavily armored dude, you're slow,
Mm.
and you can't roll as fast or dodge attacks. But as soon as he brought over Bloodborne, it was like a completely different experience for me. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know
Bloodborne
why.
just something about the Bloodborne like
The way you can
how it
just slash
feels.
somebody and then your whole outfit is covered in blood. That is the coolest shit to me. I
So
don't know.
Salty Frank just came up with something. If
God
you
damn it.
draw a line from microphone to microphone, then to Liam Neeson's third eye, it's a perfect triangle. The triangle has 3 points. Chandler has his mouth covered a lot, symbolizing a mute man. Gordon Freeman is mute. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
That's
Done
it.
deal.
He's got it. He's cracked the code.
Go with like.
yeah.
Well, it's that I'm covering my mouth or I'm smoking.
What's up, Mr. Amazing 3001? How are you?
Hey.
More than I'm just smoking instead of covering my mouth.
Let's see, 23 on the list. Batman Arkham City. I never got into those games.
The only one
I
I
didn't play
ever
that.
played was Arkham Asylum, and I was like, it's a Batman game, okay?
Yeah.
I heard that it's one of those games that it's like, duh, to play, because
Yeah.
it kind of just like holds your hand throughout the whole game.
Now, see, you say that, and I've never been a fan of like hacker slash games. Like I never used to like the old God of Wars, even though people shit on me for not liking them.
I never did either.
I'm not really a fan of
Or
it.
like Darksiders.
I hate those games, dude.
Yeah.
They're my least favorite style of games.
God of War 4 looks dope.
I like picking my own camera.
Yeah, but the Batman games are kind of like that dumb, like
Yeah.
easy combat, and I just don't find that appealing.
I don't know. The one I played was a little difficult. It was
Yeah.
decent. It was. I understand why people could really like them. The same way, like I can understand why people like God of War and stuff though.
Right.
Like I knew people. Like I worked with this dude at FedEx that only played. He constantly would talk about the fucking Batman games. He's like, dude, the new fucking one coming out. Like he would tell me on. I was like,
Yeah, I know someone like that too who used to really play.
Ha! That's cool. The person that hit me up actually just told me they're watching this
Huh,
podcast.
nice.
Oh shit!
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, what's up, friendos?
hello.
Welcome.
I'm not gonna say names or nothing.
Yeah,
yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I think.
22 is the orange box. Now the orange box is just
Half-Life 2.
Team Fortress. I can't remember what all of them were.
Fuck, what's the other one? I know there's 3.
Portal.
Portal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is there 4 games?
Team Fortress 2, Half-Life 2,
Left 4 Dead.
Portal. No, I don't think Left 4 Dead was on it.
Oh.
No.
Oh, it's Half-Life 2 and the second episode of Half-Life 2. I think.
Gotcha.
I don't know, but that's all that was. 21 is Resident Evil 4.
See, I don't
like that.
Yeah.
remember the Resident Evils that much. Like the order, like which one was which one.
See, I never played the wonky-ass top-down one with the shitty camera. I tried as a
Is that
kid and
one?
I couldn't get past
That's
it.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of them either. I would really want to play the fucking new Resident Evil 2, the remake.
looks
Like
so
that one I
good.
heard is
It looks
amazing.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
I really want to play it
Yeah, fucking.
because they fixed the camera.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mostly because
they made it a good game. and-
that's what crippled the game was the
I heard-
shitty camera.
So I heard there's DLC, which is a new game basically for Resident Evil 2.
Oh, wow.
So like they did the remake. I think it's coming out, and basically it'll be Resident Evil 2. It's time period, but a different
different-
story. And
Well, because isn't it Resident
for an original game, they wanted
Right.
basic. It's kind of like when Far Cry, Far Cry, they did Far Cry 5, and now they did the Far Cry 5, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that's what they're doing
And
basically.
they did like Blood Dragon for
Yeah.
Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
So isn't like Resident Evil 2, don't you play like as 3 different people? It's Jill,
It's the dude,
Leon,
Leon.
yeah.
Jill, and I think you play as Chris as well.
As Chris.
Yeah,
Chris
yeah, for sure,
Redfield.
you do.
20 is Uncharted 2, Among Thieves.
I never played the Uncharted.
Me neither, but I've heard really
Have you?
I've heard really good things about them. 19, fucking GoldenEye 007. That game is, I don't know if I'd put it.
I wouldn't even put it in the top 50. It's a
Wait,
it's
which
a
one-
cool
which
classic
one's
to
that
play
one?
with your
GoldenEye,
friends.
like James
Oh,
Bond.
okay. I was just trying to think of the two. I always get the fucking two James Bonds confused, like the N64 ones. Like I remember playing the one, but then whenever we were playing them, I was like, oh, this is not the one I was thinking. of.
Right. See, I'm with you. I don't know though, because
It's super nostalgic. That's why it's so fucking high rated. Like
Probably-
everyone fucking played that goddamn game.
yeah.
Probably for the same reason that Super Mario World will be on this list because it's just super nostalgic.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
But it is a great game to play when you're drunk as shit with your friends.
I love
Yeah,
playing
it is.
fucking yeah.
It's hella fun.
Yeah,
I wonder what's gonna get snubbed off this list that we're gonna be.
we'll see.
Confused by it.
Let's hear the rest.
18's Bioshock, first one.
Yeah, that's a really good game.
Definitely
I'd
that
put
up
it there. Yeah.
17, Half-Life 2. So yeah, we called that one being higher. 16, NFL 2K1.
That was the first one for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I had that one on the Dreamcast.
And it had the dude from the Vikings. What was his name? Randy Moss?
Was it Randy Moss on that?
Pretty
Yeah,
sure it was
definitely.
Randy Moss.
That was probably the year that he fucking.
And that was probably one of the best 2K games for the NFL to ever come out,
Yeah.
I think.
that was probably the
played
same
the
year
fuck
he
out of that game.
mooned the Packers.
Yeah,
15, the first Halo. I think that's fair.
that's
Just
fair.
because that was a revolution.
That was a big ass game. Halo
Yeah.
fucking changed a lot of things in gaming.
Halo
At
3.
least for first person shooters.
I think Halo 3 for me, and I know for you, Halo 3 made. This is going to sound weird and like cheesy, but it made my relationships with my friends stronger.
Definitely.
100%.
Halo
Yeah.
3 was one of the
100%.
greatest.
I beat that game with so many different friends and everything
Yeah.
that it's like it's fucking insane.
And it was almost like a different experience every
Yeah.
time
Every
because you were
single
with
time.
somebody else.
yeah.
Like I remember
I love
Chandler,
that.
like me and Chandler, like he came over and we beat it in like 2 days or whatever.
Yeah.
But he would show me a skull that I didn't know where it was,
Yeah.
and then I'd play it with Forrest or like any other friend. They would show me a skull that I didn't know about, and like it was just like so.
That's so connected to my childhood. I'll
Yeah.
never forget that fucking
And
game.
Yeah, it's just
And it
Yeah,
was
one-
just like so connective, just with your friends too.
Yeah.
Just like to
Playing
be like,
fucking what's
holy
the one
shit, you know
Sand?
this?
Sandstorm
Sandtrap.
or Sandtrap?
Yeah,
Sandstorm.
Daruga Sandstorm, dude.
Sand, I just remember
I
watching
think I
that.
listened to that song. That song was super popular when that game
Yeah,
was out, so I
well,
definitely
yeah, of course.
listened to that game while, or listened to that song while
One
playing
time
that
though,
game.
fucking, I've told this before, but I was playing with Corbin Stores and my cousin Bryson, and fucking, do you know that big, not the Spartan laser, the one little laser guns, like,
Yeah.
and I kept fucking killing him over and over and over, and just like repeating, he's like, dude, fuck you, and throws his controller at me.
My favorite part was when you could like create your own maps, and then I'd like create my own map and everything, and then have my brothers play
Yeah.
with me, and I'd be like, okay, you three
Forge
versus me,
mode.
and like they were always like, oh, we're gonna fucking rape him, and or we're gonna
Destroy
smash
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
things, and but like I knew all the parts of the map, and they're like they only had one person to go. I had three of them. Like
Yeah.
it was always just like I destroy them every single time. But like they always thought that they would have an advantage, but they never did.
Well, the nights that I remember so fondly were like 12 people in my basement. We
Bring over multiple Xboxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got on Sandtrap and we did the 300 speed zombies, and everyone was just getting warthogs and try and get away from the
Custom
fast
games were
zombie.
so fun back in
Yeah.
the day. Then they put them in the new games
Yeah.
because they knew everyone played those custom games.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was Halo 3 definitely is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Big
Playing
part.
like our own zombies version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost like the imagination, just like the fact, like, I don't know.
It's like
For
first
me,
time
it was,
you could like create your own like way of playing and stuff.
right.
I kind of had that same experience with. I think you may have been there with.
Yeah.
With the army soldiers,
Yeah.
Damn, I remember that game.
dude.
Was it the green?
he
Wasn't
had,
it green?
Like he had a nice place. I mean, like everybody in that neighborhood had somewhat of a nice place, but they had that basement,
Yeah.
and with the N64 playing army soldiers. Do
I
you
remember that fucking game. Yeah, it's
It was so
They had the
cool!
green fucking game.
Green and yellow.
Yeah.
Green versus yellow. Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah, we used to. Yeah.
Salty
Yeah.
says,
Hold
hot
on,
take.
hold on. Mute the mic really quick.
It probably covered it up, to be honest.
Yeah.
You probably just heard. So like,
Oh, okay.
it
yeah.
literally probably covered it.
I didn't want to like name names or whatever.
It's okay. I just unmuted it.
Oh,
no,
no.
I didn't. No, I did.
Yeah. Jeff.
But
Faye.
Yeah.
Salty
F A.
says, hot take. Half-Life games suck. Dude, I'm gonna be
disagree.
honest, I've never beat Half-Life 2. I got stuck, so I stopped playing it for a while. I bought the fucking, what's the fucking, with all the games on it?
The orange box.
The orange
Yeah.
box. So I bought the orange box, and I got stuck in, do you know where you're like going through like the sewer rivers on a little boat? I stopped playing it for like 3 months, and I didn't know which direction I was supposed to be going, so I was stuck just in there for like 2 days, and I never beat it because I got so frustrated.
See, I
But
disagree
it's
with
Counter-Strike original source, baby.
Ooh, Source, great. See, I disagree with you, Salty, because the first Half-Life, if you don't look up any guides, is extremely hard and confusing, and it doesn't hold your hand.
Half-Life 2 is the same way, though.
Yeah, and there's not games like that anymore. But if you compare it to like a lot of other games, it's really not that great. But I just love that
Yeah.
there's so like that. I think that
It changed the game, too, for other games, too.
Yeah.
It's one of those that people base the way the next games came out because of Half-Life, how it was.
I know you like majority older games compared to newer games. Older games don't hold your hand.
Yeah.
They're very relentless and rude.
And it's like how I've learned and lived my whole life, the hard way.
Yeah,
And that's why I really like the old school games, because it's like you have to learn the hard way to be good at it.
the fact that you
Tyson's
No one's
Punch
gonna
Out.
help
Oh,
you,
is that
just
going to be on
fucking-
there?
Unless
it.
you got a buddy
Maybe.
who's like, I know this
I doubt it.
secret or whatever.
I doubt it.
see, and being like, so my dad was a gamer, so he understood like my struggle with games. But like, I remember him like going like, Knights of the Republic came out, right? And he was like all over it because he's a huge Star Wars fan. And I loved watching him play, and I loved playing it. And that was during the age of like, there was no internet articles on trying to beat games. So I remember him like calling like Target and Best Buy and all these places looking for the fucking player's guide, those thick books.
I had a
Yeah.
few of those growing up and stuff. That's
And,
like,
like,
hella fun.
That's how you had to use the
Yeah.
game if you couldn't beat games. And I remember like going on this long ass adventure to go buy a fucking player's guide to Knights of the Old Republic. Like,
My friend gave me one of those to Halo
Damn,
3.
my Punch Out was with your games like I was stolen, wasn't it?
what?
Wasn't my Punch Out with your pile of games that got stolen?
No,
That sucks.
so-
Super or Mike Tyson's?
I had Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Wes, like, he had a
That
backpack. We
sucks.
took all our old games and someone stole it out of his car. Like,
There was like
I only had, 3 games in there?
something like that.
I only had 3, so, like, for me, it's like, yeah, it sucks. But he had,
I had like $400 or $500 worth of old games and new games in there. Almost my whole entire N64 collection got
and
sold.
N64 collection, NES
NES
games,
games.
SNES games.
Same with mine. They probably got stolen too.
It was out of my car, either here or at my house,
Fuck.
like 4 months ago.
Never heard about
And my
that.
backpack was like a $70 Nike backpack.
Yeah,
That's
fucking balls.
fucked.
But so number 14, you called this one Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, I called that to be in the top 5.
Oh, interesting.
I never actually beat it. I played a little bit of it,
It's pretty great.
but I've seen the reviews of how people just
Swung it
love
off.
that fucking game. It's great that you have a cap that you can just like throw at and become something.
Yeah,
Like,
I wanted to
the
play that one.
concept of that sounds really cool. When I get a Switch, I'll be playing the shit out of it.
it
But
was hard
It's
for
too expensive still.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was hard for me being a huge, like my biggest Mario experience was 64, and like I can still play, I can still beat it with ease, like, and the controls still feel natural. It's hard. It was hard. It's really hard for me to transition onto the Switch. With it feels super complex because there's so much more shit you can do.
Is it with like the physical controls or what?
Physical, both.
Okay.
It just feels awkward, and it's probably because I haven't played much Switch. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, because you're used to like either a D-pad or a directional pad.
Yeah.
To just like all right, that's the same thing. I don't know why. But I meant to say joystick,
Right.
like for the N64, D-pad or a joystick. But yeah, then you got to do this shit
Yeah.
to like throw your hat. Or
Oh, really?
whatever. Yeah.
So it's a little confusing. This one I don't know if I agree with. 13 is Grand Theft Auto 3.
That's
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's fair.
I'd say
Yeah.
that was the I think. Okay, I won't say biggest. I'd say before. Yeah, I'd say that's one of the biggest Grand Theft Autos because that was the first one. That was the first 2 were
That's
top.
the first one
top-
I ever
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, and they were even released on Game Boy.
Yeah.
If it says anything.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I know that. I just didn't think that it had like that high of like scoring.
I think
from
so.
people.
Yeah.
Even Chinatown. Did you play Chinatown? Grand
Mhm.
Theft Auto.
Yeah,
That was another Game Boy Advance
Yeah.
exclusive, I believe. But
yeah, it was for yeah.
I
it-
played
it was
that
advanced
one.
for sure. Yeah.
GTA 3 Change It Man. Yeah, I guess maybe I just didn't think that one would be in here. But
I bet there's higher GTA's after that though.
I agree with number 12, Metroid Prime. That game's fucking
Yeah, I
relentless.
I never played that.
That game is brutal.
So I'll give you
And
an
it's
example of how Metro Prime, like playing that game is. This is how your asshole starts. This is how your asshole ends. Like, it's real rough.
Yeah.
It's real rough.
It was definitely one of those games that taught you the hard way.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that a lot.
She was a chick the whole time.
I mean, so Metroid Prime as in the one for GameCube, correct? Or,
I think that's the
because there was Super Metroid.
yeah
then
GameCube and Wii.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one was actually really, really fucking good, and I loved it. As much as I love the Super Metroid and original Metroid, that one just tore it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Obviously
Chinatown was
with,
for
like,
Game
the
Boy,
graphics and everything else.
Did you play Pikmin?
Pikmin.
God, it's so good. I hope Luigi's Mansion's number 1.
Let's see.
It's so
oh yeah,
fun.
yeah. Chinatown.
No,
it
Chinatown was
also
it,
released.
was
that.
it on? Oh, it's both.
Mhm.
Okay.
like a drug dealer mini game.
I mean, I don't remember the full story, but I just
Yeah.
remember it was just a top-down GTA.
Yeah.
Number 11 is Perfect Dark.
Never heard of that.
I
That
like
was
that
a
that's
64 game.
I like that that's higher than GoldenEye.
Yeah,
because
I
it's definitely
appreciate
better
that.
than GoldenEye.
Both made by Rare,
Yeah.
and Rare was just at the fucking peak of
Yeah.
their careers, making Donkey Kong and fucking.
Perfect Dark got a re-release on the 360 and Xbox One.
I didn't know that.
Bruh.
Might have to check that out.
Yeah, now that I have a 360.
Damn.
I was gonna
Fuck.
say I'll give you my Xbox 360 if you didn't have one.
Yeah.
No, I got that modded one. It's
Okay.
got like custom LED lights. It's so fucking sick.
I
I'll
got a
send
bunch
you
of
snaps
Xbox
it.
360
Hell yeah.
games if you want it.
What games?
I don't know.
'Cause
I'll
all I have is
Snapchat.
Dragon Ball Z.
I'll Snapchat 'em to you later.
Oh, I got You're about to have some games to play. I got.
I mean, if you're trying to give them away,
I literally, my Xbox 360 is just sitting there with a pile of games. They might not. They're all at home. I'll send you a Snapchat later what I have, and you can
Wesley's
have.
game collection is
any of them.
unparalleled.
Yeah, I got a
yeah,
lot
I
of games.
think I have 2 games: Final Fantasy 13 and Dragon Ball Z Resurrection. Or no, that's the movie. It's like Budokai something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll Snapchat you what I have when I get home, and you can just have them all. I haven't played 360 in so long. You can have all the games for it. Any of them you want, at least.
I'm down.
Number 10 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
I played that one a lot.
Wait,
I
what
would.
number is that?
3. So that would.
That was
No,
the
I
one on
mean,
the ship,
on
right?
list.
Number 10. So we just cracked the top 10.
That was the one on the. You could go on the fucking cruise ship, right?
Yeah.
PlayStation 2,
Yeah, that was
PlayStation
that
Game
one.
Boy Color,
Well, I'm kind of
N64.
worried now because at this point, Tony Hawk's Underground is probably not in the top 10. Tony Hawk's Underground was a masterpiece.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was-
the best Tony Hawk game
Yeah,
in my
it was
opinion.
so
That
good.
game,
Underground 1, not 2.
Yeah.
that game may or may have not got me into punk music.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Like my uncle, like
That fucking soundtrack was
it was so good.
it was amazing.
Wasn't it down like Goldfinger and shit on
Yeah.
there?
Goldfinger, Bouncing Souls, Alkaline Trio,
Yeah.
No Effects, Bad Religion. Fuck, dude, there were so many good bands on that soundtrack. Same with 4, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
Yeah.
4. That's the first time I ever heard Idea and Abilities,
Yeah.
which is one of my
Yeah.
favorite rap groups. Old
So
school.
sad he fucking died.
It's a shame, man. I love that dude. That dude wrote straight poetry, nothing else.
Right.
Oh, it's amazing.
So number 9 is
So-
Breath of the Wild.
That's fair to say with all the reviews I've heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
All
game's
my
loved.
friends saying it's a masterpiece.
Number 8, Chandler called it, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
It
I
had
respect
to.
that.
You know how many fucking records that
It's
thing
a-
fucking broke?
It really is a great game.
Yeah.
It
I
broke
love it.
more fucking records than any movie
Yeah.
has ever fucking even made.
And then Red Dead Redemption 2 came in and was like, psych, let me get that $1 billion open.
Yeah.
That game.
But like
That
same
campaign's
from the
good.
same creators and everything, like it's rightfully
Well, here's
so.
the thing though, GTA 5's online is still like extremely prominent,
Yeah.
and they're making so much money.
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't be surprised if that game's made like 5 or 10 billion.
Not even a
easily.
little bit. That would fucking
Let's
like
see.
they probably did that in like the first 3 years.
Like it's
And
the
like
fact-
it's how fucking old is that game? Like 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
that's way older than now.
I think it was released in 2012.
It got
right?
released on the 360.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was the brilliant part about it.
I have a,
Yeah.
I have
And
a
then it
picture on
fucking
my
hit
phone
both
the night it came out. 6 billion.
billion.
Oh, that's just how many
In
units it
revenue.
sold. That's not talking about GTA Online.
yeah,
Yeah.
all the microtransactions to buy all the shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
No, that's like I knew it had to have been up there. Like there's no way it wouldn't have
Any
been.
film, book, or game.
Yeah.
It's made more than the goddamn Bible.
Yeah.
Fuck
You know
you,
what's funny,
Jesus.
I wouldn't have played GTA 5 if it wasn't for a pawn shop. I bought my first PS3 at a pawn shop
Yeah.
with a couple of games that they were selling, like Final Fantasy 13 and
Yeah.
some
Damn.
Naruto stupid game, which I like Naruto. But anyway,
Yeah.
when I first bought that PS3, I go to plug it in and I go to put a disc in, and it's not
Another
letting
one up for the anime.
it's not letting the disc go in. I'm like, there must be a fucking disc in here still. Open it up, it's GTA 5.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Score.
they didn't even know it was in there. So
Damn.
then I was like, fuck these other games. I'll play GTA 5, motherfuckers.
I beat GTA 5 3 times.
Chandler was playing it the other day when I went over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we kept going up. In, what we did for like an hour
I
straight.
forgot.
We would spawn a helicopter, go as high as we could, and then jump out and try to land on
the
cars
car.
for like an hour straight. We just fucking tried
That's
to
the
die.
beauty
Yeah,
of GTA.
exactly. You can fucking
You
do
have so
anything.
much fun just doing that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we
You
did it
know?
for so long. We just did alleged.
We got
things and
really close a few times where we like almost like this was like a week or two ago. We just fucking trying to just kill ourselves on top of a car on a freeway.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? So, GTA 4 I felt like was really fun just to fuck around.
Dude,
to.
Yeah.
GTA vs. 4 was so much.
Oh,
then
yeah.
fucking the Battle of Gay Tony.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What was the biker one? That one was good too.
that was.
Yeah.
that
I
was
never
the
played
Ballad
that
of Gay
one.
They
Tony.
came out
Was it?
together, but they I
Because
can't
it came
remember.
out with like Ballad of Gay Tony,
And then whatever the biker one was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like a multi.
Lost Boys?
Right.
Yeah, the Lost something. Yeah.
yeah. I thought it.
Lost City Stories.
Los Santos.
Yeah, I can't remember, but and then the GTA 5 starts out and he fucking kills the main fucking biker dude from the
Yeah.
thing.
I went back and tried to
Sick.
play GTA 4 the other day. Like, well, I mean,
It's rough.
other day, like several months
It's been
ago.
compared.
It's so weird, like how drastically better GTA 5 got.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gonna be yeah.
it was cool. Let's see here. 7. You know.
Is it fucking Last of Us?
Nope. Last of Us was like 40.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you said it was gonna be higher. I didn't. Luigi's Mansion?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn it.
Red Dead Redemption 2 story, that was one of the best story games I've ever personally played.
Dude, there's still missions that I didn't play that I need to go back. Like, there was one, it's a time traveler. You meet a time traveler, a side thing, and I didn't know that was part of it.
Oh.
I need to go back and do all the side shit.
I didn't finish the prologue.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the prologue.
I knew the game was good. I've never played it, but I knew the game was good only because of my brother.
Yeah.
Like, he's not one of the ones that's like waiting for an upcoming game or something. He'll usually play like the games that he used to love to play, like Red Dead Redemption. So when Red Dead 2 came out, he beat it in 3 days, and
Yeah.
I knew it must be a good fucking game.
Yeah, so did I beat it so quick. It's like a 60-hour story game, and I beat it in the first week it came out. And
Fuck.
yeah.
There was something just riveting about it, like...
But I talked about Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out for like since Red Dead Redemption.
There was just something like the characters were so like just drawn out and well, and like you cared about the main character, and it was just good. 6. Now this game I haven't played, Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Never.
I never played the first or second one.
I played the first one, and I thought it was really fun. I never beat it though, mainly because that was a rental,
Yeah.
and
He said he cried at both the endings of both Red Dead Redemption, both of them.
I wouldn't say you're a
you
pussy.
are not a pussy.
You're a man.
You are a fucking man.
That
with a heart.
story. Both of them had crazy endings.
Yeah.
So
It
Not
was
crazy.
so good, dude.
Were
Yeah.
you a Hollywood Video or Blockbuster
Hollywood
person?
Video.
Yeah, for sure.
And Game Crazy.
yeah, Game Crazy over GameStop for sure.
Yeah, Game Crazy was
It was the shit.
so
I
good.
fucking loved it. You walk in and there's a giant fucking cutout of Master Chief. You're
Yeah.
like, what's up, dude? I'm ready to buy some fucking games. I loved Game Crazy and Hollywood Video. Blockbuster was also my main for older games, like for my N64.
Right.
I'd go to Game Crazy for PS2 and
Yeah.
Xbox. I did have both.
Yeah.
I remember. So I was never good at Super Smash Bros, and I'm still not good at it. And they were holding a contest, a melee contest at Game Crazy, and I just happened to be there when it was going. I didn't know about it. I was just there when it was going on, and the guy who was kind of feminine who worked there, didn't he live by you or something?
No, the one with the wonky eye lived by me.
Oh, the one.
And so did the chick that drove the WRX.
Right. So there was like the one dude who was kind of feminine. He may have been gay. I know it's not important, but that's a good
What's up, Imagine?
idea of who he was. He's like, "Do you want to play? We need the last spot." And I'm like, "Oh, sure. I've played this game a couple times." That's when I realized there's some gamers who only play one specific game and get really good at it. This
Yeah.
kid stomped me 3
He
stocks
texts you?
to 0, and I was like,
Have you ever been to Quarters?
"Quarters?
It's a video game
to see how long
type
he's gonna be
bar
awake.
in Salt
Oh.
Lake. Have you ever been to Quarters, Forrest?
Quarters.
Or you,
Nuh-uh.
Chandler?
There was this fucking. I don't know if you ever went to it in.
It's a bar?
It's a bar.
Oh, no, I've heard it.
arcade.
Yeah, I want to go to. Have you been?
I've been there once.
Oh, is that the new one?
It's relatively new.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
the one
yeah, I
on
think
Forest South,
I've
right?
wanted to fucking go to it. It's the one that's like you go down the stairs?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've wanted to go there. I just haven't yet.
it's cool, but it's packed, and there's not enough games. There's a whole wall of pinball, which nobody wants to play, except for the Iron Maiden one. There's
Oh,
an
shit.
Iron Maiden pinball, which I did get to play eventually. I just had to wait my turn. Because I didn't want to play the stupid fucking Elvis pinball. Fuck that. I want to play Iron Maiden pinball. And then there were Simpsons and some other shit. But they have like a bunch of old school fucking retro machines, like Asteroids,
Yeah.
Dig Dug, Pac-Man, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. They have a bunch of good ones, but they're always taken. And then the ones that aren't taken are the shitty ones, like Tubin. Tubin was like one of those games that people did love, but it wasn't a hit.
Yeah.
Ones like, of course, Area 51, where you actually have a gun
Yeah.
and shoot aliens. But I was mostly there wanting to play Mario Brothers, which they do have an original Mario Brothers cabinet, which is awesome.
Oh, shit.
It's so fucking
Everyone wants
cool
to
to
do
play
that.
Mario with buttons and a joystick. Because I'm really good at playing like this,
Yeah.
not like this.
I've
Yeah.
never
It was like
played
a whole
on
new
a-
challenge for me, you know?
I've never played it on a cabinet before.
Dude, it was so cool.
They're
And
selling
it's
them.
like the original marquee and like the original art on the side and his girl. This dude was just trying to impress her. He couldn't even get past the first fucking world. What a
Aw.
pussy. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here like,
Wow.
Dude, fucking jump on the top, you asshole. Get out of the way.
Right.
Don't you know the warp fucking
Yeah.
tubes, you son of a bitch?
And what
Or
are you,
pipes.
a child?
God, I don't know. I mean, it's cool because you can, like, you'd be like, hey, give me an AMF. I'm gonna go play Mario Bros.
Then you have like fucking 5 AMFs waiting for it.
They also have, like, a separate area for Jenga, like giant Jenga.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then they also have a separate area for Super Smash Bros. Brawl
Oh,
with
that's
4 GameCube controllers, but they're always taken. So I
Yeah.
never got my chance to play.
Right.
But it's
Damn,
just
we'll
cool.
have to
that-
go all together
Yeah.
on these
Dude,
nights.
I'm so down.
I'm way down for that.
Maybe next weekend we'll do a fucking Skinwalker trip, and then Saturday night we'll go quarters.
And then after we
Down.
go and get pro'd, we go and drown our sorrow at quarters.
Yeah.
Speaking of quarters, I actually beat the high score in one of the machines, and I
Damn.
wonder if my name is still on there.
Yeah, what up, Imagine? How you doing tonight?
Yeah, look at this. This was my high score on Dig Dug. I was number 1.
Damn.
Dig Dug's so good.
Damn.
Do they have Centipede?
They do not have Centipede.
Darn. I've always wanted to play that in a cabinet, and Galaga.
They have Galaga,
Sweet.
but it's a multi-cabinet.
Oh, that's okay.
So it's like Galaga Pac-Man,
Right.
or Galaga / Miss Pac-Man or something like that.
You know what place was actually fun that I went to recently? David Buster's.
I want to go
Never been
there.
It's they have like some older style, like they have this ginormous, like a screen probably the size of this wall, and you could play Pac-Man and Galaga and like all that stuff, but the controls were like not, they didn't feel old school. And then they had sit down Mario Kart, like you know how you can
Oh,
go
they have
With
one
with,
of
like an
those at
actual
the-
steering wheel.
Yeah.
They had one of those
yeah.
at the arcade we went to, and they had a giant. I want to buy it if I'm ever rich. It was a Halo. It wasn't Halo 3 or anything, but so it's like 2 screens probably. Like so, if this, it was like a little
It
less
was
than.
fucking huge. You can fit 4 people into
It's 4
it.
people, so then it's 4 people doing shooters. You sit down and it's
And
like
you
turrets.
actually shoot one of
It's
those
like,
guns.
that's
and
so cool.
They have a setup
Joey
at
and Steve
twos.
went in there.
Yeah,
They
Joey
were
and Steve are
fun.
playing it, and
Joey and Steve.
and so it's cool because it's 2 like huge like so. If this wall was a TV, it's 2 of those.
Right.
And then so you're like so it's split into 2 and they're kind of curved like an angle like that. But then but you can aim and go over to the other people that are playing screen. So Steve and Joey are killing theirs and then killing the other people's too.
Yeah.
Just fucking
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Sounds dope.
Wes still needs to Tetris battle me. He's just too scared. Salty, I've told you this once. I know you're really good at Tetris. I would just feel really bad after I dominate you. And you just, like, I don't want to make you sad.
I was
You're my
not
friend.
expecting that reply. Honestly.
All right, so number 5 is Super Mario Galaxy, the first one.
Okay.
I guess.
Oh,
Number 4. Now this is interesting. I was not expecting this at all to be on here. Soul Calibur,
which one? The first one?
first one,
That's odd.
has a critic score of 98 and a user score of 8.6.
If anything, 2 or 3 should be in that spot. 2 or 3 were way better.
Yeah, okay, I had this on the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamcast is highly underrated.
Totally.
It was just ahead of its time,
It just
kind
got
of.
swept under the rug because of the PlayStation 2 and the N64 coming out.
The Sonic game on there, fantastic. There's a game called Record of Lodos War that not a lot of people have played. Is like in my top 50 favorite games ever. It was like an RPG, like a look down RPG that was just fantastic.
I love that there was a screen on the controller, even though the screen didn't even do anything. It was
Oh, it was
just
the
cool.
memory card, right?
Yeah, the memory card was a screen. That was the coolest, most innovative
Yeah.
shit. But one thing I fucking hate about the Dreamcast was that the controller's wire was at the bottom.
Mhm.
It wasn't at the top. So if you were playing, say this is your console or whatever, it would go perfectly being at the top of your controller. But with the Dreamcast, it was at the bottom with a fucking like an insert thing for the wire for it to
Yeah.
be at the top of the controller.
Hmm.
It didn't make any fucking
Yeah.
sense. But the memory card / screen made up for it.
Yeah. Wii U stole the idea from Dreamcast.
With the controller screen?
I don't know, probably.
Kinda.
Might
Well,
pay
I mean,
for it,
there's-
but
There's no screen on the Wii controller.
The Wii U.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
It says Wii U. I thought it said, you stole that. Sorry, Salty. My bad.
Both of them kind of make sense. So.
I should have read that, with my brain.
So I scrolled ahead, and I don't know if I'm happy about the results, but
Okay, let's hear.
we'll continue. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 4.
Over
What?
5?
That's,
That doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm not okay with that.
So critics score 98, but user score is 7.5.
Huh.
I hated Nico. Nico
Nico
pissed me
Bellic.
off.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the whole idea, like being in like
it's
New
your
York
cousin.
for some
Let's go
reason.
bowling.
Yeah.
That shit pissed me off.
I liked when you had to go take the dates bowling, when you had to decide if you
yeah.
want to bang them or not.
Every
That
time
was
you fucking-
fun.
You hit a car or whatever. Jesus, who taught you how to drive? Like, shut up, bitch.
That was the last
Cruise
one.
Town.
That was the last one that we got to experience getting in a car and then seeing multiple of the same car, just in case you crashed it. So you
Yeah.
get a new one. Number 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
God damn it. No, I'm mad. I'm furious. No, I'm not.
Unless number
But I
one's
think
underground.
Underground should be there.
Yeah, I agree.
Not even on the list.
Oh, it's not on the list?
Nah.
That's fucked up.
Number 1 is what I thought number 1 would be. Ocarina of Time.
Oh. Mm. Okay.
As the number 1 game, the whole entire world, I don't know about that.
It's definitely in a top 10.
Yeah.
Or
You want to know
15.
how I know that it probably shouldn't be number 1? I've never heard of that game.
Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Wii U. I couldn't read that without laughing.
Here comes. Oh, god damn it.
Video game, please.
God damn it.
Fucking salted.
He's too good.
Wii U. It just reminds me of that SpongeBob. Wii U.
Oh, yeah. You know what didn't make the list, but usually makes everyone else's list, is Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's one of my top 5 favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
I love Final Fantasy, and I've been given a lot of shit
Oops.
because Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy game, but
What-
like
Why would people give you shit? I mean, that's kind of universal.
it's because like
Seven's the best.
Final Fantasy III had a better storyline. And
Yes.
Final Fantasy III technically here would be Final Fantasy VI in Japan because of how they fucked it up. But
If we're talking about story, though, Earthbound probably has a better story than 3.
Earthbound wasn't even on the fucking list.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Earthbound. Dude, I
Just being
remember one
quiet.
day when we were working together, I was telling you all about Earthbound and me playing it and shit. And
I probably had no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
yeah, you were just like, what the fuck is a Gygus?
It's hard for me to like contribute to like these kind of things and stuff because like when I was growing up, my family never bought us video games.
Yeah.
We rarely ever fucking saw new movies. Like I wasn't like one of those kids that like stayed inside and like
Bad Boys
had
2,
like
though?
TV or like watched cartoons a lot because like we never had like cable or any of that shit. So like
Yeah.
I was a kid that was like parents were like, you want to fucking do something? Go outside and fucking do something. Like they never gave us like I think I had a Sega Genesis and that was pretty much the only fucking
You were the bad kid. Or
console.
not like bad kid
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But like back then when people had like either Sega Genesis or a Super Nintendo, it was like, oh, you have a Super Nintendo? Oh, sweet, you got sweet games like
Yeah.
Mario.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you got a Sega Genesis? Oh, you got games like Splatterhouse
Yeah.
or fucking
Booger Man.
Booger Man or
Yeah.
those types of games.
Yeah.
And
But the Sega always reminds me of the time my parents told me that they were getting a divorce for the first time. Because like we were all playing this game and it was like super hardcore because like we were all in like just a family room. We were playing this fucking game and everything. And then they would like call us in one at a time. They're like they would sit us down and they're like, hey, so we're gonna get a divorce, but like we had no like we were so young. I was 8 at the time. We had no idea what the fuck was going on, really. But like all we really cared about was going back to play that fucking game. So they're like, "So you okay with this?" We're like, "Yeah, okay." Like, sure. Yeah, you
trying
guys
to
are
be-
getting a fucking divorce. We didn't realize like the full impact of the whole conversation. We were fucking children. And all we wanted to do was go play that
Yeah,
fucking
like, get the
Sega.
fuck on with that.
Yeah,
I'll
like
play.
I don't give a fuck what you guys like. What is
I'm
this
like
serious
halfway
conversation?
through
Like,
Sonic
yeah.
the Hedgehog 2. God damn
I can't remember what the game is where like we like it was like knights and like goblins or something like that. But like
Ghosts and
at the
Goblins.
Oh.
at the end of the game, like it would like count up. It would be, like silver and then fucking gold and like go up in columns.
Oh,
Do you guys remember
Gauntlet
that?
Legends.
yeah, Gauntlet.
That game. That's the
Fucking
one
love
game that I really remember from my childhood.
Or Gauntlet, yeah.
Yeah,
Gauntlet Legends.
that was pretty much the only game I really remember from my childhood. Until I was like 15 and stuff and started playing like Grand Theft Auto and stuff.
Right.
But,
I remember
so
the-
my whole childhood was like mostly outdoor shit, that game, and then fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Do you think that's just the fact because you had so many siblings? I mean, that's
that they
kinda
couldn't
hard to,
afford to fucking
Yeah.
like go out and buy fucking new games and stuff.
Do you guys want to fish at 1 though? Does that work? We've been going 4 hours.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
It's
so
almost 1.
Yeah. So we say we'll do 8 more minutes. We can wrap everything up.
Sure. I would just like to bring up, like, when I brought that Earthbound stuff up to you,
Yeah.
I knew that, like, you probably wouldn't give a shit, but I just needed to tell someone so badly.
I hopefully like indulge you.
Oh,
at least
totally. It's
a
not like you
little
were
bit.
like, oh, cool, gotta
Yeah.
guess what.
You're like,
That-
shit.
that's-
I try to at least like learn as much as I possibly can when someone's like trying to tell me something. Like I try not to ask so many questions though that like
Chandler's
like
just
I most
and walks
likely have
away.
no fucking clue what
Like-
the hell you're talking about, but like I'm trying to like gasp
Like,
as much from the conversation as possible without asking so many questions that you're like, just shut the fuck up.
because I remember, like, trying to explain to you, like, what the boss battle was like, and I just couldn't in words. Because if you've seen the last
Right.
bottle of Earthbound, or last boss battle of Earthbound, you wouldn't know
It's-
how to explain
Yeah.
it. Because it's just fucking weird.
It's
And, like, I was trying to
different.
explain it to you, and I was like, I can't. Here's a video.
I remember you showed me some videos and stuff.
And, like, I was just so balls deep into that game that I
Yeah.
just needed to tell somebody about it. And, like, I knew that, like, you would totally, like, somewhat care. Like, Curtis never even heard of the fucking... Or maybe he might have. But, like, he probably wouldn't have cared. I don't know. I just really needed to talk to somebody that would actually indulge with it.
Yeah.
You know, with me. I don't know.
Have
I'm
you...
sorry that I put that on you.
No, like I like learning about these things though too because like I never experienced like most of that shit and stuff. So like I'd rather fucking like at least get some grasp of it. So like when we have conversation like this, I actually know what the fuck you guys are talking
Right.
about at least a little bit, or like have at least heard of the game. Like
Yeah.
number one, like I didn't know that was fucking Zelda. No fucking
didn't.
clue.
I wouldn't. I never played. I played like 2 of the Zelda games.
Yeah, I played
so.
like one maybe.
I was never a big Nintendo. So I had the SNES, but like that was pretty much the only Nintendo I had for a long time. And then my mom fucking liked the Nintendo 64, gave
Damn,
that shit
Michelle.
away.
Fucking Michelle, man.
Damn.
She gave all my shit away, Mom. I'm still salty. Watch this podcast, you know. I've talked about it so many times.
This is Curtis.
I'm pretty
But,
sure you've told her like 1,000 times.
Yeah, she
too.
gets mad. She's every time I say something like, remember when you? She's like, yeah, the Nintendo 64. But I played the shit out of was a Super Mario World where you fucking had Yoshi and shit.
Yeah.
I remember, and I still and the fucking dot. What's the one? The cool spot.
Oh, cool spot.
You ever play Cool Spot?
Cool spot.
It was a 7-Up game.
Yeah, this is the first time I heard of it was from Forrest.
I've heard of the 7
show you.
Up game, but I didn't know it was called Cool Spot.
Did you ever see Pepsi Man?
Oh yeah, that was for the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, Cool
Pepsi
Spot.
Man's so cool.
It took me so long. Like I didn't know the. What? Did we lose internet?
Oh no.
No,
Still going?
should be. Yeah, it just our. Oh,
Oof. Oof.
A little spotty.
the webs are like. No,
And you're not allowed to look up cool spot.
the fuck.
I was just trying to figure out what the fuck you're talking
Pepsi
about.
Man #1.
Damn, why isn't it working?
Have you thought about going and picking up the NES Classic? I
No.
think you would love. No.
Nope, not even.
Which one do
for a
I
second.
fucking have?
You have the.
Mainly
Dreamcast-
because I
or-
have most of the games on that list.
What's one with the little joystick that has like Dig Dug?
Atari.
And Dragon
Atari.
Heart?
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
the Atari. The Atari
That one's
Classic.
so much fun.
You have the gold edition. I
Yeah.
remember when
It's
we.
so
when I
much
And
went to
you
your
started
house-
looking at it, and I had no idea
I
about
was
most
just
of these
like,
games, and you were like, "Oh my god,
Oh my
it's
god,
this and this."
Centipede!
Yeah.
I fucking love Centipede!
Yeah, and then I was like, "Okay, these are all the games I need to play." And
We
I
need
played
to-
like most of them and stuff. They're fucking.
We
hard.
need to have a
have
nightmare.
Yeah, just sit on my house. If you want to borrow, you can at any time.
I mean,
I
just
have
go
one of
play it
those-
right
I have like I don't have the gold edition, which
Yeah.
has like 80 games like yours,
Yeah.
but mine has like 30, and it has like tennis and volleyball.
Yeah.
So
Well, like
weird.
it was only a
It's
little
still-
bit more for like the next one. And I was
still
like, I'd
going
way
there.
rather have like all of the fucking games. Space Invaders is still my favorite game.
Oh, it's the best.
I
I'm there.
fucking
So
love
I
Space
don't-
Invaders
It's
so
like
much.
Cool Spot. Fuck you.
Hot take: Nintendo sports game.
Oh,
is
there we
better
go.
than any other.
Oh snap!
Damn, look how sad that little folder is, man.
What the shit?
That's
It's
why I
like,
put
sorry, I
stuff in
tried
there.
and then I died.
I'll just show you this real quick so you can see Cool Spot.
This was a fucking game?
Dude, there were so many types of games that had like soda/food revenue, or not revenue, but like
I played this game so
as games.
I was trying to explain. Remember, I was trying to explain to you what it was, but
Yeah.
you'd never heard of it. I was like, "Here's a fucking dot," and like, there's
And
crabs.
you're on, like, Rhino's 7-Up.
Wait, so it was just called Spot or
cool spot. Yeah, and I was like,
the title screen just said Spot.
"Yeah, it's cool spot," but I was like,
You
I was
didn't
like,
realize that he's the bottle cap, right?
yeah, and I was
Yeah.
trying to explain it to you, like, but I was like, "Yeah, you fucking fight crabs and shit on the beach."
You know what's weird? Bird, you might get this. The way that that's shooting and how the map's created kind of looks like the Star Wars.
Yep. Return of the Jedi and Empire
Yeah.
Strikes Back.
Do you think it's the same engine?
It just might be if there's a double jump. If there's a double jump, fuck yeah. Other than
I don't know. I want to play the sounds. After the stream, I'll play the music for you because it's real good. But it's like a good surfer music. But yeah, and then that
Duke Nukem?
and the Power Rangers game on
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Nintendo.
not Power Rangers the movie.
No,
That one sucked.
yeah.
But Power Rangers for
I
the
can,
Super
like-
Nintendo.
I need
Just
to look
that.
at the music to that because it's gonna fry my brain just thinking about because I played that game so much. I'm gonna hear that. I'm like,
The fucking Noid? Salty, no, not the Noid.
You've heard of that game, right? I mean, sure, the Noid is from Pizza Hut, but Pizza Hut had a
Domino's.
game, or Domino's.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, there was a game about the Noid, and you had to choose pizzas, like pretty
Huh.
much like the main, or not the main part, but one of the parts in it is you had to choose more pizzas than your opponent, which was a computer, and it wasn't that hard. Like if they chose 2, you would choose 3.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't that fucking hard.
My
But-
favorite thing in any, like, TV moment in the Family Guy was in Family Guy when fucking Adam West killed the Noid and just fucked him up.
I liked when he was shooting cats out of his cannon, dude, or his fucking catapult. He's like, Kevin, that's a ridiculous name for a cat.
Right?
Best name for a dog, though.
Mac tonight.
They had a McDonald's game for the NES called McKids. That was pretty fun. It was like a super.
What the fuck did?
Huh?
I was just looking where our streaming thing went.
Wait a minute.
I don't know what you guys are looking for. So it
So,
looks like we're on the streaming thing.
Well, we're still streaming, but where we originally streamed from, it would be, I think, this window, but...
It never occurred.
I guess we're streaming all night, boys. What happened?
Here we go.
That's really weird.
Huh.
How the hell are we supposed to stop? Is it down behind the camera and stuff?
Crash handler.
On the second
That's the camera.
monitor?
Oh, it says right here. What does that say? An error occurred. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to fucking close everything out to stop the stream. If you guys got anything to finish up on. But
Oh,
Some of this.
Sneak King
We can't
from our
play it.
Lord and Savior Burger King. I have all those games. The Pocket Bike Racing, Sneak King, and there's one other one. I made my parents buy me those. When we went to Burger King. Like, I don't want any food. I just want the goddamn 360 games. Yeah, so our Steam Labs.
it's not
is,
even there. It's gotta be that.
It crashed. We're still streaming, obviously.
Oh, are we?
My
No,
face
it
looks
stopped.
frozen as hell. Why did I have to do that in that moment?
Oh my god.
It looks like
Oh,
someone just.
if you guys can hear us, we're gonna be ending it. I don't
Yeah,
know if-
sorry for the abrupt crash.
I don't know if it's still going or not. We can't play our outro, obviously, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna close out of all this stuff. Oh, he said no, so must have froze. But yeah, guys, I don't know if you can hear or not, but I'm gonna end this. Hopefully, you can hear me saying I'm gonna end it. But good night, everyone.
Fucking stand.
There's nothing open. Oh yeah.
Is it all frozen on there?
Oh. Still going then? Oh no, it said thanks for watching. Oh. Is it ending?
Is that for you?
The sound just cut out, that's it?
Yeah, I don't think it's ended.
So it just cut out because I stopped the sound.